Let's get to it.
The North is back. Toronto is back. Raptors Nation, you guys got your man. You guys got your guy. You guys got the only person to bring a championship to Toronto, and that is Kawhi Leonard. He will be returning. The question is, what exactly does this mean for the Toronto Raptors? Now, the thing about the whole thing, we might as well just start with what the package was. A lot of people were saying that, if Kawhi was to get moved, it was going to have to be for something substantial. If Kawhi was going to go to the Raptors in particular, they were going to have to move their prized rookie, Colin Murray-Boyles. Well, it turns out, guys, that wasn't the case. Kawhi went for Brandon Ingram, who I think we can all agree is a fairly good player. A few first, and I think they said dick and picks. Right?
Yeah,
that's correct, yes.
Literally what it was.
Ingram, dick and picks. Yeah. That's all it took for Kawhi. Thoughts, fellas?
Well, first of all, he should have never left in the first place. I want to start there. So him leaving, this has passport and moving to a country with no extradition treaties written all over it. Like, I'm running from the feds. I'm trying to get out the country because they bearing down on me. So they're bearing down on me. So I got to get my ass and I got to get up out of here. Right. So with that being said, he ended up getting moved, which I think is dope. Right, Ron? I think it's dope. The fact that they now have another bucket getter, they have another ball handler, and I don't even know how many more years Leonard has. I had Leonard out the league maybe 2 years ago because I didn't think physically he was going to be able to hold up. I did. I had him out the league for all the injuries and all the season-ending injuries that I saw. I thought he was out the league. But with that being said, I think this is great for Toronto. They still have an issue at the 5 spot, though. They need some size. Because if the season started today, Ron, we're going with Quigley at the 1, we're going with RJ at the 2, we go with Leonard at the 3, we go with Barnes at the 4, and we go with Murray-Boyles. That's a great team in terms of athleticism. I think they're fast. I think they'll be able to get up and down the floor. But I think the small ball era is slowly but surely dying because I've said it before, Ron, and I'll still stand on it to this day. My 6'9" guy does what your 6'5" guy does. My 6'10" guy does what your 6'6" guy does. So the small ball thing is just dying slowly. It's slowly but surely the small ball era is dying. The reason why it was as prevalent as it was in the mid 2000s, because the 3-ball was happening so fast that the big guys couldn't catch up. Well, we're past that now. And because we're past that now, the small ball thing doesn't work nearly as much as it used to. I say that to say that the addition of Leonard, I think he's going to bring them another bucket getter that they didn't have. The question is, are they going to extend him those 2 years? Because that could really cause a lot of problems. That's the thing that I'm concerned with. I think it was 120 million that they're talking about extending him. That's the thing that I'm thinking about.
According to my sources, they're not doing that.
And to be honest with you, I don't blame them if they don't, because
me too.
He literally just turned 35 3 days ago. He just turned 35. So to have Leonard on your books at 37 years old at $60 million, not knowing what his health situation is going to be, could cripple them. Now those draft picks, they're in 5 years and in 7 years, like 31 and 33, if I'm not mistaken. And we can very well make some moves with the talent that we have to get those draft picks back and get and move up in the draft. Because I see this pen as a 3-year window right now. So I think it's good for Toronto that he came back, and I think he'll be viable there.
But Chill, it's to your point. You thought he was going to be out the league. It's very rare for a 34-year-old to actually increase their market value in the way he did. So I thought that the trade for him was actually pretty substantial, but deserving after the year he had. But I think Penn made this point, I think it was last week, but just overall, I think Kawhi returning to the Raptors is a great example of how professionalism matters in sports. Like, this was a guy who 7 years ago said to his teammates in the franchise on day one, no matter what happens, I'm not staying. I'm leaving. I'm going home. He goes back home. The Clippers give him the world. In his own backyard, though, his tenure is awful. He individually doesn't make a Western Conference Finals. They don't win a championship. It's the injuries. It's all that stuff. Now, after a career year, turns around and says, I want to go back to the franchise I couldn't get away quick enough from. And they're the only team I want to sign an extension with. So, like, Penn made this point, like I said, in professional sports, the little things matter. And especially in the NBA, especially from the people I've talked to, the new teammates that call you when you get traded. Does the franchise welcome you with open arms? Is the place they give you to stay while you move over good? Do they give you a short list of schools for your kids? How does the relationship end on the terms they end in? So it's come full circle for Kawhi. He obviously feels comfortable going back there. And honestly, like you said, Chill, I think the Raptors take the next step in the East. I said last season, Kawhi's a guy that if you traded for him could take you over the top. I think he's going to help Scotty Barnes. He looked incredibly healthy last year. He had a career year scoring the ball. And to me, man, the Raptors are a very, very intriguing team now. And we're just getting started in the offseason. They might lose Sandro. They might lose a few pieces. But, man, this is a dangerous Raptors team now, man.
Question for you, Damian, because you brought up something really interesting, which I'd like to challenge, was, well, number one, his son was born in Toronto. So that I think that does matter 100%. But with that being said, do you think he had – are we overstating how much he had to do with him going to Toronto? Or was this him? Because I don't think that this had much to do with him more than with the Clippers, this being the best deal for them.
Well, there was teams interested in Kawhi, right?
Sure.
But the thing is, to your point, is like, how long do we keep this guy on the books? And how you feel about Kawhi depends on how you feel about the haul as well, right? Because this is 2 first rounders you're giving up for him. But I love it because this is a Raptors team that really pushed the Cavs in the first round, and now you add a guy who can take you over the top in an Eastern Conference that feels like it's not wide open, but it feels like any team can make a series of moves and be right there, right? So I think it did, Chill, to be honest, have a little bit to do with the Clippers. I think the Clippers were a bit of a directionless franchise as well, a little bit. You know, they get Darius Garland, they move off James Harden, who carried them a little bit through the regular season, and then they go to, you know, they move off Zubac, which I know had a good relationship with Kawhi. There was all these different things going on. So I think in Kawhi's mind as well, he probably didn't feel like the Clippers were at a stage more advanced than the Raptors to compete. So I think at this stage of your career, to your point again with the age thing, you want to be competing. And while he's healthy and while he's playing at a high level, I think that means something to him as well. And he saw that opportunity in Toronto.
Well, damn, you think about, and I ran this off, Miles and I had this conversation on Monday when we talked about the Memphis Grizzlies, and they had a window, and that window was 4 years, and they had a core of guys. Well, when those core of guys was gone and Ja was the only one left, like, why are we holding on to Ja? I think the same thing, because Penn had brought this to the attention of the panel and everybody else. I do pay attention to patterns. Absolutely. So if you think about what was going on with the Clippers, Leonard was the only one left. Paul George, gone. James Harden, gone. Zubac, gone. Leonard's the only one left of that group. Like, why are we holding on to him, right? And even though he is the best player and he had a career season, like, all right, maybe it's time to move on to the next chapter for what's going on in Los Angeles. And I mean, to be honest with you, I don't have a problem with it at all. I think that this Clipper team is moving in a different direction and in the right direction, to be honest with you, considering what they're trying to build.
Agree. But it's a great story, man. Kawhi, it's going to be one of the best stories in the league. And if he stays healthy, they're going to make a lot of noise, Chill. This is a very, very talented team, man.
Because we do a lot of, you know, comparing. Leonard going to the Clippers, like, how would you what would you on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being a home run and 1 being a disaster, what would you grade Leonard's tenure with the Clippers in the 7 years that he played there?
Disaster.
I think it was a disaster, to be honest with you.
I think in the modern era, Chill, it's got to be one of the worst. It's got to be one of the worst tenures relative to expectation. Everyone remembers where they were when that news broke, when Kawhi Leonard went over to the Clippers. And then Woj, a few seconds later, broke that Paul George was going to the Clippers too. Everyone remembers what they were doing that day, man. Yep. They were supposed to be, you know, the modern day Jordan and Pippen. They were supposed to be this unbelievable defensive team. They were supposed to be all these things. It was the same summer that LeBron got AD, and like the Battle of LA was supposed to be a thing. They never even met in the playoffs, those two teams.
By the way,
which is crazy. But I would say it was a disaster personally.
I give it a 2 out of 10 because what was supposed to happen, like why this group got together, we didn't get close to that. At any point did we get close to that. We made it to the West Finals one time, and that year you end up tearing up your knee, so you weren't ready to play, and then you end up missing the next season. The reason why I'm bringing this up, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because we have conversations countless times about tenures with teams, like what KD did when he was with the Golden State Warriors, what James did when he was in Miami, like stuff like that. I feel like that kind of stuff matters when we're talking about where these guys were. And in the 7 years that Leonard was with, when Leonard was with the Clippers, like what was expected to happen, why this group got together, we weren't close to that. We didn't get close to that. No. And I don't think that it was a success. And on top of that, now, like I said, I got my passport because I got to get out the country because the feds is bearing down on me. I got to get out the country. I brought up the reference of getting to a non-extradition treaty country, even though Canada is an extradition treaty country. But yeah, it's looking kind of suspicious why, you know, Leonard is getting out the country. Like he ain't moved to Arizona, right? He ain't moved to New York. Mm-mm. He went and got his passport and moved to a different country. I don't know, Penn. It's looking kind of tricky. So yes, he is.
Congratulations.
Yes, he is. Yo, Penn, am I out of line if I think
we got props today? I like
it. Am I out of line if I think that with Leonard leaving Toronto, like his legacy would have been so much different had he stayed there? Because this is what I'm thinking, Ox. Because I know how you feel about Leonard. If he stays in Toronto, like the year that they won the NBA championship, he ends up re-upping with them. I think at minimum in the 2019-2020 season, because Ox, you talk about getting robbed of James and Bryant in 2009. We got robbed of Leonard and James because I think that in 2019-2020, I think Toronto at minimum they back in the finals.
Sure, we about to have our first fight on air because I've listened to.
We've already seen Kawhi versus LeBron in the finals.
I've seen this nonsense.
No. This is the difference, though, Moss. We see if he stays in Toronto, right? If he stays in Toronto, we actually see James and Leonard at their peak in their prime.
Sure, we buy into homework on this platform.
In the bubble,
no if.
In the bubble,
the man wants to retire in Toronto. That's what he's come here for. He has come here for the final chapter of his career. Now, I have viewed Kawhi's career as a tragic top 25. I call it tragic, not because he hasn't been an amazing player at every single stop, but because of how the media has portrayed his departure from San Antonio, his departure from, Toronto. Jill, how many years did LeBron James spend in Cleveland?
11 total.
How many championships did he win?
Uno.
One.
How many years has Kawhi Leonard spent in Toronto?
One.
How many championships did he win?
Same.
One.
Chill. If I went to the free throw line and hit my first free throw and you went 11 times and hit one, I'm sorry. I'm better than you. Okay? So I'm going to say this. If Kawhi Leonard...
What is happening right now?
Oh, you
Nah, he cooked. I'd rather go 1 for 1 than 1 for 11.
Yo, I'm going to say this. If Kawhi Leonard had been relatively healthy and had just continued...
Wait. Stop right there. Stop.
Oh,
right
you triggered?
There. Hell yeah!
You gonna act like that's
you gonna talk about like Kawhi like in LA?
So rewind the
clock.
So I talked to 3 people who covered the Clippers yesterday who said Kawhi was the best player in their franchise's history, and I was a little bit surprised because I was like, Chris Paul pretty great, but they said Kawhi's the best player. Look, a couple things about this trade that people are just not getting right. Number one, when you trade for a top 6 player, usually you gut your roster and your future picks. The Raptors only did 1 of 2, and they didn't completely gut their future picks. Now, obviously, sticker price, pretty shocking. But do you know why it's shocking? Because the Clippers spent all week leaking that Toronto was only willing to offer 1 first-round pick. When I was screaming from high heavens, that ain't going to happen. It's going to take at least 2. It took 2. What I'd also say, Jacoby Walter ain't in it. CMB ain't in it. Scotty Barnes ain't in it. Allen Graves ain't in it. Jamal Shed was talked about from the Clippers side. The Raptors said no. Jamison Battle was talked about from the Clippers side. The Raptors said no. What the Raptors have done right now is they have basically extradited or deported Brandon Ingram to the United States and taken back a 5 times better basketball player and done nothing else. Grady Dick, I'm told by reports, the Raptors were afraid that if they held Grady Dick until the trade deadline, they would have to attach a couple of second-round picks just to get off his contract. Yikes. So you can kick those second-round picks out of this trade. That was just to get off of Grady's money. So this is Brandon Ingram, 2 first-round picks, and a swap. Chill. Mikal Bridges went for 5.
Yep.
5 picks. How many picks would it take me right now as the Raptors GM to accept Mikal Bridges for my new superstar Kawhi Leonard? You'd have to attach 5 picks back. So that's 10 picks, is it not? So the Brooklyn Nets are stupid, right? But everyone's okay because they won a championship. Right now, people are upset because Kawhi is 35. But wait a second. Were we not talking about him potentially being an MVP last year? Or am I crazy? He was in MVP conversations.
He was definitely playing at the top 5 level.
If the Clippers had won 55 games, he would have gotten serious MVP buzz. And they were on a 55 game.
He probably would have won it,
buzz,
if we're being honest.
For sure. So you are talking about one of the greatest all-time playoff performers joining up with
I don't know why
Barnes.
you think this is ridiculous, Moss.
Nah,
I don't understand why you think this is ridiculous.
He would have won MVP.
Yeah, I don't know why it's ridiculous to think that.
Okay, hold on. No, I didn't say he would have won MVP. I said he would have gotten votes.
No, Chill said it.
Okay,
for the Clippers,
he would have been in the conversation.
Chill.
I think he would have won it. To be honest with you.
Same way you think he should have got votes in 2016.
Absolutely.
Trying to get
now, I know we were very low on analytics a couple of days ago on this channel, but do you know where Kawhi ranked in terms of estimated plus minus in the league last year?
5th?
He was 5th.
4th? Yeah.
He was 5th. And the top 4 would surprise absolutely no one. Giannis,
Wemby,
Shea,
Jokic, and Giannis.
Wemby, Jokic. This is a legitimate top 5 player in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Legitimate. He is a two-way demon. He's joining a team that is full of people. Did you see the clip on social?
Defensive gimmick? Like we still doing the defensive thing?
Oh, this is a gimmick? This is a gimmick? Yeah, this is a gimmick. You think it's a gimmick?
I mean, 5 months
ago,
Tim was telling us that he wasn't.
You're going to tell me it's a gimmick when teams score 42 points at halftime?
Here we go, Mars. And this is the same dude that was first team on defense. He was telling us that 2019 that he wasn't that good defensively.
He wasn't that good defensively.
Meanwhile, he's a defensive demon.
He's improved.
He's a defensive demon in 2025.
It wasn't because he wasn't good. It wasn't because
he's regressed defensively, but he's still fine. He's still
Chill,
fine.
do you remember what? Hold up. Chill, do you remember what happened in 2018, 2017 with Kawhi's knee?
Do you
remember the
okay?
I mean, we still have degenerative knees. That's like.
By the way, that hasn't gone away. This isn't a cold, man.
I have a feeling that a lot of Toronto Raptor fans don't actually watch outside of Toronto Raptor games, so I don't really know Kawhi that well. I've watched a lot of Clipper games. I think a lot of us up here have, and we watched a lot of Kawhi Leonard. If Raptor fans are being honest, you did not, minus the playoffs, regular season only, you did not get one of the top 5 Kawhi seasons ever. You might not have gotten one of the top 7, 8 seasons ever. Kawhi Leonard last year had a better season for the Clippers, regular season only, than he did for the 2019 Raptors. Playoffs, totally different story. Kawhi turned it to a different level. Mm-hmm. So if we're being honest, it's not that different. And all-time greats, and that is what Kawhi Leonard is, they do not age like Thaddeus Young. They do not age like Kelly Olynyk. They do not age like whatever the hell you think is going to happen to Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart. Mm-hmm. All-time greats age on their own scale. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be LeBron James.
He's young.
He's not going to be 41 and he's going to be dominating. I'm pretty sure he's going to be.
Some knee issues. Is this like an old Kawhi? Is this a young Kawhi with these knees? He looked healthy last year, but like knees don't magically get better overnight. Like what? How much juice do you think he's got left in the tank?
Ox, before you start this, Ox, stop acting like you're trying to control yourself, okay? This is a big-ass deal, so you ain't got to act like...
You got your passport?
We see the background. I don't think...
Yeah, we already know what it is, Ox. You ain't got to act like, you know...
For our blind listeners, Ox has Kawhi Canada Raptors jersey attached to a green screen.
He's already taken a residency,
right
so you guys know. He's already taken a residency in Toronto.
Okay.
Here we go.
Our home and native land.
He's already taken a residency there. He's in effect. So you ain't gotta be cool about this. You don't. I know this is a big deal for you. And Ron is muted, and that's good that he muted, by the way. So
He just got a Brazilian World Cup jersey. Now it's Canada.
He's a man of the world.
Okay, first of all, the World Cup.
I'm a man. First of all,
But when Swiper did it, you know,
I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the people.
Thanks, Ron.
Brazilian people, Canadian people, most of all Californian people.
California.
But anyways, though, I love this move. Pin, before it happened, I wasn't sure if it was going to happen. But when we talked about it, I said, this is the closest thing. If this happens, this is the closest thing to Pippen and Jay that you will ever see, that we have ever seen. I'm liking this move. I'm not gonna go as far to say that they're an instant favorite, but I think they got to work some things out. And I know one thing, Mars, and I said this in the group chat. With this happening, the Celtics better make up with Jaylen Brown, and they better make up with Jaylen Brown fast. I mean, real fast. They better make up with Jaylen Brown and keep that thing intact. Because, boy, I tell you, whoo. I mean,
You're gonna have to read that for us, Pen.
The caption says it worked for the Chicago Bulls in the 90s. My bad.
I mean, not like honestly though, no hype. This is in modern NBA. This is the closest thing to Pippen and Jay we've seen.
Chill laughing right now. Hater ass behavior.
This is the way Kawhi played last year.
Like stylistically, I don't know how you get closer.
You can't get closer. Like this is the closest thing we've seen.
Oh, by the way, we also got Colin Murray-Boyles there to plug in a little bit of a hole.
Who's that, Dennis?
So is that Dennis?
Did you watch him? Did you see what he did to your team?
Yeah, Colin Murray-Boyles already scored better than Dennis Rodman. You ain't gonna worry about that. You're better offensive player than Dennis Rodman never was.
Chill, you're laughing right now, but bookmark this day, July 1st. By the way, happy Canada Day. Happy Canada Day. Kawhi is showing up during a heat wave. It's a heat wave in Canada right now. Heat wave in Toronto. And Kawhi showing up on Canada Day. Shit, you couldn't write this better. This is a movie script. I write movie scripts for a living. I couldn't write this better. I am excited.
I missed y'all, Canada. It's been a while.
Welcome back to the Club Box.
I missed y'all.
A Clippers podcaster came
Canada,
up.
Our home and native land. I'm going to learn the rest of the words, y'all. Don't worry. I only know that part right now.
That's what you know.
It's true patriot love and all thy son's command. There was a Clippers podcaster who came on our show like a couple of days ago when we were getting really close to this, and he's like, "Where's Ox? I love you guys." He's like, "Man, this is like the best show on the internet. I can't believe where's Ox? He's the biggest Kawhi fan." And I was like, "Ox is currently getting his immigration papers ready to move to Canada. We got all his guys." I called this shit from a mile away. I knew this was coming.
I mean, yeah, you said it was 90%. You said it was 90% yesterday, so I was kind of just waiting for it to happen at this point. I was very surprised that, all due respect, you kind of just attached a player you probably wanted to get off anyway, and then got Kawhi.
You've been out on Brandon Ingram though. You didn't like him when he first got there, Penn.
You talking to me?
Yes, you didn't like him in the beginning.
This is not.
I saw Penn putting out tweets about Brandon Ingram's box plus minus after the first
Penn,
time.
I vividly remember us having.
This is not true. This is not true.
I saw it. What do you mean? I saw it.
This is not true. I like Brandon Ingram a lot. You can go back and check.
You did not like him when he got.
My fundamental disagreement with Mars is the quality of passer he said Brandon Ingram was. This has been.
You guys didn't use him in pick and roll enough to see the passing.
Bullshit. He couldn't see a double.
You guys out here putting him in the post, expecting him to read double teams. That's not the type of passer he is. He's a pick and roll.
You hated his ability.
That's what he is. He's a pick and roll passer.
You hated his ability to shoot the long ball. You thought he held on to the ball
crazy place, though, man.
Way too much.
The NBA is a crazy place because, like, Brandon Ingram was a no-brainer to get rid of. But like, what would it look like if he went crazy in the first round against Cleveland? Like that would have made this whole thing
attach all those picks.
Bizarre.
So
then you just
exactly.
get Kawhi. You could get Kawhi.
It's really crazy, actually.
But wait,
I
Damien,
are you Brandon Ingram being a good passer?
Would they, if let's say if the Raptors would have got to a deep second round run, like let's say if they knocked the Cavs off and Brandon Ingram plays very well, do they still make that move?
Yes.
Well, that's fundamentally what I'm asking. Like if Brandon Ingram goes crazy and Kawhi still, and then the conversation changes, Ox, because then it's to Penn's point, like You have to start attaching assets. What's Quickly's future like? Do we gut this roster? Is Colin Murray Boyles now involved? But with the way Ingram showed up in the playoffs, this was like to Penn's point, this is a match made in heaven. This is a guy you want to get rid of anyway.
I want to.
So
what
does it look? So
I want to say this without acting like an absolute arrogant asshole, which is hard for me. So I'm gonna try my best. Okay. Yep. I've been ahead on this trade. I've been saying shit on my live and watching Shams repeat the same shit 13 hours later, watching Brian Windhorst repeat it 17 hours later, and we racked up a ton of views because that is true. Here's what I've consistently known about this trade and what I knew about it going in. The Clippers prioritized 2031. They wanted the 2027 swap. The deal was hinging on that. The additional pieces, obviously, were Brandon Ingram and Grady Dick. I reported all of this on X, on my lives, whatever. The contingent was, what is the sweetener? What is the thing that's going to get you over the top? And that's what took the deal so long. The Raptors eventually conceded the 2033 first, unprotected. That is not a sweetener. That is crazy. And obviously, the Raptors paid through the nose. The other side of that was you were going to possibly have to give up Jamal Shed, Jacoby Walter, something like that. So, again, bring it back to
gave up Jamal and Jacoby. I'd have gave them both Jamal and Jacoby.
Aren't you the person that told me fuck them picks?
Mitchell
They're so far out.
Wow.
So you'd rather give up 2 players than a
Talk to us, Damien.
No. The reason why I said
Robinson.
that.
Hold on, Ron.
Mitchell Robinson
to Boston,
Leonard.
3 years, $47 million.
Boston. Cool.
How much is that a year? What, about 16? 15,
Thank you very much. We'll take him off your hands. You don't need him anymore.
Anyways, Mitchell Robinson.
Hold on, right quick, Ping. We can talk about this for a second. We'll get right back to it.
I didn't even.
Norman Powell went to Chicago. We didn't talk about that.
We'll get to that.
I mean, because we don't care. But yeah, Mitchell Robinson's cool.
Why would you not care? I think that's a good.
I mean, yeah, you would care. But shout out to Mitchell Robinson, man. 47.4 million. I don't know if he can play starters minutes. So
they still got Cater though. So it's like one of the main things is now you have 48 valuable minutes at center.
Yeah, in the regular season, I agree. In the playoffs, Cater looked.
They're both
iffy at best.
That was this year. He's got a year to grow.
He's got to get better for sure. And I'm not saying he won't. But what I'm saying is this isn't a guaranteed. We've solved our starting center problem in the playoffs because we watched it just this past year, and yeah, he was hurt. He hurt his hand. That doesn't explain how he's gassed after running up and down for 5 minutes.
Incredible, like how he runs out of gas, like he's done.
Right.
So if that's the case with Mitchell Robinson, which I think it probably just is, you still need to find bigs who can play the remaining minutes. I don't think Mitchell Robinson's impact is big enough to where he should be playing 30 minutes a game for a team. His endurance is that where he should be playing 16 minutes a game for a team.
Same thing
happens. So you kind of just end up meeting yourself in the middle and say, okay, give us a cool 21 to 24 minutes. I think that's probably what they've got, which is still a great.
That still helps this team. Yeah,
I agree. Absolutely helps the team, and I would still do it.
And Conley going to mentor him.
Plus, you've made the Knicks weaker, which is also a big deal. You've made the champions weaker, which is another big deal because they've just lost. Porty's not good, respectfully, but he's just gone to Philly, and Mitchell Robinson has just gone to Boston. Their only center right now is Cat. So you've made the champs weaker.
These moves that I didn't even see that I think make a difference. Like Marcus Smart to Houston, John Collins to Detroit. I think those.
I like John Collins to Detroit.
Moves.
I like John Collins.
I mean, even the fact that the Celtics just got Mike Conley. I don't think that's just
probably.
That's a solid pickup. I mean, Mo Wagner to Brooklyn.
Damn it.
Javon Carter stayed in Orlando.
That's amazing.
Vooch has also gone from Boston.
So
they just replaced Vooch with Mitchell Robinson, which I think is a major upgrade. Personally, I wasn't the highest on Vooch, but
Los Angeles Lakers are acquiring Walker Kessler from the Utah Jazz for unprotected first-round picks in 2031 and 2033, and first-round pick swaps in 28 and 30. Kessler will sign a massive 4-year.
It's a sign and trade. Yes, a sign and trade.
Okay, so there you go. Walker Kessler.
So they're giving
Kawhi
Walker
Leonard.
Kessler $33 million a year. So Walker Kessler's making Şengün money. Now I will say he's gonna get the Luka stimulus for sure. All he's got to do, catch lobs, roll hard, set good screens. He's going to walk into 12 points. That's all he has to do. Then, in the 5 games he played for the Jazz this year, they used him a little bit as like a hub. He was playmaking a little bit. That was interesting. He even shot some threes. We'll see what that development looks like. And then, obviously, the rim protection stuff is amazing. Now, he lacks a lot of versatility defensively, in my humble opinion. He's also a very limited offensive player right now, outside of the catching lobs thing. So, do you trust him to catch it in the pocket and make decisions? We'll see. But for 33 million, you've got a very limited big. But at the end of the day, you just need a rim protection and rebound.
So
now they can make their other moves because they're looking at
it was a sign and trade, and they just gave up.
They're actually about to sign another white guy. Potentially
2 first rounds.
So that means the Jalen Duren stuff is done, right?
Swaps.
Oh yeah, Mama Kalashvili, yeah. But that means the Jalen Duren to the Lakers thing is dead, right? They can't afford Jalen Duren, right?
So his options are Sacramento and I don't know.
The reports were the Pistons would match whatever he gets.
Boston was an interesting,
yeah. But the report was the Pistons would match whatever he gets offered anyway. So it looks like Jalen Duren is going to be staying in Detroit, and it's going to be John Collins and Duren as their front court, with Paul Reed as their backup, which I like. Shout out to Paul Reed.
That's nice.
I like John Collins. I'm still a John Collins fan.
I just want to make sure that I'm understanding you guys correctly. So now we move off of Walker Kessler. So now I'm going to move Triple J to the 5. I'm going to move.
No, you got Yusuf Nurkic.
Oh God.
Markkanen.
So once again, I'm going to move Triple J to the 5. I'm going to move Triple J.
They're not playing Triple J at the 5.
Why won't they play him at the 5, Mars?
Because he
can't
can't
rebound.
play the 5.
Okay, he played the 5 and he played the 5 in
It was
Memphis.
bad.
But he still played.
They're not going to do
He
it.
still
They're not going
played.
to do it. They are going to play Yusuf Nurkic.
He isn't a center. That's correct.
They are going.
They got
play
Nurkic and Phil Palsky. They don't need him to play the 5.
For all of my issues with Yusuf Nurkic, when he played for the Jazz last year, he was not bad. There's a reason they re-upped him for 21 million for 2 years.
He definitely rebounded.
Like he was right. They are going to play Yusuf Nurkic at the 5. They know
2 bad seasons of all these years. Nurkic has had 2 bad seasons. He's a good basketball player.
I didn't like him in Phoenix at all. But he was fine for the Jazz. He was fine. He did a lot of good things for them. They are not playing Jaren Jackson at the 5. He can't do it. Jaren Jackson is a power forward.
Okay, so
the Jazz know he's a power forward. We know he's a power forward. The league knows he's a power forward. They are not going to play him at the 5. And it's more than just the rebounding, by the way. The rebounding is the biggest glaring issue, but he's just not a 5. Defensively, he needs to play next to a big. That's where you get the most value out of Jaren Jackson. You need someone who can defend in the action, someone who can defend the pick and roll and allow Jaren Jackson to be that weak side rim protector. That's what he does. He is not a center. He can't anchor your defense. He plays next to Steven Adams and becomes a DPOY.
We just talked about court organizers.
I get all of that point.
Floor generals yesterday.
So he's not going to play at 5. He's not.
So if he needs to play next to a big, so if he needs to play next to a big, then why did Memphis trade him? Because we got a big head that he can play next to.
Because they believe
that they were going in a new direction. You just set up. Like
they want to be big.
So that's why they wanted to get off Jar. They wanted to get off Desmond Bain. They wanted to get off Jaren Jackson. They're now getting off Santi Aldama. They are getting off of everyone who was in that old iteration of the Grizzlies and starting new with Cam Boozer, Zach Edey, Coward. That means Jaren Jackson had to go. It's not because Jaren Jackson's a bad player. Jaren Jackson is not a bad player. He's a really good one. But they were moving in a different direction.
All right, so
they were moving in a different direction.
So him playing next to that big is not going to. So him playing next to that big is not going to work because they're moving in a different direction. Now him playing next to Nurkic.
It's not about it working or not. It's about they don't want it.
Well, okay, all right. So let's just say for the sake of argument that that's true. So now him playing in Utah with a big where he can be in the action. Who you hate on defense? You don't like Nurkic on defense.
I don't like
you hate him on defense. So now I got. Your logic is him playing at the 4, just strictly him being at the 4, not necessarily him playing in the action or him playing next to a big. You just want him playing at the 4, even though at the 4, I want a power forward
at the 4. Yeah.
Okay, even him playing at the 4, which by the way, one of my primary jobs at the 4 is to rebound, which he doesn't do at all.
Yes,
by the way,
yes, we know.
So why is this working, Mars?
Why is what working?
He's playing with the 5.
When did I say the Jazz were going to work? I never said they were going to be a good team. I just said Jaren Jackson
play small ball 5. That's all.
Chill.
But Jaren Jackson. All I said was Jaren Jackson will play next to a big. I never said the Jazz are going to be a good team. I never said the Jazz are making.
We can only play small ball.
Was Horace Grant a center?
All I said was Jaren Jackson playing the 4
when he was in Memphis.
He can't play center. He can play small ball.
Was Karl Malone a center? Could you have put Karl Malone at the center?
He has played small ball 5 already.
No, you couldn't.
He has
different.
He has played small ball
5 doesn't go well. It doesn't.
He will, and he not only that, he will play more small ball 5. Is it a good look? No, but it's gonna happen, and it has happened before. but it's not a good
It.
look.
Like it's just not good when they do it. Jaren Jackson
And they also got Phil Pawski too. They also got Phil Pawski.
Mars,
Yeah,
would
they
it be
do
fair?
have Phil
Would it be fair to
Pawski.
say
They
that
do,
the 3 and 4 are far more interchangeable than the 4 and 5?
I think the 3 and 4 are far
Yes.
more than the 4 and 5.
That's
Yes.
fair.
I agree.
Sure.
And that is exactly what the Jazz think. A true 5 and a true 1 are like the last remaining like true positions in the NBA. And I want to distinguish. I think the gap between a 3 and a 4 is actually smaller than the gap between a true 3 and a true 2. Guard skills, true floor general. Like I'm not trying to redefine basketball here, but a true floor general thinks, sees, plays the game very differently. Very hard to get a small forward or a shooting guard or a power forward to start seeing the game like a point guard. A 2 and a 3 play the game very differently. I need very different skill sets. They operate in different positions. If you grew up playing 2, I think it's harder for you to play. I think it's weird for you to play the 3.
I.e. Anthony Edwards and Scotty Barnes. I'm following you.
No, because Scotty Barnes is a 1, and he grew up playing the 1, and you don't get that, and that's okay.
So all right, so let me rephrase that.
He
So
sees the game as a 1. He plays most naturally as a 1. He's learned how to play the 4. He's learned how to play the 3, but that's not his position. He played the 4 next to Cade because they wanted to give Cade the ball in Malvern.
Scotty Barnes was a 3, but okay, I'll concede that.
He's
so
positionally versatile. Yeah,
sure. So
Yes,
I think Anthony Edwards is a true 2, and I think we're going to see a true. I think
absolutely. So when you try to throw him at the
agree.
1, it's weird. When you try to throw him at the 3, he doesn't fill the lanes correctly because he's thinking the game like a 2. Klay Thompson is like a pure 2 to me. Reggie Miller is a pure 2.
Right.
Allen Houston is a pure 2. Latrell Sprewell, although he occasionally played the 2, plays the game like a 3.
With that being with that now the gap, but the gap
skill set,
and that's why Mars and I are at odds, because the 4 and the 5 position, to your point, I feel like the 4 and the 5 position are interchangeable, but the 4, even though he does a lot more on offense, he still does 4-man things. He still has to rebound the basketball. He still has to do the dirty work stuff.
Putting him
The
at
5,
the 5
the
takes
5
away one of his greatest advantages. You make him undersized. You put him at a consistent rebounding disadvantage.
He's 6'11", Penn. What are you doing?
No, he's
He ain't
not.
small.
He's
Jared
still
Jackson
a
is
front court player. Yeah, I get what you're
6'11".
saying.
I will check this. I don't think
Jared Jackson
6'11".
is 6'11". He's not a small dude. He's 6'11". And most of the
Jaren Jackson is huge.
Yeah, he's not a small
dude.
dude.
And that's what makes it even worse.
He's still going to be asked to do big man things. Okay.
Oh shit, my
true.
bad.
Yeah,
I stand corrected. He is
at the end
6'11".
of the day, regardless of Jaren Jackson's height or whether he's a 4 or a 5, the rebounding is a problem wherever he plays. Like that's not the argument. The argument is he's better at the 4 than he is at the 5. It doesn't mean that his rebounding is less of a problem. He sucks as a rebounder wherever you put him.
Jonathan Isaac is the same height as
becomes
him.
way more detrimental. That
he's not a 5.
Even worse. He's worse defensively as a 5. He's probably better offensively as a 5, but even that's negotiable. But he's so much worse defensively and as a rebounder as a 5. It makes no sense for teams to play him at the 5 full time. Now, to Damien's point, to Ox's point, yeah, there's going to be times where Nurkic isn't on the court and you run Jaren Jackson at the 5 in stints. Sure. But that doesn't. Jaren Jackson is not going to be the Utah Jazz's 5. And I'll venture even further to say this. If he is their 5, this team is not going to be as good as people think they're going to be. If they start Jaren Jackson as their full-time 5, this team is going to suck. Respectfully, this team is going to suck. He needs to play the 4. He needs to. It's not. I don't even think this is my opinion at this point. He has to play the 4. Like, there's just no other way around it. He has to.
I think the best comparison, honestly, is trying to get a second base to play first base. It's
Markkanen's going to have to play the 3.
I'm
mentally
agree.
very different. Baseball wise,
Markkanen's going to have to play the 3.
Moving from first base to second base is way more difficult than moving from the 4 to the 5. Way more difficult.
Well, I was
you got to cover.
Is it more difficult if your name is Jaren Jackson?
It's even,
again,
to answer your question,
to bring up the 6'9", 7'5". Okay, so Jaren Jackson measured 6'10", barefoot, 6'11". Okay, so he's like 6'11".
Sure,
he is the same height
that's almost a
as
footer.
Kevin Durant. Nobody's ever asked Kevin Durant to play the 5.
Well,
nobody's thought about it.
These are completely different skill sets.
Did you ever think to ask Dirk Nowitzki to play the 5?
Yeah, they did for
a
time.
Did you like?
It led to some of the worst defenses ever.
In his prime, Dirk Nowitzki started his NBA career out as a small forward. Lauri Markkanen started his NBA career out as a small forward. There's certain guys, and again, it's just there's guys who are 6'7", they play like they're 6'7", and then they hit a growth spurt. They're 6'11". They can't just think the game like a big. Bigs to me are like Mitchell Robinson is a center. Okay, yep. Kendrick Perkins, center. These guys play the game like a center. They've always grown up like a center.
Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert is a center. Yeah.
Exactly. There's an instinct when you are center.
Sure.
On how you play down the court. where you go, your spots, how you cover, how you set screens, how you flip screens, how you understand angles,
how you
of screens.
rebound, how you block shots.
Do you remember what happened to the Brooklyn Nets when they tried to play Ben Simmons at the 5? He was a fish out of water. Just because he's a super smart basketball player doesn't mean he suddenly knows how to set screens.
Yeah. But here's the difference.
That's a skill set.
Yes, and I think that what you're saying is valid.
Jaren Jackson's almost most versatile at the 3 on the defense, like as a wing. Like he's almost got like more.
Jaren Jackson is an oversized wing,
big man gifts.
Yes, that is his offensive game. Defensively, he's more of a 4-3. So putting him at the 5, the fish out of the water, trying to run him at the 1 or the 2 is crazy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the fouling. We didn't even bring up the fouling issues. He can't play the 5. I don't even know how we turned this into a debate. He can't play the 5. There's nothing that could tell you he can.
He can't play the 5 consistently. That's what. And the reason why I brought that up, and of course I'm getting attacked about it, but the reason why I brought that up is because now
you're being corrected, not attacked.
The reason why I brought that up is because with Walker Kessler now being out of the lineup, and now the issues that you've had with Nurkic in the past, in Portland and in Utah, even though in Utah he wasn't bad, I'm not going to say he was bad. They have defensive issues. I actually liked Walker Kessler in Utah. I thought that big lineup would translate, and I thought that they would be really good. I thought that big lineup would translate, not just in the Western Conference, but in the NBA because of the skill set of that front line and having Jaren Jackson at the 4. And now I'm thinking, okay, we're moving Jaren Jackson over to the 5 now that Walker Kessler's gone, because Nurkic was a rotation guy. That was, of course, until Walker Kessler went out. Now he's got to start. With that being said, now we have an issue where how much is Walker Kessler? I'm sorry, not Walker Kessler. How much is Nurkic going to play? That's number 1. Number 2, what are we doing with Ace Bailey? Is Ace Bailey now going to move into the 3 spot more?
No, Markkanen is going to play the 3. So it's going to be
Markkanen's going.
My guess would be Keontae, Markkanen, Jaren Jackson, and Yusuf Nurkic is their starting 5 with Sensabaugh and Ace Bailey and Filipowski and. We'll see if Collier's in the rotation. Hopefully, I like Collier. That's
not to say that Jaren Jackson can't play spot minutes at the 5. It's just you can't start him at the 5. Like he might play 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes.
We said that.
5. Yeah.
I mean, there's gonna be times where he's on the court without Nurkic for sure.
They wanted him back though. They wanted Kessler back. So the Lakers paid what they paid because the Jazz wanted him back. Right? They paid him a lot of money. They gave him a ton of picks.
Big pay.
Big. You know,
what does this mean now for the Lakers? So now that the Lakers have their 5-man and Kessler, what are we doing with DeAndre Ayton? Are we moving off of him? Is DeAndre Ayton a rotation guy?
He's coming off the bench.
He's off the bench. But they could flip him as well.
They could.
Is Walker Kessler a better basketball player? Is he a better basketball player than Walker Kessler?
He's better for the Lakers than DeAndre Ayton.
Wait, who? Is
Walker Kessler better than DeAndre Ayton?
Yes. Obviously, yes.
I think DeAndre Ayton is better than him.
DeAndre Ayton's more skilled.
It's not obviously, but Walker's going to start just because the contract that they just signed him to.
Between these two players is obvious.
No,
that's what they need.
No, Walker's a defensive anchor. That's the center.
DeAndre Ayton is like substantially more skilled. So like, I can.
We're not talking 1-on-1. We're not saying like, oh, we put them in the gym 1-on-1 and they play against each other. Yeah,
no, we're not doing that.
We're talking 5-on-5.
I'm talking about as a 5.
I got to block shots. I got to rebound. I got to set good screens. I got to catch the ball. I got to be a vertical lob threat. I got to put pressure on the rim.
Which is all the things that DeAndre Ayton does. He might not does it as much as you do. Wait, am I losing my mind here?
You're not chill. You're not. Chill, you're not.
DeAndre Ayton doesn't pick him up. DeAndre Ayton doesn't pick and dive. What is going on?
He said
heard one thing.
He doesn't block shots.
He doesn't catch the ball.
He doesn't present. He doesn't.
Defensively, it's not close. Defensively,
but offensively, it's not close either. But offensively, it's not close either. If you want to do that,
he blocks DeAndre Ayton average.
I agree.
Luka Doncic and Austin.
I guess
pick and pop mid-range big.
1 block a game. We can say block shots. I guess the 1 block a game. I guess
they don't need Ayton to be a skilled big.
I guess we can just say he blocks shots. Sure, Walker Kessler shoots 3s because he makes 0.6 a game. I guess.
Chill. I mean, 1 for 1, similar to what Penn was talking about. 1 for 1, skill for skill, 1v1 alone in the gym, and DeAndre Ayton's better. But for a team scheme, in particular, what the Lakers need right now, it's Walker Kessler by a mile, by a long shot. It's Walker Kessler.
That is a great point, Ox. Props. Let's do this.
But chill, to your question, there's no guarantee that Ayton. There's no guarantee that Ayton's going to start this season on the roster. Like he opted into his player option, but the combination of Ayton, Vando, Connect, Laravia, they can create another 30 million if they can find ways to get off some of this money.
I want to make sure that we.
Ron, you processing a lot lost your best friend.
Fuck, yo, I'm
Damn.
not on this Ayton thing. Like Ayton is the end all be all, but he doesn't suck.
Chill, you didn't say anything. Chill, you didn't say anything crazy. But yes, Walker Kessler will be starting over him.
Ayton was really good in the playoffs, to be honest.
Yes, because this is some bullshit.
Because he's their center of the future, hence the contract that they just got. B, once again, he's making 130 million. And then C, like the Lakers are going to need a defensive-oriented center behind Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, and whatever else they got going on. They need somebody to floor raise their defense.
Can we get some minutes with them together?
Probably.
Ayton at the 4 doesn't
space
scream
I
like
to me.
I like Ayton at the 4, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm not saying, obviously, I'm not saying we need to do this for 26, 28 minutes. I'm just saying at times, and in particular against certain teams too, not just like all the time, you know, but just sometimes. I think
you could try it out. Yeah, I think you could try it out. But
who's the better option?
Yeah.
Like,
honestly, point. You put Ayton on the floor with Walker Kessler. I'm going small, and we running your asses right out the gym. You got to switch this lineup.
Whoa.
Quick as hell.
That's a lot of rim protection and a lot of size.
Yep. And all I'm doing is
they're not just slow.
Wait, hold on, chill. Teams have gone double big with worse players
if you
before.
go with those two, and then you've got Luka and Reeves on the court. Yeah.
Yes, Mars. That's where I'm going. That's exactly where I'm going.
Maybe DeAndre Ayton been playing the wrong position his whole life because he really does sometimes struggle with center shit, but he does a lot of power forward shit.
Ayton probably came in as more of a 4 than a 5 anyway.
But they threw him at the 5 because he's 7 feet tall. Exactly. That's my point. They threw the David Robinson comparison on him, which is crazy, and they stuck him at the 5. This dude, like, when I see DeAndre Ayton, I'm just like, why are you not doing that? Why are you not doing that? And then what Ox just said, I'm like, shit, I could see it. I could really see him playing next to Walker Kessler and those two really shoring up the paint. Spot minutes for sure, but it's a good look to go to with Luka, of course.
Another thing, though, Chill, it's like I hear what you're saying is okay. We'll adjust, but I mean we talk about this a lot too. I'm in favor of making a team adjust to us too, though. Like if I'm going big like that, you can make your adjustment. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna go away from it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go small, we'll go big. And maybe we'll just pound jaw. Y'all want to run us, then we'll pound jaw. You know what I'm saying?
That's coaching right there. That's what that is.
Yeah, whatever it may be. I'm and once again, I want to be clear that I'm not saying let's start DeAndre Ayton at the 4 and Walker Kessler at the 5. But I mean, I think JJ sometimes gets a little innovative, and I think he could try different looks. I don't hate it all the time.
I'm just
all right, fellas. 1,000% sure that Ayton would be above Jackson Hayes in the depth chart, but we'll see.
Oh, they do got Jackson, huh? Maybe they'll get off one of them. But either way, fellas, we'll get back to the Lakers. We'll get back to what Walker Kessler means to the Lakers. We'll probably talk a little more about what the Lakers need next or what their next move would be. We're definitely going to get back to the Raptors right after I talk about a nice little place called Splash Sports. And the reason why Splash Sports should be important for you is because you can take all the basketball knowledge that you already possess, and you can take all the basketball knowledge that you learned right here on the panel and use this to influence the picks that you make on Splash Sports. Now, when I say picks, I'm talking about the best DFS game in the industry. I'm talking about the best DFS game to take your basketball knowledge and use it to make the correct picks, and that is Quick Picks on Splash Sports. Quick Picks is simple. You pick 2 or more players. You pick more or less on their player projections for the day. And then you take money. It's as simple as that. And the most beautiful part about taking the money from Splash Sports or winning the money on Splash Sports is that you have the opportunity to win the most money in the industry. There's nowhere else you can go and make more money than on Splash Sports, in particular, playing Quick Picks on Splash Sports. I got a good pick for you guys today. Right here and right now, I am rocking with the number 1 overall pick, AZ Fudd, to score more than 13.5 points. That's light work for AZ. That's just a couple threes and a couple layups. She gonna make that happen. That's quick and easy work. Now, if you want to play Splash Sports, you got to download the app first. And you can do that by scanning the QR code on the screen or simply just clicking the link in the bio. Make sure you use code CHOICE, because when you use code CHOICE, you will get 100% deposit match up to $50, and you'll get 100% quick picks boost. It don't get no better than that. The highest multipliers in the industry, 100% quick picks boost, and 100% deposit match up to $50. Use code CHOICE. Use AZFUD. We'll see you in the winner's circle. Fellas, I want to show you guys essentially what the Clippers did. Well, essentially what the Clippers got off and what they got in return. So this is just over this last year. This is a tweet. I sent it to the group chat, but chat, feast your eyes on the screen. This is essentially what happened over this season for the Los Angeles Clippers, what they lost and what they got in return. So shout out Farbod E2. He tweeted this out. The Clippers essentially traded Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Zubac, and Kobe Brown for Darius Garland, Benedict Mathurin, the number 5 pick in this draft, which turned out to be Keaton Wagler. Also, Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, Isaiah Jackson, 6 first-round picks, 4 second-round picks. The Clippers now own 9 first-round picks until 2033. If you ask me, the Clippers actually made off pretty well. But you guys talk to me about this. Was this a good return for James, Leonard, Zubac, and Kobe Brown?
Them getting the 5th pick for Zoo was insane.
You hated that, Mars. You did. You hated that. It was a huge risk, and it ended up working out for the Clippers.
Yeah, when I looked at the odds, I think I said it when the trade happened. The Pacers were banking on literally a coin toss, and that just didn't make sense to me when it came to the lottery odds. It was I think it was like maybe 51-49 that the pick ends up from
52-48. Yep.
Yeah, it was like you can't bank on all due respect to Zubac, who I think if he gets back to his 2025 self, amazing player for the Pacers to get. All due respect to him. You can't, in my opinion, give up a coin toss of a top 5 pick for him, respectfully.
Can I
and it just didn't work out.
I understand what people were thinking at the time, right? But what would have happened if the Pacers had gotten the top 4 pick? So it was a coin toss, and the Clippers took the risk, and the Clippers won the coin toss. Okay, that's the first part. The second part is, I'll remind you that I think in 1999 or 1998, the Raptors traded the 5th overall pick, which turned into Jonathan Bender, for Antonio Davis, and people thought they were insane when they did that, but it actually stabilized the core. People have a very strong aversion to trading top 5 picks, but the Pacers are a really smart organization, and Kevin Pritchard is one of the best general managers in the league in terms of scouting talent. He knew this was a top 4 draft. He knew there was a massive fall off after 5. He also knows that Pascal Siakam is getting older. He also knows that Tyrese Halliburton may not have 10 years left, and that they have a core to win right now. So they took a step back. They didn't get their pick, but honestly, look at how they got that pick in the first place. That was found money for them. They got that pick back on a random trade in the NBA Finals. So
that's what I think is going to happen with Toronto with the
if Keaton Wagler ends up to be someone, that's going to be a crazy haul looking back at that, man.
But you can't judge things by how they turn out. You have to, like, do you know? I think
it's still a great haul.
No. I'm sorry, Ron. We do this all the time. We play revisionist. You have to judge things based on what I know right now. Right?
No.
How that works.
Yes, it is.
He's saying
you get extra credit for being
based
right
on the process that it took to get to the If you make bad decisions and then luck into them working out, that doesn't mean you then made good decisions because it worked out for you.
No, you got lucky. I get that point. Sure.
You did stupid things, but lucked into it not coming back to bite you.
If
I go and run in traffic, but cars don't hit me, that doesn't mean it's a good decision to run in traffic. I happen to come away unscathed,
right?
But still don't do that dumb shit again. Trading this pick for the Pacers, and the Pacers came out after the draft lottery and apologized to their fans. Like they this didn't go the way
they took a chance and it didn't work.
Are we talking about the Pacers or are we talking about the Clippers?
That's the opposite.
For the Clippers, I think it was worth the risk. For the Clippers, it was worth the risk. You gave up Zoo and you were trying to go in a different direction. You gave up Zoo and you gave up Zoo in exchange for a coin toss of a top 5 pick. And it worked out for you. So I think that's a good decision to make at the time, and it worked out for you. Even if it didn't convey into the top 5 pick, I would still understand it because at the end of the day, you traded Zoo for a coin toss of a top 5 pick. I think that's good. I think that's good value. But for the Pacers, it was a bad decision.
But Mars, isn't that the opposite though? Like, it's like saying, yeah, because I of course, if you go running traffic and you know what I'm saying, you don't get hit, that's still a bad idea. But if I'm walking on the sidewalk and the car loses control, does that mean, hey, y'all don't walk on sidewalks anymore?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I think that
if you make a good decision, what you think is a good trade, and you can't, you know what I'm saying, you have to judge it
because it doesn't work out. You can't look. I agree. I'm just saying I thought the Pacers made a bad trade at the time. That's what I'm saying.
I have a question for you.
I thought they were running in traffic.
The year is 1995.
Sure.
Okay. I have a center. He's averaging 16 points per game, and he's averaging 10 rebounds. I know you like these numbers. Even back in the day,
16 and 10, a 5-man.
He's averaging 2.2 blocks per game.
Yeah.
Okay. He can shoot it a little bit. He's pretty efficient.
Do I have him or do you have him and you might be
you have him.
So
you
he's
have
on my crew. Okay.
He's on your team. Okay. He's borderline an all-star. Hasn't quite made an all-star team, but he's right on that. It's the big man era. He can't quite crack through, but he's amazing. Sure. He's made a finals run with you. Okay. I have the 13th pick. You giving that up for my 13th pick? This is a big man that you have on contract.
No, I'm not.
You have Vlade Divac. I have Kobe
Yeah.
Bryant. At the time, and I remember this clearly because I was 7 years old. I remember because Vlade was one of my favorite players, Serbian guy. I was like, they traded Vlade for what?
Yeah.
A draft pick? Shout outs to Jerry West. Because you know what Jerry West knew at the time? That the Hornets didn't know, that the Sixers didn't know, that Kobe Bryant was a future top 10 player of all time.
All-time great. He's going to be an all-time.
He's an all-time great because they saw him bust up Michael Cooper in a freaking workout when he was 17 years old, and he said, "I don't care if I have to trade my all-star center. I'll get Shaq." So this is what I'm saying. At the time, though, based on what Jerry West knew, right? Jerry West also said, "I don't want to trade Klay. I want to prioritize Steph Curry instead of Monta Ellis." That was not seen popular at the time. There's so many, but based on what you know. And this is the thing. Kevin Pritchard, Jerry West, all these guys, like the greats, Masai Ujiri, these guys, they get paid to know things that other people don't know and make better decisions.
That's why they get paid the big bucks. They get
paid.
So
the Pacers knew this was a top 4 draft. That pick was top 4 protected. So they knew that we're willing, worst case scenario, it's not what we want, but we're willing to get ourselves a starting center. And based on what we just saw, this free agency, we saw Jock Landale go for $14 million. We saw Mitchell Robinson get overpaid. Are you seeing a trend? You said patterns, right?
Sure.
Centers are getting paid. So getting Ivica Zubac, who's better than all those players, is Zubac not better than Walker Kessler? Hell yes, he is. What was the price that just got conveyed for Walker Kessler?
Which actually leads into my point, Mars, because for me, listening to what you just what you said when we talked about Indiana with that draft pick, I'm thinking to myself, we got Zubac. This is a gap year. We're going to be back next year. So that number 5 pick, it's not as important to me. I feel like that number 5 pick was extra because now I got Zubac. Now in addition to having Zubac, I'm going to get Tyrese Halliburton back. I'm going to get I'm going to get Pascal Siakam back. I'm going to get most of my crew back. And if I get that top 5 pick, I'm going to add that to whatever I have. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, adding AJ DeBonsta to, Anthony Davis and Trae Young and that group, I mean, that only helps them. But if AJ DeBonsta isn't on that Washington group, I still think they got a good team. Just off the strength of having Trae Young and Anthony Davis. I still think that. Now, I think that with adding
Zubac is 29 years old. Like he's not young either. Like people think he's young. He's 29. Like,
but with him being 29 years old, I still think that he's in the peak prime of his power.
You 3 years.
Which is
and he's on a good contract. He's making $20 million.
Which is great. Which is
I
great.
understood it from Indiana.
But what's he worth on the open market? Right now, if Ivica Zubac was
if he was a free agent today, he'd probably be looking at
35.
Yeah, I think he'd be looking at
38?
something like well over 150 million for like close to 150 million for 4 years. He'd be looking at something like that.
If he had negotiations after his 2025 season, he would have been a borderline max contract guy.
Okay.
An all-league defender.
So when we
knocking down
talk
that
about,
mid-range, yes, he would have
so
been.
that's the part of it. The Pacers got a top 6-ish center in the league at backup center value.
So does that mean that Penn, this number
That
5
pick is the compensation? That's what we paid to underpay Ivica Zubac.
What I'm asking is this number 5 pick, is it going to be better than Zubac?
I don't know.
Because essentially, that's
do
what
you
they
know how
gave
much
up.
better
That's what
Keaton
they gave it
Wagler
up
has
for,
to
Ron.
get to be better than Ivica Zubac right now?
It's a good chance it turns out to.
Mamukashvili is just signed with the Lakers, 4 years, 52.
Mamu?
So
Shout out to
yeah,
him.
they're
I'm
about to
happy
have
for
an
the guy.
all-white lineup.
Love it. Absolutely.
I
love
did
it.
tell you like 20 minutes
the
ago that was
Lakers
about to
That's
have a
Rui's,
happen, right?
very,
that's
very
Rui's
predominant
replacement. That's
fan base.
crazy.
We just see
That's a very
basketball
predominant
players.
fan base.
Well, see,
I like
Rui's
Sanjay for the
replacement,
Lakers.
so
I
answer
think
this
Sanjay's
question for
really
me,
good.
Penn, because I think you brought up a really interesting theory about like what trades ultimately end up happening and us seeing down the line. That's why I have a difficult time with deciding that this team won this trade right now. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we don't really find out when a team trades for a player until years later. I'll give you an example.
Cho. You walk into oncoming traffic, as Mars says, that's a bad decision. It doesn't matter.
But
if you get
it
hit.
might not be a bad decision, though.
This is
You
what I-
don't.
No,
hey,
it's always a bad decision.
No,
to walk
it's
into
not
oncoming
because
traffic.
check it out though. It might be $1 million on the other side of the street. That's why I'm walking in the traffic. I'm not. I'm taking a risk.
Oh my god!
I'm taking a risk. Here's the thing, though.
This is survivorship bias.
It's a win now move from Indiana. It was a win now move from Indiana. That's what it was.
It depends on what you want to do. It might be a back street. I'm not. Hey, we just said oncoming traffic. It might be a back street. That doesn't mean it's the freeway. I'm saying like you.
Nah,
Changing the parameters. No, because it's not a one size fits all type of thing. Not all trades are the same. Penn is saying that you gotta. You can only a trade is only one at the time that it's made. Well, here's the thing. Here's newsflash. If I make a trade with you, I'm not going to make a trade that I think I lost. Oh, I'm going to take the worst player and the worst compensation back. I'm going to just give this up to you. That's not how it works. Everybody thinks they won the trade at the time. So you can't judge it based on that. And that's just not how it works. If I trade you a player and they get injured that summer and they never put on your uniform, it doesn't matter if the gap in the players is bigger than 10 elephants. If that player never pans out for you, then it doesn't matter. You didn't win the trade just because you got the better player at the time. That's never how it works. That's not how trades and value work.
It's just the Pacers thinking.
Like this is how you.
It's just the Pacers thinking. It was the Pacers that saw a team go to the finals, have a gap year because Hallie got injured. They saw Miles Turner walk out the door. They needed someone at center. Centers are increasingly more valuable now in the market. And they said, let's take this risk to move towards a more win now situation because we don't know if this pick is going to help us immediately. And we feel like we have a chance in the East. That's what it was. They took the gamble. It didn't pay off. But at the end of the day, they have a very, very, very good starting center. So
well, Damien, I still think the Pacers won in this scenario. Like they might not win to the extent that the Clippers end up winning, but they got their starting center.
Grimes as well for the Lakers.
They did. They still got what they wanted.
You said the Lakers got Grimes too.
Yeah,
4 years, $60 million. Yeah,
where they getting all this money from?
They got
LeBron.
$50 million under the cap, man.
Fire.
LeBron,
I want to be clear.
I don't think Quentin Grimes is that good, but
I don't think he is neither.
Ron, I agree with your thought process on winning and losing trades not being a today thing, and you got to work it out. Like, but I just disagree with playing in traffic for money. But I agree with what you were saying.
It might not even be money. Once again, kind of how you said. What if you walking on the sidewalk and it's a pack of alligators just pop up out the swamp? Are you going to stay on the sidewalk, or are you going to do what you can across that street?
We got new belts, we got new boots, alligators. Come on,
Ron. If you walk out the door,
walk into the alligators. Then that's
if you walk off your porch and go down to pick up the mail, and you slip on some black ice and crack your head, does that mean walking to get the mail was a bad decision? No.
Or that day, perhaps.
Accident.
Or that day, perhaps. Maybe I could have waited.
Accidents happen.
Accidents do happen.
There are known knowns. There are known unknowns, and then there are literally unknown unknowns. And I think this is a good framework to understand life. Okay. There's certain things you cannot possibly know. Okay. There's certain things you cannot know. But there's certain things you do know. The Pacers knew that Ivica Zubac was a really good, very underpriced center. The Pacers projected that centers were getting increasingly more expensive. The Pacers projected this was a top 4 heavy draft. So based on what they knew, they took a gamble on what they couldn't know. And now we're going to deal with the unknown of what Keaton Wagler turns into, because that is literally an unknown. Nobody knows what Keaton Wagler is going to be. And if he busts, they won the trade. What they don't have anything to do with the trade. They don't have any. Keaton Wagler has nothing to do with the Indiana Pacers.
Right now he does.
Okay, so hold on. What if the Indiana Pacers would have picked Kingston Flemings? Hold on. Would have picked a Daimara.
Okay, well then they lost out on him. Then you lost out on a guy that you could have got at 5.
No.
Do we know?
There's also a reality where both teams win. Where the Indiana
Yes,
wins the championship,
that's also a fact.
And then
That is a
Wagler
fact.
goes on to become a Hall of Famer. Like that happens.
There's
sometimes.
also a reality where Keaton Wagler sucks.
That's the thing that I'm worried about, Mars. That right there, because if you the Clippers, who is your foundation right now, today?
Garland
who's
and
your
Wagler. Garland and Keaton Wagler. Yeah.
Garland and Wagler. Because so Penn, to
know.
your point, Penn, to your point, the example that I was going to use. So in 2017, the Boston Celtics trade Isaiah Thomas to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Kyrie Irving, and they get a number 1 pick out of it. That number 1 pick turns out to be Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton plays there for a number of years. He ends up getting traded to the Utah Jazz for Donovan Mitchell. Like that doesn't happen if the Kyrie Irving thing doesn't happen. But at the time, the Celtics won the trade. Well, really? Did they really win the trade? Who really won this trade at that point? Because we don't know that Donovan Mitchell's coming here and we're going to build this unit around him and Garland and these guys later on. We don't know that. But what we do know for a fact, as of right now, Kyrie Irving is going to the Boston Celtics after leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers and being in the NBA Finals for Isaiah Thomas, who was hurt. This is a terrible idea. Awful. Not knowing that we're going to get Donovan Mitchell in a couple of years from now, and we're going to get another foundational piece, and we're going to move deeper into the playoffs. We don't know that.
But the thing about these trades too, what all I wanted to say about it also is something I really stand on with the NBA and with trades in particular. I feel as though what Zubac does in Indiana no longer has anything to do with what we got going on for the Clippers. You know what I mean? So if I make that trade, I'm off him. He's done. I'm not looking over there anymore. Now it's up to this. So if Zubac goes over there and averages 35 and 18, I still didn't lose this trade. You know what I'm saying? Based on what I got over here. I have to focus on Keaton Wagler, making sure that he does what he does for us. You know what I'm saying? We made the move. There is no, so I can the only way I can lose this trade, what I'm saying, is if the guy I get doesn't do shit. Like if he turns out to be a bust, then okay, I lost. But if he's a great player or a good player or just does his job for me, I don't care about what Zubac does over there.
The Lakers got Colin Sexton too.
Yep.
So they
really,
damn, they got everybody.
Huh?
So they've got in the last
hour,
they've got Colin Sexton, Quentin Grimes, Walker Kessler, and Sanji Mamoukelashvili.
All to replace.
Is this
LeBron
the
James?
dream that they sold Luka? Is this a good enough dream they sold Luka?
This is a perfect roster.
I mean,
around
they
Luka.
still got they need wings.
They got
What are they
Kansas.
doing?
This is
Let's
We
not
still
a
gotta
perfect
get
got
Rui
roster.
back.
Harden, a Deuce Hero. Yo, you
We still got to
on
get Rui
draft
back in the
picks.
fold too. We have the Rui situation we got to deal with too.
Okay, Pen.
We're trying to build a
I mean,
contender.
I don't
by the
care.
way.
I don't care that much about Rui.
You
but,
keep
like,
disrespecting
they have
a
no
Deuce
wings
Hero.
on the roster. Now, shout out to a Deuce Hero. He jumps at.
Y'all forgot like the biggest signing of the day. I mean, we definitely didn't talk about Norman Powell, but y'all forgot like legitimately the biggest signing of the day. The Sacramento Kings sign
Precious
Jonathan
Achiuwa for
Mobo.
2 years.
Are you crazy? No.
Oh, did they
Precious
actually?
Achiuwa. Yes, they signed Jonathan
Oh,
Mobo,
nice.
one of the best defenders in the NBA. Shout outs to you guys, man. Good idea.
They insulating Darius Akers, man. They already building around their young point guard. Shout out to them.
The question that needs to be answered, Ron, because we just got finished talking about the Clippers. number one, with now having Darius Garland, Benny, this kid Wagner, the kid Niederhauser, who I love him. Brandon Ingram, who I think Brandon Ingram is a rental. I don't think that they're gonna hold on to Brandon Ingram for that long. I think he's also a rental. The question is,
and shambles.
Who are we building this unit around, and what is the window with this group? Because
there is no window with this group.
I don't think they have a franchise player, Chill.
Yeah, they're building around draft picks. They're building around draft picks.
They have 9 first-round picks between now and 2033. They got 6 first-round picks.
You know why they have those picks? It's kind of interesting. I've always believed you take the identity of your abuser, and based on what Sam Presti did to them, fleecing them for all the picks, I feel like now they're trying to do the same shit to other teams. Be like, oh, that's what happened to us. We got messed up. You took all our picks. You drafted Jalen Williams. We had to watch you win a championship as we were crumbling. Now we'll do this to other people.
They won that trade at the time, though. They got Paul George.
That's like getting arrested.
They thought they won the trade. I think a lot of people thought they
won the trade. No. At the time, they won the trade, so they won the trade today. They won it then. That means they won it now.
Wait. The reason people said they were okay with the trade is because Kawhi came because they made the trade. So when Lawrence Frank went to Steve Ballmer, and Steve Ballmer's like, geez, that's a lot of picks. Lawrence Frank said, don't think of this as all of this for Paul George. Think of it as all of this for Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. And that's when Steve Ballmer pressed.
So they won the trade.
Some people after that season, I'm talking about regular seasons. Now what Kawhi did in the playoffs, amped it up. And you would agree, you just said that earlier. A lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, if you put those seasons together, 19 Paul George, 19 Kawhi, just regular seasons, some people got Paul George.
Paul George was better in the 19 season. Regular season.
Best year.
It was his best year. Yes.
I'm just saying. Now, obviously, he wasn't better, but
yeah, I mean, in the playoffs,
he was third in MVP that year, wasn't it?
I mean, he's just not a better player than Kawhi was. Like, he's not a better basketball player.
He had a better
but you can say he had a better season. Yeah, I would agree with that. He had a better regular season.
That was his MVP year.
Right. Yeah.
I think Russell Westbrook had a lot to do with it, but
he did for sure.
Yeah. All right, fellas. I'm going to go ahead and usher into these super chats. Salute to everybody that's watching. You guys already know we rock with you in the chat. If you are in the live chat, keep us posted on what's going on. If there's a trade that's made and we're not talking about it, bring it to our attention. Send through super chats and just stay lit in the chat. You guys are the go-to chat. If you are watching and you might not be in the chat, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. If this is your first time tapping into PC, welcome. We do this every day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern, or 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern. That's what times we live. All right, y'all. The first super chat that I got is from Derek Mitchell. Derek Mitchell said, shout out to Ox for being an advocate for Kawhi and to Penn for repping the Raptors. Kawhi made an appearance at the Blue Jays game last night and received a huge standing ovation from the crowd.
He was already in Canada?
No.
That was the old clip.
This is an old clip from 2019.
Oh. Well, thanks for telling us 7 years later. Okay.
But that would have been dope if he would have popped up.
I mean, it's not dope. Today's Canada Day. He got to come today. He lands today.
Max,
we're on Kawhi watch right now.
Are you happy with it?
You
happy with it?
What do you think? Look at his background.
Situation.
He could
have maybe said that he got it somewhere else.
There's only one other place that I would rather see Kawhi right now.
Boston?
Sacramento.
In Sacramento.
Oh, Sacramento.
No, you wouldn't want Kawhi to
I thought Jaylen Brown, Kawhi, that would have been nice.
No, actually Portland. Portland.
Then you could go up
that would have been better.
Yeah.
Portland would have been better. But I'm just saying though, I like this team so far. I just like him and Scotty together. I think they, and mind you, I've never been lumped into that Scotty hate group. And Penn, if you weren't here, but I was the one who advocated for Scotty being at 13. In fact, I tried to get him at 12. Got him at 13. I think this is a great duo. And as long as everybody else can do their job, and I'm higher on RJ Barrett than everybody else is, I know. But
no, you're not.
I think
I was a big RJ Barrett guy when he was with the Knicks.
I still be trying to trade RJ.
I was a huge
try not to cry at the next thing I'm going to tell you. Okay, I don't know if Kawhi Leonard is going to get his jersey retired as a Spur. He did a great.
Dylan Harper's not wearing that number.
But Dylan Harper's wearing that number.
I don't think he would either.
I don't know.
Bad breakup too.
And I'm actually quite sure that Kawhi Leonard is not going to get his jersey retired as a Clipper.
I'd be blown away if he didn't.
But there's one place that I can almost certainly guarantee you that number 2 is going to be immortalized right next to number 7 and number 15, and that is in Canada.
How many more years would he have to play for the Raptors?
2.
And number 10, respect number 10.
Just 2.
Wow.
And number 10 will go up as well.
I mean, I know what y'all said. Like it didn't work out with the Clippers at all. But I think Steve Ballmer loves Kawhi. Like I think, you know what I'm saying. I think
he threw him under the buttocks. That's what created that. Look, 9 months ago, I created a live and I said,
running with criminals.
Literally 9 months
you
ago.
That's part of the game, Penn. Like you got to understand. Like if if you're not necessarily my Cody, but we on the same case, you on your own, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you on your own. But I'm just saying, like,
and that's what
we just got roped up together. We ain't really that cool. We're on the same indictment, but you're not my Cody. Cool, you know what I'm saying? Like we not together on this. Oh,
I've had it on pretty good authority that like Kawhi's not happy with how they handle that aspirations scandal. He wasn't happy that they didn't pay Paul George. He wasn't happy that they traded away Zubac, and all these things were not done with his consultation or blessing. He's not like they went up to Kawhi and said, "Are you on board with us trading your starting center and going super young and building around you?" And then them not offering him a full max after what he did last year. Trust me, Kawhi is just done with that organization right now.
I also got to keep it real, Penn. I got to keep it real. This is what I was saying yesterday. I said before this happened, like, if I was in the situation, certain teams, I wouldn't be so gung-ho to trade for Kawhi. Now, I know Kawhi was the best player in the league last year. Absolutely. I seen it too. But we all know what comes with Kawhi. It's like it's you know how, like, when you're just nervous and you can't really sleep that well, like I would it'd be hard for me to sleep all season. Like, what? Oh man, I hope Kawhi's knees are okay. I hope he's all right. I hope it's just too much. It's too much. And then he just turned 35. I would be nervous. You know what I mean? So I'm obviously, like I said, Kawhi had a hell of a season last year. But we've seen that before. You know, he was having a hell of a season in 21. Seen what happened in the playoffs. Seen what happened in the next season. 23. We seen what he was doing to Kevin Durant. Couldn't play. You know, so it's just like
he was looking like the best player.
And mind you, Penn, y'all didn't give up enough. Y'all didn't give him too much. So it's like it could still work out great. And I'm praying for health for Kawhi, because if he stays healthy this season, which I mean,
two things can be true.
It's gonna be nice.
The Clippers get an A+ for what they extracted because they didn't want to keep Kawhi. He's a little bit on the older side. Some teams had a bit of a trepidation about paying him, $60+ million because they're thinking like Chillis, he could get injured. I'll say this: Detroit was willing to pay him. Minnesota was absolutely willing to pay him. Every team that negotiated for him knew that he was going to get a max. Because of the over 38 rule, he can only get a max of up to 2 years, tacking on to the additional $50 million that he has this year. So at $62 million, that's a 124 plus 50. You're paying him like around $57-58 million per year for the next 3 years. I don't think that's bad at all. What are we doing here? There's plenty of players that make close to that amount of money that aren't as good as Kawhi Leonard. So,
absolutely.
The Raptors kept Brandon Ingram healthy last year. I want to be clear about that. He broke down in the playoffs, but in the regular season, that's the healthiest season that Brandon Ingram has had in a long time. I believe that Toronto believes that they can keep Kawhi healthier for the next 3 years.
Penn, are we done? Like, are we done making moves, or
no.
Do we got it? No, we're not.
No, okay, there are moves. There are moves left.
Still got to show up that 5 spot. You don't need to start the 5 spot, but you still got to show that 5 spot up.
Like what? Where are we going with this, Penn?
I mean, ideally you want to put a stretch big. You ideally want to shore up your guard room a little bit more. You have a lot of wings right now. They kept, and this is the thing, Chill. I tell you, when the Clippers got Kawhi, what did they do? They gutted their roster. They got rid of everything that worked on that team.
Do that. You did not do that in Toronto. You did.
When the Miami Heat got Giannis, what did they do? They gutted their roster. Kalel Ware, Kasparis Yakuchonis, Jaime Jaquez, Tyler Hero. That's lottery. That's lottery.
To be fair, y'all ain't really have much to gut.
Are you insane?
Maybe, but y'all. What did y'all have? What did y'all have to gut like that?
If we had given them Colin Murray Boyles, there's no picks involved in this trade. It's Colin Murray Boyles and Brandon Ingram straight up. That's the 9th overall pick last year and Brandon Ingram. That's a fact. If we had given Jacoby Walter, we could have taken that 2033 and the swap out. This is what I know. The Clippers wanted good players. They didn't just want picks. They wanted good players. The Raptors said, we want our good players because we're bringing this guy in. And have you heard the reporting around Kawhi? What did Kawhi say? I believe I can win a championship in Toronto. That is his camp saying.
Do you believe that? Kawhi's supposed to believe he can win a championship wherever he goes. Do you
look
believe
in my
that?
eyes? No, look in my eyes because I feel like this shit is going to come up like multiple times this year. Deathly serious. Yes.
This year.
Kawhi Leonard can win a championship in Toronto. Yes. There's continuity around him. There's cap space to fill out the rest of the roster. There is a very good coach here. Yes, there's continuity because this entire team has been,
those guys been together. They've been together for a while. Yeah, they've been together for a while.
Is it Miles Turner?
I don't know.
I'm not mad at Miles Turner.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
I'm just saying right now, I'm not all that high on what's going on in Toronto.
When have you ever been all that high?
In 2019, I was a big fan.
Bullshit.
I was a big fan, but as of right now, like
lying. Someone pull up a
as of right now.
See what the rest of the roster pans out to be.
I'm not that sold on the bench. I'm not that sold on your point guard. I'm not that so okay. Well, from what I know, it's not that good.
Hang on, intellectual curiosity.
I like that
more Raptors. Mars has watched a lot more Raptors than you, so just hang on for a second and let Mars answer.
I watch the games.
Mars, how do you feel about Jamal Shead as a backup point guard?
I really like him. I think he's. Do you want me to explain, or do you want me to just say I like him?
Yeah, please.
Oh yeah, I think Jamal Shead's really good. I think he's a really good passer. He's probably the second best passer on your roster.
Yep.
Unless I'm forgetting something.
100%.
Probably the second best passer on your roster. Really, really good picking up full court. Really strong guards. Can play on and off the ball. Really good connector.
What if I told you he's been taking a million shots every single day?
I mean,
everybody's taking shootts.
Yeah, if he can knock down the three consistently, that's what if he can knock down the three consistently.
He's
but even if he
Mitchell
doesn't, he still provides a lot of value.
He's a lot better. He's a lot better.
He's a better passer.
He is what we were talking about.
He's a really good player.
An actual floor general. He's an actual floor general. Number one, how do you feel about Jacoby Walter?
Jacoby's an interesting one. I like Jacoby. I think his shot is.
He can shoot that thing, man.
But it's weird, like
50% from three.
Yeah, like Jacoby's weird. It's like he feels streaky to me, but when he gets it going, like he doesn't miss. So I like Jacoby. I also think he showed some interesting stuff in transition last year. The only thing I don't like about, just to speed up, the only thing I don't like about your roster is your big situation. Like that's the only thing I don't like.
Colin Murray Boyles as a small ball 5 is a little bit ambitious. I know Chill doesn't like it because he doesn't like players who are 6'6", but I mean, Chill.
I love players who are 6'6". I don't. You advocated for me being a Leonard guy. Leonard is 6'6".
No, yes, Leonard is 6'7". You don't like players who are 6'6".
Not like Leonard at the 5 at 6'6".
There you go.
Okay, so this is my point. You don't like undersized guys at the 6 at that, but
I do not.
I mean, Chill. What did he do to Jared Allen and Evan Mobley? He gave him a business, right? He was scoring on him. He was blocking him. I thoroughly believe that he outplayed Jared Allen in that series. Yes.
Until like the second half of Game 7, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Jared Allen went crazy in Game 7. But for the most part, Jared Allen's 6'6". I'm saying Allen Graves, Colin Murray Boyles. I know we need a backup 5. I know that. We did, by the way, get a backup 5 named Nate Biddle from Oregon.
Shout out my dog Nate Biddle.
You like him?
Would you be willing to? Because I know you're not the highest on RJ. I'm on the side of I would be looking to move RJ for that center, whoever it may be. Are you on that side?
Yes. I would be willing to split RJ into 2 pieces. A guard, because I don't think RJ is a guard. I think he's a wing-ish guard. Like he has guard-ish skills, but he's more wingy than guardy because he doesn't have the pull-up jump shot. Here's a fun fact: Kawhi Leonard averaged almost as many pull-up threes last year as the entire Raptors roster.
Can I interest you? Can I interest you in Kevon Looney?
What? No. I'm thinking Najee. I'm thinking more like Najee Marshall and Daniel Gafford. Like that's my. And maybe.
Hey,
hell yeah!
Hey, Pin,
we're cooking with gas. Hey, we're cooking with gas.
Hey, Pin, I could be persuaded. I'm just saying right now, I just don't necessarily like the pieces that y'all got, and that's not a knock. Don't. Okay, I'm saying, Pin, don't take this offensively. I'm just saying right now, like I love Kawhi.
Ron, I'm turned up. I think everything offensively from coming from you and coming from this other corner right here.
I love what chill. Damn,
let Kawhi Leonard haters. Right.
Damn, I'm absolutely not a Kawhi Leonard hater. But I'm a Scotty Barnes hater. Hey, I'm a Scotty Barnes hater. Kawhi, not at all.
Scotty bumped out of the top 40.
I'm not gonna lie.
You are not credible.
I would just take Najee Marshall. I'm like Najee Marshall FC up here. I think Najee Marshall.
Najee dope.
Yeah, I think Najee Marshall is amazing. Now he doesn't shoot the three great, but everything else, like I don't know why contenders. Maybe they are, but I don't know why contenders aren't calling about Najee Marshall. I don't see a team in the league he doesn't help. So if the Raptors can go get Najee Marshall, Daniel Gafford would be a bonus at that point. If you can get a Najee Marshall or Daniel Gafford, I would also be exploring if we can upgrade Emmanuel quickly, but that's not as like a pressing issue for me because I still do like Emmanuel quickly skill set, ability to shoot pull up threes, can play on and off the ball. If you can get him back,
I just think that you need a 5-man. I think you need a 5-man.
Would you take Andre Drummond or Jackson Hayes?
Actually really.
I wouldn't be mad at Andre.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Jakob Poeltl is a top 10 center, but
to play backup
or 20 center.
I don't like
play backup.
Maybe
Jackson Hayes as your backup.
Jackson.
I'd rather have Jackson Hayes than Drummond, but they wouldn't be my
Jackson Hayes.
They wouldn't.
Damn all that. If you could get Najee Marshall and Daniel Gafford, just go ahead and send us that Larry O'Brien yesterday.
Y'all know that Scotty Barnes and Colin Murray can play center, right? Y'all know that, right? So we had that positional versatility, and also like I mean, people always say like, well, how is Scotty going to guard centers? He's actually done a very good job, and so has CMB. They've done good jobs guarding centers. I remember, Scotty doing a really good job on even Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid in spurts. OG was another guy who used to do a great job on centers with help. You got to help, okay?
I watched that beat fries Scotty Barnes this season, but it's cool.
Yes, that definitely did happen this season. But I'm saying like in years past, he's done a good job in spurts. And Scotty's strong, man. Like y'all are talking about like Jaren Jackson playing center. Scotty's not that much smaller than Jaren Jackson. He's 6'9" with a 7'3", 7'4" wingspan. That's center size. He's as big as Jared Allen.
Pin for Scotty. For Scotty, the defense isn't obviously. It's not a point of major concern at all. Well, any concern. Nobody's worried about Scotty's defense. Defender. It's and that's the point I'm making. The defense isn't a concern for me.
That's the hater side of you coming out. You're saying it's not a concern. You know who defense is not a concern.
Pin, listen to what I'm saying. You're
saying whatever you ask for Scotty Barnes on defense, he can do it at high levels. You don't have to worry about him. That's what he's saying.
I'm saying like we're not worried about him. Yes. I'm showing him some. No, I'm about to get the hate. If you let me actually hate, I'm about to hate.
Say it's great.
Damn. No, look, I'm saying I'm not concerned about Scotty on that end. Scotty good on that end. Kawhi's good on that end. CMB's good on that end. Jamal, Shed, y'all good on the defensive end. My concern is on the offensive end, and in partially this has to do with Scotty. I'm still concerned. There's still scoring concerns with Scotty. There are still scoring. But I'm saying that cat. I'm not fully convinced off that Cavs series. He got busy. I'm not fully convinced.
What I'm saying, Paolo, you be convinced. Right.
What I'm saying though is Paolo's a better scorer than Scotty. Like that just goes without saying.
He's a more willing scorer than Scotty. He's not
better. Scotty needs to shoot more and become more willing to convince me.
Well,
however, that's not the point.
Why does he have?
That's not the point I'm making. That's not the point I'm making. Can I make my point? What I'm saying is, I know Kawhi is Kawhi. Kawhi's gonna give you an efficient 28 a night. Let's just say he comes in the same player he came in last year. He's gonna give you an efficient 28. Here's the thing, though. This team lacks shooting, especially losing Sandro and stuff like you have quickly Barrett, Allen Graves, unproven. I don't know. The spacing could be extremely nasty. What I'm saying is, what is Kawhi going to look like? And he's still going to get busy, but what is he going to look like in an Anthony Edwards role where it's like, Kawhi, we're sinking the whole defense on you. Scotty, now you got to beat us with the wall built and all of that. Those are my only concerns. And that's the only reason why I'm saying like Najee Marshall would be good. Going and getting somebody else.
That's another guy. That's another guy.
Yeah, but he can create a little bit more. I'm just saying, more.
Powell
just create. Yeah, a Norman Powell would have been amazing. Those are my only concerns. Is when the game tightens up, how are you going to get your other offense when teams are like, yo, Kawhi, we are sitting.
It's going to be a lot.
I've heard your concerns. Can I raise you a concern?
He's going to be spanking them boys, belt to ass, just like
the players.
All of that sounds good.
It don't sound good. You seen it all last season.
Yes, but we also seen there was times, even with the Clippers, we seen there was times when Kawhi was like, it was hard for him to get his game off because we're sending doubles at you immediately. We're sending doubles at you immediately.
He's talking about the playing game and then just doubling.
Yeah, he's talking about one game.
I want you.
But that's like the most memorable example.
Which team is big enough, long enough, strong enough, and good enough to stop Kawhi Leonard while also stopping Scotty Barnes, while also stopping RJ Barrett,
the Knicks own y'all.
The Knicks own y'all. The Celtics. The Miami Heat.
You made it clear to us even before the playoffs started.
That's just in your
nothing
conference.
to do
The East has got good, man.
You
imagine that. Oh my God.
The East is going to be war next year, man.
Don't do that. You saying I didn't want anything to do with the Knicks? Go check my Twitter. I have a fucking frame post saying Scotty Barnes is going to outplay Jalen Brunson if we drop the Knicks. What are you doing?
Up here and made it
I
clear
would prefer the Cavs, sure, but I don't.
You said after they had smoked y'all, not 100%, when they came into Toronto and put a foot to y'all ass and smoked y'all, you made it clear to me that you wanted nothing to do with the New York Knicks. You said that verbatim. That's number one. Number two.
That's not true.
Can I interest you guys? I might be going out on a limb here, but
you got for us,
I'm just thinking, Ron, because I think that there's some.
He says the Cavs. I'm gonna lose my mind.
I ain't even talking about that.
I mean, though.
I'm talking.
Ron, be quiet.
Nope, I'm talking about the size issue that's in Toronto.
Okay.
Pause. Can I interest you in picking up the telephone and asking them how they feel about Ryan Kalkbrenner these days?
I would assume the price is so. I'd assume the price is so low that it would probably just be worthwhile. But I don't think he fixes the issues.
I think he helps with the problem that they have.
Smith
I 100%
the issue. Jalen Smith is an idea that I would be willing to go for. Okay, Jalen Smith plus.
I like Jalen Smith.
So
I would have liked Day'Ron Sharp. I don't think he's available now that he
I love Day'Ron Sharp. Yes, you know. In order to function. Okay, first of all, my first question was, what team can stop all those guys without leaving Quickly and Pirtle wide open?
And we gave you three. We gave you three legit teams.
I'm sorry, no, they can't.
And also too, nobody's concerned about leaving your two biggest weak links in the lineup open. By the way,
who?
If Quigley's gonna beat us in a series with him, yeah. Like if you're gonna be the one to beat us, go ahead.
Okay, that's the principle of every playoff defense. Is going to be if these guys can beat. Like that's every team.
Nobody plays quickly like that. What are you doing? People guard quickly at 30 feet. No, they won't. They're gonna leave. You want to leave?
Ron, Quigley can shoot the basketball.
I know Quigley can shoot the basketball, but it's like, am I going to box Kawhi up and slow Kawhi down, or am I going to be concerned with Quigley shooting?
Congratulations. So this is my point. 35. You have a very offensively innovative coach. I'm going to tell you something. The Raptors ranked top 5 in shot quality 2 years ago. Last year, they were one of the top 10 half-court offenses in the NBA, which is surprising because of all the things you're saying.
They were.
I didn't know that.
I seen this. I learned this yesterday. They were a top 10 offense, half-court offense.
Half-court offense,
yeah,
which is crazy, right?
With the highest
you're adding Kawhi Leonard to replace Brandon Ingram. Do you understand the gap? And I also want to say Grady was an addition by subtraction. He was awful last year when he played. I know the lineup synergy sometimes worked well for certain of the players that played around him, but he was individually bad. So you're taking two players, and also I'll bring this up, and not that I necessarily agree with the logic of it, but the Raptors actually had a better net rating with Brandon Ingram on the bench. That's not to say Brandon Ingram didn't carry a very useful role and utility on this team. What he did was he drew attention away from the other players. He consistently took double teams. He consistently took the hard matchup. Now, Kawhi is here to do the same thing. The difference is Kawhi can actually score at a ridiculous rate out of those situations. The difference is Kawhi will actually take the pull-up threes. The difference is whatever Brandon Ingram sees when he looks in the mirror, I'm a midi demon, I'm Kobe Bryant, I'm Michael Jordan, I can do this. That's what Kawhi actually is. And then on the other end, talk about the defense. This is a top 5 defense that took 2 of their weakest defenders and turned it into Kawhi Leonard. Are you thinking about the vision here? You're talking about a center who can shoot?
That has presently.
This is kind of like the Utah Jazz if they went from Yusuf Nurkic to Jokic.
So Pin, can we look back into the future?
Right.
Pin, can we look back into the future?
Okay, go ahead.
The 2026 NBA playoffs start today. You guys obviously just made it. Yeah, you guys obviously just made that trade for Kawhi.
They destroyed Cleveland.
So they destroyed Cleveland second round.
This many.
They destroyed Cleveland second round.
First round.
First round. All right, second round.
And then they played Detroit second round.
What do they do against Detroit?
This many.
I think they beat Detroit too.
They beat Cleveland in this many. Beat Detroit in this many.
All right, now can we be realistic?
I think Detroit gets 2 games. I think Detroit gets 2 games, but that's fine.
All right, but we can all agree that they make it to the conference finals.
I have them in the conference finals.
Now, can we all be realistic here? Please take your fan hat off.
I think they lose to the Knicks. I think they lose to the Knicks.
The Knicks in 5.
Knicks in 5.
The Knicks smoked them.
I don't have the Knicks in 5.
Picking the Knicks
I think
I'm taking the Raptors in this many. 6.
I'm taking the
I got the
Raptors
Knicks. I got the Knicks.
7.
I got the Knicks.
I got the Raptors in 7. Jalen Brunson will still provide problems, but are you forgetting the fact that Brandon Ingram actively tanked value when he was on the court against the Cleveland Cavaliers? That Emmanuel
but he was
did
only on the
not
court
play
for like 3 games. He was on the
court for 5 games, Mars. Let's not lie.
Yeah, close enough.
Okay, so 5 games. Sandro Mamukelashvili was terrible. Okay, defensively we were compromised. Everybody who didn't play, who underperformed in the playoffs is gone, by the way. Just gone. Ingram was actively negative, and I love Sandro Mamukelashvili. He was actively negative. Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett rose to the occasion. Now imagine how much easier their lives are going to get with Kawhi Leonard. I'll tell you this. RJ Barrett was amazing when Brandon Ingram was playing. Even though Brandon Ingram sucked, he was making life a lot easier for RJ. Do you know what happened to RJ's value when Ingram just stepped off the court? Tanked. Couldn't score anymore. Not as efficient. So now you add Kawhi Leonard, which is basically 2 Brandon Ingrams times 10, wrapped into one player. Do you understand the gap between these 2 players?
20 Brandon Ingrams?
This is 20 Brandon Ingrams optimized. Do you understand the gap between these 2 players?
I agree.
Somebody got to make that video. 20 Brandon Ingrams versus 1 Kawhi Leonard.
That's why we all agreed that they would beat the Pistons and beat the Cavs. But the Knicks, I just think the Knicks shoot the ball too well, and you guys shoot the ball too poorly, in my opinion.
I agree.
After we run through the Knicks, you know what we do? You know what we do to that little ass boy from France? You know what we do to him?
Yeah, but once again, this is why the playoffs are about much. I think you have a better chance of beating the Spurs than you do the Knicks.
You are aware that running through the Knicks means that OG Anunoby is a little ass boy.
Yeah, to Kawhi. Yeah, that's a little bro.
To Kawhi. Yeah.
That's little bro.
I just want to make sure.
All right, Damian. We'll catch you soon.
Yes, sir.
What? First of all, chill. That's not necessarily what that means.
That's exactly what it means.
But no. Running through the Knicks doesn't necessarily mean OG's a low ass boy. But when it comes to Kawhi Leonard, OG is a low ass boy.
Okay, so which means that y'all would run through the Knicks because he would be a low ass boy because Kawhi would kick his ass.
So you okay.
OG's only a little boy when Kawhi is on the court.
Beating the Knicks doesn't mean he's a little ass boy.
Okay, now you didn't say beat. You said running through them.
No. Okay. So no matter what, I'm even 4 games. 4 games sweeping the Knicks doesn't necessarily mean OG Anunoby's a low ass boy.
Exactly what that means.
No, hold on, chill. Let's finish this.
Please.
Running through the Knicks doesn't necessarily mean OG Anunoby is a low ass boy. But,
however,
when it comes to Kawhi Leonard, OG Anunoby is a low ass boy, and they will get ran through. I'm talking like chicks on tour.
So he is a little ass boy, basically. All right, I got you.
Yeah, compared to that's a little bro. He told you everything he knows.
I got Knicks in 5. All of that sounds good. Every time Kawhi touches the ball, first off, OG got him. Mikal, go get him. Actually, no.
Mikal, go get who?
Hey, no. Actually, no.
Mikal,
Josh
go get
Hart.
what?
I'm talking about double, but not even Mikal. Josh Hart, go double that nigga. Hey, he gonna have to be Josh Hart and OG.
Who's going to rebound for them? Because the Knicks don't have
Scotty Barnes.
They got 2 of them,
He's a
and
great
they're
rebounder.
huge. By the way, and one of them
there will be a rebounding differential.
And one of them is an elite bucket getter who stretches the defense. What are we doing in that What are we doing in that department? Who are we calling up to deal with that?
There aren't.
Yeah, I
sorry.
don't know what to tell you.
This is gonna be a long ass
Scotty
season.
Barnes
It's gonna be a whole lot of.
Yeah, I think Scotty Barnes will probably be on cat. Or maybe
lost Mitchell Robinson at least.
Colin Murray Boyles is the cat answer.
He gonna
CMB
rebound
on cat. CMB on cat. Barnes on Brunson, and then you can switch it.
Look, the lineup that I'm very, very excited to see. I'm very excited to see is Scotty at the 1, Jacoby at the 2, right? You put Kawhi at the 3, CMB at the 4, and if we get a stretch 5, put them at the 5, or maybe Allen Graves. I like Allen Graves. He actually has a lot of center instincts, even though he grew up playing point guard. He actually is like a very solid dude. He sets great screens. He rolls hard, pick and pop. He does a lot of what Sandro Mamukelashvili does, bro. Except he's incredibly disruptive as a defender. I was looking through college basketball history, and I was trying to find this like combined block percentage, steal percentage across freshmen. Scotty, no. Kawhi, no. Paul George, no. I was going through Matisse Thybulle, no. He did it as a senior or as a junior, but he didn't do it as a freshman. The only guy that I could find was Tari Eason. Ridiculous.
Is this scenario? I just want to make sure that I'm following you guys, so I'm not out of touch. Is this scenario from what the season that just passed? Like Leonard is on this group that we just had in Toronto. Is that what we're doing? Like what?
Yeah.
So Leonard
we're swapping Leonard for Grady Dick didn't play, so just Ingram.
We're saying the trade is finalized before the playoffs. That's what we're saying.
Right. Okay. I want to make sure because the chat is telling me that Mitchell Robinson is gone, which means Mitchell Robinson would be on the Knicks.
No, we're not changing the rest of the league. We're just changing the Raptors.
Okay.
Just this last season.
Just this last season. I just want to make sure.
Mitch did give us a lot of problems. I want to be clear about that. Mitch gave us a lot of problems.
And I'm really excited. I'm really excited because as you can see in the chat, the Kawhi Leonard haters are out in full force. Oh, and I love this. I'm just upset that it's only July. July, August, September. We got 4 whole months.
Where are we going to be with this in October? Am I going to be pushing Kawhi Leonard might be a top 10 player of all time if he does well in preseason?
I mean, you're going to be back on his bed in Shaq.
If you're not already pushing that, you're late.
Shaq. So you know it is what it is. If the Raptors win, Ox is going to be doubling down on his Kawhi would have 8 rings if he never got hurt.
It will be crazy if he wins again with the same thing.
It's going to be the longest back-to-back in history. 8-year difference between the first and second ship.
They win the
longest back-to-back.
I have the longest, and I'm going to say this one more time for the people in the cheap seats. I have the longest dentist appointment that in the history of dentist. Because I know the reason why. I know that Ox is going to be insufferable. I already know what he's going to be if they win it. So I can't be here for that because
Ox is going to be insufferable. I'm going to say, hold my beer. I'm going to be insufferable.
I think I'm going to be calm. I think I'm going to be calm compared to Penn.
No way. No way.
Chill. You're not going to have to worry about it.
You remember when a certain panelist mooned the entire panel? Y'all remember that? I might do that shit if Kawhi wins a championship and get my ass fired. Okay.
Oh no! If Kawhi and the Raptors win this championship, y'all might as well fire me as soon as it happens.
Like I said, I got a dentist appointment.
His background is Kawhi.
Chill. The Raptors aren't even a top 5 team right now, odds-wise, or they shouldn't be to win a championship.
Odds-wise, damn the odds.
I'm saying they shouldn't be a top 5 team to win a championship.
Right now. We don't even know.
I'm just saying, as of today, and when I say odds, I don't know about Vegas and all of that. I'm talking about my individual odds or you guys' individual odds. Aside from Penn and Ox, Chill, Mars, Gifted, the people that aren't emotional about this and all up in joy, like I don't think that any of us should have them as currently constructed as a top 5 team to win a championship.
Well, I've got the Knicks.
Okay, what about these? So y'all
you don't like the Raptors, Ron?
Hold on. Is delusion an emotion?
I'm gonna be honest. I probably got.
Is blindness an emotion?
I think they could be like a top 5 team.
Ron, who you got right now? Who you got? Toronto or Miami?
Emotion. Is hate an emotion?
Me. They might be fifth for me.
Why the hell are we got to be emotional? And you up here trying to act like OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges about to stop Kawhi Leonard, but we're emotional. Oh, people who are objective. You're objective. You're a hater. That is absolutely an emotion.
And you're a lover. You're a
Pin, chilling Ron got Miami over
Toronto. Right there.
Love over hate, bro. Come on.
You don't? Okay, good. Ron got Miami over Toronto.
I think they might.
We're talking regular season or just overall?
No, like odds to win a championship, if you will. Like, who's the better team, like come playoff time, or who's going to be more successful?
It's hard to answer that question right now.
Can we all agree, and not what just for the sake of the conversation, can we all agree on the Knicks, OKC, and San Antonio? Just having better odds, whether or not we think Toronto's better team.
I don't know about the Knicks anymore, but I'll take the Celtics though.
Why don't you?
I think losing Mitch is a pretty big deal.
Did the Toronto Raptors have top 3 odds in 2019?
Yeah, losing Mitchell Robinson is a big deal, y'all.
I agree. I do think
they were fourth.
That's a valid point.
Nah, I wouldn't.
I might have Boston though.
I 100% got Boston.
Is Jaylen Brown staying?
100%.
Yes.
Dude.
It's just as currently constructed. That's all we know. As currently constructed.
I don't have an opinion
on. Okay.
No, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm just saying as currently constructed. Just with all the information we have right now, Jaylen Brown still hasn't left yet.
Then I might have the Raptors 6 because I think I might.
Boston.
Are the Pacers over the Raptors?
OKC, San Antonio, the Knicks,
the Pacers,
the Celtics. And then I would go back and forth between the Timberwolves and the Raptors. That's what I would do.
Okay.
So 5 and 6 would be the Timberwolves and Raptors probably.
I'm actually
the Nuggets.
I'm gonna look up the odds. I'm actually gonna look up the odds to see what.
So like 5 through 7 would be like Timberwolves, Raptors, Nuggets in that group.
And the Raptors odds higher than the Nuggets odds
in the East alone.
They can be in the same group.
I'm gonna check.
Okay. Word.
So in the East alone, who is better today? Like the season,
the Knicks. I'm fine with the Knicks and Celtics.
Boston.
I'm fine with the Knicks and Celtics.
That's it.
I'm not sure if Boston's better than them though.
And Miami is looking at each other.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Boston's better, but I'm fine. Like those 2 teams are the only ones I'm really fine with.
Everyone. Miami and the Raptors are looking each other eye to eye right now.
Okay, hold on. Are you interested to know what
they got 3 niggas over there?
They just signed for Tekio and
Ronaldo. You want to know?
And Tim Hardaway.
I look you like Miami a little bit.
Andrew Wiggins, Tim Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway's a really good pickup. Yeah,
they still got Pale Larson.
What? My bad. I like Pale Larson.
Who's bringing the ball up the court?
Davion.
The
nigga who you been hyping. Now you forgot about Davion Mitchell?
Yes, I did forget about Davion, but now that you reminded me.
I just gave you a solid 8 players. And on top of that,
I'm not gonna lie, Tim Hardaway was a really good shooter last year too. I don't hate that at all.
Here are the Vegas.
I'm some on that.
Davion Mitchell and Tim Hardaway, 7 players.
Please stop saying
Jovic.
Pell Larson, man.
Jovic with a smile. Ron ass over saying Jovic. Smile like that, bro.
Still on the roster,
I like Jovic.
I do too.
The odds favorite to win.
Did he just make that?
No, they're saying that he's probably on his way to the Heat. They're saying it's a good chance that he goes there.
I like Chris Middleton to the Heat.
Off the bench, not bad.
But this is why I said I think it's too early. Like this is
it is too early. We're definitely doing a way too early thing. I'm just saying, like, and I'm more so saying this once again. Penn. Yes, this is Hayden, but it's also me just looking at the situation realistically. The Raptors have some work to do. Like,
that's
all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Of course.
That's not crazy.
When you go to Miami, I want to go back to Miami for just 2 quick seconds, y'all. Also, they do got Bobby Portis, but when you talk about Miami, right?
That's not a player.
9 players.
I knew.
I mean, backup 4 is all right. Backup 4 is
but look, check me out though, Ron. Check me out. When you look at Miami and you look at Giannis and Bam, right? We got something for them. They don't got nothing for us.
What do you got for them?
Giannis? What do you have for Giannis?
Scotty and CMB.
What?
Hold on.
It's out the mud. It's out the mud.
Scotty. We got Scotty and CMB
for Giannis.
They don't got shit for Kawhi. Who? Andrew Wiggins?
Yes, they do.
Bam,
Andrew Wiggins.
Bam.
Bam can guard Kawhi.
Shout out to
Bam!
Shout out to whoever it was. I can't remember who it was.
Front
Sent me a message. Someone sent me a message on Twitter yesterday.
I got the same message, Mars. I got the same message.
Someone sent me a message on Twitter, and it was Kawhi Leonard's true shooting and turnovers when guarded by Andrew Wiggins.
Cook up a little bit.
Shout out to my guy.
Cook up a little bit, yeah.
Shooting over the last 5 years when guarding Kawhi. Kawhi has a 35% true shooting.
That don't sound like a low ass boy to me.
And averages
sound like a low ass boy to me.
How many points is he averaging against
Scotty Barnes is the answer to Giannis. I think I can say Andrew Wiggins is the answer to Kawhi. If we're gonna say that,
okay.
We can say that.
How many points is he scoring against Andrew Wiggins?
If it's on 35%, he can score as many as he wants.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How many points is he scoring against Andrew Wiggins?
I do not know.
Yo, Vegas currently has the Raptors as number 5 in championship odds.
35% true shooting.
Are they 5 right now? They're 5 right now, Ben?
Yeah, they're 5.
Hey, Penn looked at 5 different sources and only went with that one source. And nobody got them boys at 5.
Ron a hater for real though.
Nobody got them boys at 5. Hey, and also too, I mean, if you want to, also,
I'm gonna post it and you put it up on the screen. Cool.
I can't put it on the screen. I don't have those abilities anymore. But also, I want to throw this out there too. So we threw out a couple teams. Some of you guys are back and forth with the Miami Heat. And real talk, I would like to hear your thoughts on this too. But
he averages 13 points per 75 in those possessions. So it's 13 points per 75 on 35%.
How many points is he averaging the game against Andrew Wiggins, Mars?
Basketball.
That does not sound like
I don't know. I genuinely don't know because
when they play
guarding him every single possession. But if Andrew Wiggins is on him on those possessions, the man don't score.
Basketball.
When he plays Andrew Wiggins' team, how many points is he scoring?
Let's see. I got to go through the game log and average it out.
Let's do that.
I'm just pointing out that the numbers are 13 points per 75 on 35% true shooting.
Okay,
that's
pretty good defense.
I don't care.
We all know Wiggins is the Kawhi stopper.
Kawhi, I do know if Kawhi was averaging
we all know
75 on 96% true shooting, Ox would be calling him a little boy. That's what would be happening.
Well, that's very true. That's
very
crazy
true.
though.
Yes.
That would never.
You would be
if
doing
that was the
correct.
case, I wouldn't know that, and you would never tell me that.
No, I would because I don't have a horse in this race. I don't care.
Okay.
I just
Right.
think if you're gonna say Scotty Barnes is the answer to Giannis and Colin Murray, I think we can then say Andrew Wiggins is somewhat of an answer to Kawhi. I think that's right.
So but I'm
look up the numbers.
Let's look at that. I just want to know how many points they're scoring.
While Mars is looking at up, once again, we've come to about 5 to 6 teams.
Different offense, different player, different teammates. Stop it.
Giannis has a different coach, different team.
Toronto Raptors.
Tell me what's going on.
I'm not gonna hold you. Air exposure with Giannis is crazy.
Hey, y'all let me know when you fill out the rest of the roster. Let me know.
Y'all let me know when you fill out the rest of your roster.
We kept our roster. What's wrong with you?
Yes, and that's the problem. Nobody's concerned about Jacoby Walter and whoever else you guys got on the
Jacoby Walter because you
don't even like Jacoby Walter like that.
Why are you lying to me? Why
you don't like Jacoby Walter?
4 points.
You telling me I didn't like Jacoby Walter
in the first game against the Warriors?
Okay.
In the second game, he scored 21 points.
Trying to bait me.
It was on 58% shooting. He scored 21 points against the Warriors. Andrew Wiggins played 24 for those games.
Then 21.
So 24 and 21. So he's averaging 23 and a half right there. Then in 2023, I got to go year by year because he didn't play in 22.
Right.
In 2023 against Golden State, Kawhi had. Did he play the Warriors that year? He did. He had 21 points again. In a 30-point loss, they got blitzed. Did Andrew Wiggins play that game? No, there was no Andrew Wiggins. So that game does not count. There was no Andrew Wiggins.
So that was Draymond.
That was whoever. I can't remember a game 3 years ago. The next game, was Andrew Wiggins still on the fucking Warriors in 23?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, he didn't play in either of those
matches.
Oh yeah,
he was in the Jimmy Butler trade. So yeah, he was there.
Yeah, he didn't play in either one of those games. So there's nothing.
Oh, remember that year Andrew Wiggins?
First of all, Andrew Wiggins.
No, that was Kawhi that was done.
Number 2, Andrew Wiggins isn't as awesome a defender today as he was 3 years
had
ago.
Some other shit going
in
on
2024, because we might find out that this sample size is only 2 games. So
yeah. Well, look in 24. Remember, Kawhi didn't play until January.
Well, no, he played the Warriors twice.
How's it going?
Or was
Real
that
Talk?
25?
I don't know. He played the Warriors 3 times.
Hello.
Like, he had 27 points in one of those games. Let's see if Andrew Wiggins
A lot
played.
going on, real talk.
Andrew Wiggins came off the bench, but he did play.
Is Ox fanboying over Kawhi?
Then in the
Hold
other game-
on, not right now.
In
Real
the
talk, we're not
other, in
done
the
yet.
other game, there was no.
Hold on,
Andrew
not right
Wiggins.
now.
So he scored 27 in one. Andrew Wiggins came off the bench. In the other one, Andrew Wiggins didn't play. And then in the other one, Andrew Wiggins didn't play. So far, we only have a 3-game sample size.
Yeah, so it looks like Kawhi's there and Andrew Wiggins ain't there. So it's 21.
What are we looking at, Mars?
21, 24, 27.
Right now, it looks like he's averaging about 25 points per game, but we have 3 games.
Okay.
And then in 25, it would be the Heat now because no, he didn't play Andrew Wiggins because when he played the Warriors, he was already on the Heat, and when he played the Heat, he was still on the Warriors. So he never played Andrew Wiggins last year. So it's literally a 3-game sample unless he played the Heat this year.
25.
Did he play the Heat this year? He played the Heat twice this year, and he had 36 and 27. So let's see. Did Andrew Wiggins play? Andrew Wiggins played one of those games so far. And then the other one.
27
Bear with
game.
me.
Okay, so about 25. Okay.
And then the
Yeah,
other one.
this is
Oh
hilarious.
yeah, he played in this one because this was the Andrew Wiggins game winner game.
And then he had what?
20
He had 30.
He had 27 in the game they lost and 36 in the game they won. So he's played 5 games in 5 years, and he's averaging what is that, about 27 maybe?
I don't sound like a low ass boy to me.
Not on
because
Andrew Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins doesn't guard him every possession. That's the
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
But
But when Andrew Wiggins is guarding him,
if
he
you're
doesn't
such a
score.
Kawhi stopper, you should get to him. Like,
No, but
Not
what
a
happens
good
is
work though.
Stop
Kawhi,
arguing
so
with
wait. So what?
logically when it comes to
Kawhi-
Kawhi
wait.
Leonard.
No. Because
doing
look,
it.
because
That is
because-
not-
hold on.
that is not how the NBA
All
works.
right, but hold on. But wait. So if
Stop
that's the
arguing
case,
about Kawhi
all right,
with
we're
Ox.
not
That's what it is.
even
He's trying to
arguing. But
get
look,
him
this
off
is the
him. That's what it
thing.
is. He's
If
trying to get him
Kawhi, if Andrew Wiggins, if this is all the case, right? Because the game isn't Kawhi Leonard versus Andrew Wiggins, right? It's the Heat versus the Raptors,
versus the
right?
Raptors.
Yeah.
So if he's still scoring all these points when he's playing against Andrew Wiggins' team, why would he not just do that again against
That
Miami?
logic doesn't work because you.
That's
literally
exactly
made-
how basketball
No, it doesn't.
works, Chill.
No,
It's a
It
different-
doesn't.
it's a different team
Because
completely.
you literally just asked Mars what he was averaging against him, which means this is Andrew Wiggins versus Kawhi Leonard. This ain't got
Oh,
nothing to do
God.
with the
No,
crew.
it's not.
Nothing to do with the crew.
No, I didn't say that. I said what
You
when
said
he's playing
Mars,
against
how
Andrew
many
Wiggins'
points
team.
per game was he averaging against
Against
Andrew
these
Wiggins?
teams.
No,
Against these teams,
against
yes.
Andrew Wiggins. That's
No,
what you said.
Chill. That's what he gave me, and I said, okay, how many points is he scoring per game
Against
against the teams Andrew Wiggins plays on?
against the teams Andrew Wiggins played on, and who
Yes.
specifically-
I'll just help your point though. Because like
It really
I'll
doesn't.
just tell you.
How does
who's a
it
better
not help
team.
my point? How
They
does
have
it
more
not help my
defenders.
point? What are y'all
I'll tell you.
I think Andrew Wiggins being
Because-
dealing
Real
with
talk, I don't want to hear that
Scottie
shit right now. We're talking serious right
You
now.
finna hear it because you been up and you and Penn been just throwing it
Thank
at
you.
each other all for 2 hours. My goodness.
No, but wait, no, because real talk. We
No,
no, real talk. We need
the
to finish the
show,
point
I know
before you derail.
what's the
Before you
point?
derail,
I'm
let's
not
finish the
derailing
point real quick.
nothing. I'm not.
Yes, you
I'm
are. Let's. I
addressing
just
your
want no.
point.
You
Because
and Chet hit
I'm
that
not-
like button on
you're
player's
not-
choice.
You're
Type
not.
in.
No, real
I'm
talk. You're not.
addressing
Real
your
talk. Let us
point.
just finish the point, bro. Before you
I'm
get into all of that.
addressing the point.
All right,
No,
finish the
because
point.
look,
Okay, finish
no,
the
because
point.
he just
Finish the point.
jumped in halfway.
All
The
right,
first thing he
okay,
said,
finish
"Oh,
the
he's
point.
just capping for Kawhi."
Okay, finish the
Look,
point.
the point is the point is
Sure.
Mars said that when he's guarding Kawhi Leonard, this is what happens, right? He's not guarding Kawhi all game. And the same thing goes the other way about Giannis too. So what I said was, okay, what is he scoring per game? Because as y'all know, that's what matters to me. I don't care about what happens in 75 possessions. I want to know how many points this guy finished with in this basketball game.
Okay.
He's averaging
We can't-
20.
we can't-
The
He's
reason
averaging
We
20.
came
reason
to
why it
the
was-
conclusion.
Yeah.
The reason is because I care about the whole basketball game. I don't give a shit about. I don't give a shit about
I'm
anything
about
but
to
that.
address it.
So-
but you won't
so
be
if he's-
quiet.
Because I'm not going to be quiet until I'm finished with my point.
Ox, real talk. Let him finish his point. Go ahead, Ox.
That's
you
the-
were saying.
and-
And
that's
then
not
real
gonna
talk got
happen.
it.
As
You
you were
good?
saying,
You good,
I'm
Ox?
sorry.
Just finish your
As
point.
you were saying,
So the point is, how many points is he scoring against these teams? Because I understand his true
27
shooting.
is the answer. 27.
Right, and all of that. That's cool if the game that we're playing is what is Kawhi average against Andrew Wiggins in this. If that was the game, if that's what mattered on the record, then that's all we would talk about. But the game is Miami versus Toronto, Miami versus Clippers, Clippers versus Golden State. That's what we're talking about. So all that other shit, as y'all know, don't matter to me. So that was what I was trying to get to. Mars did the research, and we came to 27 points. So if they're playing Miami this year, chill, and Andrew Wiggins, the Kawhi Leonard stopper, does what he does, and Andrew Wiggins still and Kawhi Leonard still finishes with 27.5 points, and the Raptors win.
That doesn't matter.
Yes, well, that's what matters. How would that not matter?
That's fine. But what you said was, because the reason it started, it wasn't I just brought this up out of the blue. It's because you said we have something for Giannis.
Exactly.
And it was Scottie Barnes and Colin Murray Boyles.
Right.
He was talking about direct matchups for Giannis. That's what he was talking about. So I brought up a direct matchup for Kawhi. Someone sent me.
We got something for Kawhi.
Direct matchups with Andrew Wiggins. It wasn't that when he plays against this team, you brought up a direct matchup for Giannis, so I brought up a direct matchup for Kawhi and what Kawhi does in that direct matchup. That's the only reason this conversation even started. It's relevant what Kawhi does when guarding by Andrew Wiggins, because it's to push back against the point of we got something for Giannis. Okay, we got something for Kawhi. It's this guy, the same way you said Scottie Barnes and Colin
Mark. So the only way to combat that is now I need to know what Giannis scores against Scottie Barnes in CMB.
24 points per game against Scottie Barnes. 24, 12, and 7 is what.
Okay, so we win by 3 points. We up. Nigga, I won.
His last 2 games, he dropped 35 and 31.
Yeah,
but that's going back 5 years. Like it depends how big you want the sample to be.
It's because he don't be playing the fourth quarter. It's because they be smacking. It's because he be spanking them little ass boys in the first 3 quarters.
We won by 3 points, nigga. That's all I know. Is we up.
Yeah, whatever.
How about that?
In October and January, Giannis had 35 and 31 versus team. He had a 31 and also 20 game versus the Raptors.
That's cool. But we just went all the games, and Mars said the average was 24. So
but like this is a complete different roster. Like I'm looking at like the recent sample.
These are all completely different rosters.
This year against Scottie Barnes, he averaged 27, 14, and 5.
Yeah, that's just what happened. But,
I guess we even now.
Y'all just heard Kawhi just gave him 37, and y'all worried about that.
36.
I'm not really going to do the whole. Wait. I'm not going to do the whole. This is not a one-on-one thing. My point is this. Exactly. If I have Andrew Wiggins, hang on, we've been talking a lot. If I have Andrew Wiggins as DOA next to Giannis and Bam, that's pretty good defense for Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, like I think it's a pretty good unit defensively to have out there. I don't think that's crazy.
I don't know.
Which gifted
about Andrew Wiggins, and now that I'm listening to all of this, I think about Andrew Wiggins. I just want to get in the stance and play some defense.
And Giannis is playing next to a guy who scored 83 points. So,
by the way,
ours and gifted. This brings me back to my initial point. We've strayed far from the point that I initially was making, where this whole conversation started.
Okay.
Now that I've dissected everything that's going on, it's not just 5 teams in the league that are better than these dudes. I don't even know if they'll be top 5 in the East. Now, let me just run it down right quick. You have the defending champion New York Knicks. You have the Boston Celtics, who still have the best duo in the East. You have the Miami Heat, who have Giannis Antetokounmpo and
Bam.
Oh yeah, Bam and the Kawhi stopper Andrew Wiggins. And now, when we start going to these other teams, the Pistons just upgraded a little bit. They might get Jalen Duren back. I mean, it's still up in the air. I don't know about the Pistons. I'm just saying the Pistons did finish number 1 in the East. I'm just saying, and they do have a top 5-ish player in the East.
They lost to the Cavaliers.
Cade was first.
1 seed again.
Cade was first team last year, so they still have one of them ones over there. I don't know their roster still. They still working on some things. They might lose Duncan Robinson, who might go to the Heat.
Got John Collins today.
They just got John Collins, so I'm saying like. The Pistons are still in and around.
Like John Collins over Isaiah Stewart?
The Pistons are still. I'm not going to go get into that.
they're phasing them out a little bit, so I'll take it.
It's very different. One's a defensive guy, one's an offensive guy. But
yeah, we need all.
The Pistons are still in and around the top 3 in the East. Now I'm gonna go to a team. Who we were talking about earlier. We don't know what's going to happen with the Indiana Pacers.
I really want to see them.
Hey, are you getting all these teams over Toronto?
Look. No, I
clean up the Eastern Conference basically.
I comfortably have the Knicks, the Celtics, and the Heat.
What about Orlando?
The Pistons. It's up. The Pistons are up in the air. I don't know. I wouldn't be mad at taking the Pistons over the Raptors, but we still have to see. The Pacers, once again, Hallie's coming back. They got Zubac. If I told you that the Pacers were
nice next year,
if I told you the Pacers were going to be better than the Raptors next year,
closer to being better than the Raptors than the Pistons are.
Well, then that just goes to my point. So that right there is 5 teams.
Might not be crazy.
Now I'm gonna throw out 2 more teams.
Pacers are better.
I'm gonna throw. They were just in the NBA championship 2 years ago, and now they got Zubac.
Yeah. 2 years ago, it's literally a year ago.
Yeah, so
and they got Halliburton right back. So I mean,
and so I'm gonna throw out 2 more teams. One is kind of a reach and a stretch, but potentially the Wizards based on what they do.
I think they're top 15.
I get why you're saying Wizards. I get why you're saying Wizards.
Potentially the Wizards. No, for sure. But the Wizards is the team I want to throw out there. But this next team that I want to throw out there.
Go ahead. Hey, come on.
I'm waiting to hear it.
Now, we don't know what LeBron's going to do.
Oh, no, man.
What? Let LeBron go back home.
Yeah, no, man.
Let LeBron go back home. I got the Cavaliers with flying colors. Over the Toronto Raptors with flying colors.
I don't know how crazy this is to say, but like they don't need LeBron to be like a top 3 seed in the Eastern Conference.
No, I'm just talking. I'm not even talking about a top 3 seed. I'm just talking about better than the Raptors. If they get LeBron and they employ LeBron in that lineup, they are better than the Raptors.
I don't know about that one.
We've been waiting for the Cavaliers for 4 seasons now, Ron.
Shoot, they've been waiting for LeBron for 4 seasons too.
You guys,
it's time to put them niggas to sleep. But
none of us believe in this team.
Tuck them in, Ron. Sing them a lullaby.
I'm gonna be honest.
If they get LeBron, I do. If they get LeBron, I do.
Read them a
I
bedtime.
hear you, but it's like you realize how bad Brandon Ingram was for the Raptors, and you're essentially
we've been waiting on the Cavs long, and
he was bad for the Raptors.
Been waiting on the Clippers. By the way,
the Clippers are done. We putting them niggas to bed. Wrap them up. Send them a lullaby.
I mean, I wasn't waiting on the Clippers to do shit either, to be fair.
Sing them a lullaby. Tuck them in. They're over with. Fuck the Clippers. Kawhi don't play for them no more.
Now he plays for the Raptors. How long are we waiting on?
I do have a dark horse here that's going to make a lot of people up here mad if I say it wrong.
The Raptors just took them to 7
and beat them and lost. By the way.
They did
with
lose.
Brandon Ingram and not Kawhi.
And Brandon Ingram was like
with Dean Wade and not LeBron. With Dean Wade and not LeBron.
LeBron doesn't play for them, Ron. LeBron doesn't play for them. Please stop this shit. Talk about the team they have right now. The team they have right now, the Raptors just took them to 7 without Kawhi Leonard. That shit is not going to be a series that will beat the shit out of them and beat them in 4 games.
Get the fuck out of here.
Do you? I mean, analytically, it might be close. Analytically, it might be close.
You know, Colin Murray-Boyles in the playoffs had the most effect. He was the most efficient player.
He was dogging them in that series for sure. Yeah.
He had the most points.
How did they
paint
lose?
Points? Hold on. Colin Murray-Boyles in the NBA playoffs had the most
didn't have Kawhi.
Points in the paint per 100 possessions of any player in the playoffs. 14 points. What?
I mean, Barnes had to basically do everything.
We got
like,
4.
You put Kawhi there, it's a lot easier.
Risers. We got 4 playoff risers. Scotty's a playoff riser. RJ's a playoff riser. Colin Murray-Boyles
RJ's a playoff riser.
Absolutely.
He's a playoff riser.
Absolutely.
RJ Barrett was
so Cleveland.
He had a bad moment with the Knicks, but he is a playoff riser for sure.
If he did that game winner, it would have been out the door for RJ.
That was amazing. Now game 7, he stunk it up.
RJ averaged 24.1 points per game in the playoffs.
I mean, that's cool, but like we saw RJ though.
We saw him. He was guarding Jared Allen.
Okay.
I think RJ had a good series. I'm not going to take that away from him. I don't think a good series makes you a playoff riser. I think
that's what I'm saying. I don't.
Historically,
do
has
multiple
been
good
in the
series make you a playoff riser?
Been in the regular. No, what is
in
the
multiple
definition of a playoff riser? I didn't say he was Anthony Edwards. I said, what is a playoff riser? A playoff riser is a guy who plays better in the playoffs than he does in the regular season. Because most people are supposed to play worse.
Yeah, I don't think RJ historically has done that.
Players are not playoff risers.
From my memory, the first time RJ was in the playoffs and they played the Hawks, he stunk. But no one cared because Julius Randle was stinkier. The Knicks' best player in that series was Derrick Rose. RJ stunk it up. The next time we're in the playoffs was actually the time when they ended up once again getting destroyed by the Cavs. Destroyed them, right, in 23.
Mm-hmm. I think it was the Cavs. Was it the Cavs?
Well, no. The Knicks beat the Cavs and then they lost to the Heat. I'm tripping. Okay, the Knicks beat the Cavs and they lost to the Heat, and RJ wasn't great in that postseason either. From my memory, RJ wasn't great in that postseason either. This was the first time RJ looked up in the playoffs, and actually, I leave saying, "Oh, RJ played well." And shout out to him. Really good, especially the first 6 games. Game 7 was bad, but he's been in the playoffs 3 times. He's been terrible in one, not very good in the other, and was good in the other one. That's not playoff rises.
Hang on, Mars. I think we're underselling how bad RJ Barrett has been in the regular season at times. Okay, so I just want to throw a stat out there. This is not.
You're gonna say he rises from bad to okay.
No. That's not even rising.
Now you caping for RJ Barrett, the guy who you hate the most on the team. Now you caping for.
I ain't gonna lie. I should for RJ Barrett. It's only a choice.
So Ron, this is what's bothering me with this episode. Now
you don't like RJ Barrett. You hate all year. You trashed RJ Barrett. All year you've done this.
Okay.
I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm literally going off what you said about RJ Barrett.
You don't like Scotty Barnes, but you can admit he's a good defender, right?
I don't dislike Scotty Barnes.
So I can agree. I can say RJ may be a clunky fit in this roster and still admit that I think he's a playoff riser. Now, please understand, in 7 years that RJ Barrett has been in the league, for a top 3 pick, he's at a negative 1.5 box plus minus on his career. It's gotten significantly better.
What is he in the playoffs?
Oh, brother.
It is plus 1.5 in the playoffs.
So he's gone from
negative 1.5 to plus 1.5. Yeah, I'm not saying he's an all-star. I'm not saying he's an all-star in any situation, but you could look up any advanced analytics. You can watch him play.
You know what?
His physicality translates well to the playoffs. He is a physical player. I don't think that teams have an easy time stopping his physicality. He plays off of 2 feet. He hits his open catch and shoots. He's pretty good. He's a good player. And I think when the game slows down a little bit, his intelligence really comes into play. I've never said RJ Barrett was not a smart player. He's a smart player. He's limited, though, because he can't
hit pull-up jump shot.
I think he's a very smart player.
Is he a smart player, though?
Absolutely.
He's a couple shots away from being Brandon Ingram.
No.
That's what it kind of was at times. Yeah.
By the way, I don't think
Brandon shooter in the playoffs.
I don't think Brandon Ingram's a dumb player. I think Brandon Ingram is an over-leveraged player who thinks he's way better than he is, but I don't think any of these guys are dumb players.
So they didn't have Brandon Ingram in the series, and Brandon Ingram, who wasn't really getting busy against Cleveland in the beginning anyway. It wasn't like he was getting busy. So you're telling me
he was actively corrosive.
Right. So the fact that
corrosive is hilarious.
I love that word, to be honest.
It's true. Corrosive is a great word.
I actually love that word. So with that being, he was actually awful.
Penn, y'all just got Elijah Morton.
I am.
That bench is shirt up.
Being honest with you.
You don't know shit about Elijah Martin, Ron. Where'd he play?
He was really bad that series.
He was. And what I'm trying to be told is if he played, they would have had they would have either beaten the Clippers, either beaten the Cavs, or had a better shot than beating the Cavs. I'm not buying that at all.
If Kawhi played,
they might have without Brandon Ingram, we're being honest. Sorry.
If Kawhi played, this is the same Kawhi Leonard who hasn't exactly gotten busy in the playoffs over the last couple of years.
He doesn't need to get busy. No. This is the same thing you did with the 2018 Cavs and the Rockets. He doesn't need to get busy to beat the Cavs. He needs to be better than Brandon Ingram. He needs to be better than Brandon Ingram.
Right. That's what I got to do. He does need to be better than
and he's going to be better than Brandon Ingram.
Was he better? Was he better than Brandon Ingram in 20? Where were we at? Was he better than Brandon Ingram against Denver?
Yes.
How much better was he than Brandon Ingram against Denver?
Like a lot better.
Yeah,
substantially.
I'll give you that. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because
if you're about to tell me, but they still lost to the Nuggets, please don't even waste your time.
That is not where I'm going with this, Mars.
That's why I said.
I wonder where you going.
Please don't waste your time.
I wonder where you going, Chill.
Chill, you are going deep in your bag to hate on Kawhi right now.
Yeah, but carry on.
Let me put it this way.
Keep going, Chill.
Brandon Ingram was hurt.
I want to see where Chill go with this. I'm curious.
Keep going, Chill. Stopping this hate train. Get your ass up out of here too, nigga.
This is not me hating on Kawhi Leonard. No, it's not me hating on Kawhi Leonard.
We don't even let him finish. Go on, Chill.
Yeah, Chill, go ahead and make your point, Chill.
The point that I was making is that this Cavs team, which had the home floor, and that the fact that Donovan Mitchell and James Harden actually played better at home against this team, Evan Mobley and Jared Allen played better as the series went on. I'm having a difficult time because of their size and because of the physicality that they have promoted in this series, which was a problem earlier. Now you add Kawhi Leonard, who is a bucket getter, and I'm not going to argue
physical bucket getter, by the way.
100% a physical bucket getter. I'm not going to argue that point. But the fact that he's a bucket getter, now he's going to be the difference in these guys because he's going to be the difference in winning this series, which I don't believe because I feel like this Cavs team is just better in other areas than just adding Kawhi because he doesn't make up.
I don't even know why you're.
If
like,
Kawhi plays in that
point.
series,
can I finish a sentence today? Can I finish a sentence today?
I mean, not really. I mean,
yes,
real talk. You got to hit up Dion from Ohio. You got to get your mic straight there.
The point that I was making,
get it where you fit in.
Like, I mean, Chill was talking to me, so you know.
Really quickly.
Ron said after Ox is gonna go to me, then you start talking.
So
Ron did say that.
I don't follow Ron's direction. I speak when
the point that I was making was the fact that Leonard
boss call.
The fact that Leonard is on the group, I think that there's so many other things that he can't make up for with this Raptors team that they needed, which is the reason why I think the Cleveland Cavaliers beat them. That's why.
Like what?
Oh, that's the point you make it? Oh, wow. Well,
because Jarrett Allen and Mobley are physical.
And
I don't understand.
But Colin Murray Boyles, a rookie, carved them up.
In Game 7, Jarrett Allen was almost 20 and 20.
Scotty Barnes,
there's no Game 7.
massively carved them up.
It's not going 7 with Kawhi, though. So what's the point? It's not going
So we're
7
talking
with
about the physicality of Jarrett Allen and Evan
Y'all just
Mobley.
lost one of your best defenders in Dean Wade. He's gone. Y'all don't have him anymore.
No, because don't forget, James Harden is one of their better defenders according to coach. So you're telling me the physicality of Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley is too much for
you'll win the series.
We're already done with the
Analytically, you will win the series.
Yeah, there's so many extremes going on right now. There's so many extremes.
Y'all losing the series.
Who do you trust more in the Game 7, Kawhi or James Harden?
Yelling at each other.
That's like asking.
Oh wow.
Who do we trust more in the Game 7?
Okay,
Kawhi or James Harden?
Leonard.
Done with this shit today.
So who do we trust more in the Game 7, Kawhi or Donovan Mitchell?
Hey, you sound like the Lakers locker room right now.
Wait.
That's the type of talk y'all got back
there. We got one mic, y'all. I need everybody to relax for a second. Mars got a question for Chill.
Let Chill say what he said. I heard that shit, Mars. Yeah. Let Chill say what he just said.
Kawhi or Donovan Mitchell?
As of recently, Mitchell.
No.
Oh, get the fuck.
Who do you want, Kawhi or Donovan Mitchell?
As of recently, Mitchell.
What?
I agree with Chill. I want Donovan Mitchell too.
Right. No, stop. Look at Rod's face. Rod don't believe that shit he's saying. Rod didn't believe. Rod look guilty as hell. Rod, I see your face. You look guilty in the motherfucker.
Wait a minute.
You do not believe that.
So wait a minute. Which Game 7 Leonard are we get? Wait a minute, Ron. Hold on, Ron. Can we stay focused?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm locked
I ain't gonna lie. I'm on your side, bro. This shit kind of crazy.
Everybody up here is getting on my case about okay. So in the last 4 years, what kind of Leonard have we seen in Game 7? As a 50-point game that I seen.
Who's a better player, Donovan Mitchell or Kawhi Leonard? Who's a better player?
That's not the question. It's who do you want more in the Game 7?
Donovan Mitchell's never had 50 in the Game 7. He's never had it.
Has Kawhi Leonard ever been outplayed by Scotty Barnes in a series? How about that? How about you start there?
He had 30-something. He had 50 in Game 6.
Game 6, he had 50 in Orlando.
Oh, close enough. We can add it in there.
He had 38.
Chill. I just want to remind you, chill.
This is not close enough.
I am accused of being the Scotty Barnes Glazer, right? Scotty Barnes outplayed your entire Cleveland Cavaliers team. Everyone said Scotty Barnes was the best player in that series. Kawhi Leonard is better than Scotty Barnes.
Doesn't mean that he's going to perform better.
No, that means we got the two best players in the series, and you're trying to come up here and cap on some bullshit.
That doesn't mean that you're going to perform better in the playoffs.
Well, we'll just have to see, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Okay. So
when the Cleveland Cavaliers go outside down 4-0,
about Game 7 performers. When one team includes and employs James Harden. The whole series went to 7 when the bucket getter, Brandon Ingram, couldn't get buckets, Chill. He quite literally couldn't get buckets.
Could not score.
If you replace Brandon Ingram with Kawhi Leonard, they obviously win that series. I don't even know why we're sitting here.
Real talk. What's the gap?
I don't know why we're even entertaining this.
What's the gap between these two players? Is it the gap between Paraguay? Is it the gap? Is the distance between Kawhi Leonard? No. Is the distance between Kawhi Leonard and Brandon Ingram the distance between Miami and Paraguay, or the difference between Miami and Japan? Okay. Like, how big is this gap? Real talk.
Japan.
Let's go Japan. Yeah, let's go Japan.
Yeah, let's go Japan.
Absolutely.
Let's go Japan.
Because I was thinking it was the gap between the Earth and Pluto. Okay, it's big.
It's a pretty big, substantial gap. So,
and that's no disrespect to Brandon Ingram. He's great.
And it's crazy because they operate in like the same areas of the court. So it's not like, oh, we have to fit him in. It's like, no,
it's the perfect,
but he does it way
same.
better. Like, it's not even a, oh, we got to change the way we play.
History repeats itself.
Make him do what Brandon Ingram did, except he's better at it. Like,
I'm not even telling you that.
Plug and play replacement ever.
I'm not even telling you he has to play well, chill. Like my bigger point is this, right? The reason why they lost the series is Scotty Barnes had to make up for everything he wasn't doing offensively, on top of being the best overall defensive, I would say, player on the floor. When you add in a player like Kawhi Leonard, he's taking the scoring pressure off of Scotty Barnes to enable him to be unlocked in other aspects of the game. And games are what? They're based on margins. The craziest margin in the series were the first two games. And then the whole series flipped back. Kawhi Leonard in any of those first two games, maybe they don't win both games straight. So I don't even think this series is going 7 games. Like, I don't think Kawhi has to be good. He can just be mid and have 2. Okay, wow, that's a great game. Like, he'll be better than him.
Kawhi game the series where he doesn't miss.
And he's a much better defender than Brandon Ingram. Like, I don't know what the argument could be.
So if you need that, Tomas, to your point, you need that one game where he doesn't miss. So what happens when that one game happens where Donovan Mitchell doesn't miss? Because we've seen that before. So what happens when that happens?
We got one of the best defenses in the league. You're not paying attention to that part, chill.
Okay, you do have one of the best defenses in the league.
We took a top 5 defense, got rid of 2 of our worst defenders, and added one of the best defenders in the NBA. What are we doing here?
I think Cleveland was 7th in the league in defense. So I mean, just as good as your defense was, they had a good.
Okay, that's cool.
And you lost one of your best defenders, and we added one of the best defenders in the league for one of our worst defenders.
Why you keep saying losing that? Like we're going off
Dean
of what
Wade is gone.
One of the best defenders in the league.
He is not. He is not. Not
what?
Right
He's
now.
still better. He's still better than Brandon Ingram. He's not one of the best.
How did Donovan Mitchell look in the series, though?
30 best defenders.
How did he actually look in the series, though, Chill?
At home, he was very much like what was going on with SGA.
I think
no one says one of the best players in the
against
league.
San Antonio. So what was going on was he was getting busy at home.
Scotty.
On the road, he sucked.
3 years ago.
He was not very good. But when he was at home, he was fantastic.
Fellas, I got a $50 super chat. We're gonna go ahead and change gears. Shout out my man Whoopity Scoopity, sent through 50 and said, I know y'all have had at least 2 segments on the 2018 Rockets versus the 2018 Cavs. But I feel a way more interesting what if would be the 2016 Thunder versus the 2016 Cavs. Also, if Bron just wants to contend and doesn't care about money, we need a big forward in OKC. Go.
They need one in San Antonio too.
The hypothetical is never going to work between the Thunder and Cavs because the Cavs won the title, so the Cavs are just going to win the hypothetical. Also, they have the.
I feel like the Thunder would have beat them if they beat Golden State. I've always felt that way.
I got
Russ. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that's how I felt.
I think if you replay the 16 finals, the Warriors beat them more often than not. They just lost. But
is what it is.
I like OKC, but I'm still probably taking the Cavs because LeBron.
I'm also taking the Cavs.
That's really kind of it, to be honest with you. LeBron James would figure it out.
So I think that like insane athleticism is a real thing.
But
I think for
this
OKC.
team is actually like good that he's on in 2016.
I mean, it's just OKC's lack of outside shooting. That's really it.
That's fair.
They just struggle. Like I like Roberson guarding Kyrie, not because he's gonna lock him up, but I like Roberson guarding Kyrie. At the end of the day, the formula to beating a LeBron team is never stop LeBron. I hate when that's the argument. Well, who's slowing down LeBron? Like, never watch this guy lose so many series where he doesn't get slowed down, but they still lose. So I think that's a dumb argument anyway. But the Thunder offense just had too many non-threats to where I don't think they could beat the Cavs. It's why I think ultimately the Warriors were able to walk them down. Like they didn't have enough firepower offensively, and that then limited KD and Russ and what they could do. But then it also just like you're employing all due respect Roberson, Serge, and Steven Adams as your other 3 starters. It just didn't make sense. And then you're asking Dion Waiters to come off the bench and provide a spark. And then they're asking, what was that guard they had who was coming off the bench?
The guard that
I can't remember his name.
With
point guard.
Was he a shooter?
Yeah, he was a point guard, but like
is it Alex Abrinas?
No,
It wasn't. It wasn't Maynard. It wasn't.
Randy
was it
Foy,
Reggie?
Randy Foy.
Oh, okay.
Randy Foy.
Yeah, like these are the guys that are asking to come in and provide something. Like it's just they just didn't have enough. Like it's really that they just didn't have enough. That's why I got the.
How does Russ look in that series? Because like I think he would be crazy.
I think Russ actually cooks in that series though.
He finna get lit up.
There's nothing they can't keep Russ out of the paint. They just can't. Like that's not possible. And that's why Russ, once again, I say it all the time when it comes to the 2016 players.
Underrated.
Russ was their best player in that postseason.
I agree.
He played better than everyone on that roster in the postseason,
including Kevin Durant.
Yes, including Kevin Durant. And I think he has a good series against the Cavs. It's like I don't think they lose because Russ didn't show up or because KD didn't show up. They lose because their roster was not good enough, in my opinion. That's why I think they would lose. So
I think they win because while they're having those flaws, I just think they're going to still be able to get into the paint to create advantages. And I think the real world physicality is going to cripple a lot of the perimeter creators for Cleveland. And I think it'll be just enough to slightly edge them out. I think LeBron is probably close to the best player in the series, but I think it's a conversation.
Close.
Yeah.
I can assure you LeBron is best player.
In 2016,
I'll be forgetting you're a Steph Curry fan, so you
nah, what? No, but
like they be trying to down. They be trying to
no.
It is what it
I would
is.
never do that.
2016 Bron is the best player in the series, and not only is that because KD had one of his worst postseasons of his prime in 2016, so that makes it an even bigger gap. It's LeBron James in the prime of his life. He's the best player in the series 99 times out of 100. Like just this. So
sky blue.
I don't know. I don't know how to say this, but like I generally do feel like yes, the outside shooting is lagging severely, but I felt like that team is built to try to guard what they want to do inside the paint. No, like they have the bodies for that. That's the point of the bodies. Like, yeah, we're gonna be very bad offensively, but the trade-off is athletically we can match up with you.
But you said that, they could boggle down Cleveland's perimeter offense. And then, if the game is tight late, I'm then for sure picking Cleveland because they have LeBron.
That's fair to say. Yeah. I don't have an issue with that. I think that's fair to say. I think some of the other downhill stuff, like I think it's a give or take. I don't think it's like a 5-game overall series, but I just think that team is going to beat the Cavs, in my opinion.
Those are probably the 3 best teams in the league. So,
definitely.
They were.
Yeah.
I mean, the Spurs went 14-1 at home and won 67 games.
That's cute. Those were the 3 best teams.
I think
the Spurs were good. The Spurs were good that year, though.
Yeah, but I don't think it's just sky blue. Like the Spurs were
good, party hard team.
If Tony Parker doesn't do that bullshit looking off Kawhi and Manu.
I mean, maybe if the best defender on the planet,
but he did though.
Russell Westbrook.
He couldn't do it.
All right, y'all. The next super chat I got is from Bless Everyone, $19.99. Bless Everyone 24/7 said Brandon Ingram didn't play well in the playoffs and for the latter part of the regular season, but he was dealing with the bone spur in his heel. We add context for other players, but not him. He still played bad though, but add the context at least.
That's fair.
Yeah, Brandon Ingram is a good player, and he's not as bad as the playoffs displayed. I agree.
Yeah, that's fine to say.
I think the Clippers are getting a good player.
Who's the biggest Lakers?
We add context for other players.
Real talk.
We do.
Real talk. I just want to let you know.
I like to think I do.
$446 million in contracts have been signed between Walker Kessler, Sandro Mamukelashvili, Quentin Grimes, and Colin Sexton. That is $500 million for those 4 players.
Nice.
Yikes. It's a good fit, though.
Real talk, are you happy? You don't need to explain, but are you happy with what you've heard so far about the Lakers?
Next question.
I'm going to take that as
a no.
Yes,
yes, sir. He's not happy with what's going on with them at all.
I mean, it fits. It fits around Luka. These are good players.
They're they're not bad. It's not bad. They're not a bad team, but it's like
if you buy Austin Reeves being a second star, then it's not bad. If you buy Austin Reeves being a third option, you're kind of wondering what the hell, where's my second option?
Giving up those
picks. There's no wings. Like I don't.
Yeah, you have no more first round picks for 7 years. Yeah, it's a little tough.
You overpaid for Kessler and you throwing pick Yeah,
you did. Yeah. Y'all did a lot. I will say.
I don't think I'm giving up them 2 picks for Kessler.
I also don't think the players you got are as good as other people do. So,
Okay,
no.
Walker
That's
Kessler,
another thing.
hang on. Walker
Yeah.
Kessler was a restricted free agent, right? What if y'all
Mm-hmm.
had just signed him for $40 million and told Danny Ainge to fuck off? Because he's not paying that, guaranteed.
Okay.
That's
He's
contract.
not
is
losing them
untradeable.
to the Lakers. I can promise you that.
You think he'd pay Walker Kessler $40 million?
The picks, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So instead of
Ju-
adding
just-
Instead of
adding
trading,
pick.
he just
He's not
paid.
losing
I mean,
them.
you
on a
damn,
declining
yeah.
contract, so $40
Yeah.
million declining. I would just that's what I would have done if I was
The only
Rob
dangerous
Pelinka.
part is like there's other teams who can match what you're doing too, though.
$40 million for Walker Kessler.
one's
Find me the
matching
team that's
Walker
willing to do
Kessler
that.
for
No
$40
one is
million.
doing
Yeah,
that.
no one's doing that.
Penn, I would have rather have done
40
that
ain't
because
a
then
lot.
As
I could have
opposed to
took those picks.
I mean,
and I
at
could
that point, if
And
you're
then you
paying
could have
Walker Kessler
packaged that
$40
with
million,
some
Yes.
other
go get
salaries
Jalen
to
Yeah.
get some more
Duren.
wings on the team. That was
If you're
what
going to
people
pay
thought
$40
would
million for our
happen.
Kessler, go get Duren.
Okay. So
Yeah, if
start
you're
gonna
start a
pay $40 million for
petition.
Kessler, go
Start a
try to get
petition in
Duren.
LA to fire
Yeah.
Rob Pelinka and hire this Rob. I'll be happy to do that.
All right,
Get
so
better GM
Derek
than him.
Mitchell sent through another $10. We'll get back around to the Lakers because I'm seeing some of these super chats have questions for the Lakers and all of that good stuff. But the super chat we have right now is from Derek Mitchell. Derek said, since the World Cup occurs every 4 years, did you know LeBron changes teams during the summers of 2010, 2014, 2018, and 2026? It's interesting to note he remained with the Lakers in 2022.
So every World Cup, Bron leaves his team.
That's cool trivia.
Actually, it's not.
No, it's funny because the 22 World Cup was in the winter, so he couldn't leave his team at that time.
Mm.
So every summer World Cup, except 2006,
It's up.
LeBron has left his team.
He couldn't leave in 2006. He was on the rookie extension.
Yeah,
So
like,
every summer
time
he
he's
could
been-
have left. He left.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
very
much.
interesting.
That's fun. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Bron's trying to out motion the World Cup. That's what he's trying to do. Yeah, he think he's slick.
I'm
He trying
the
to show you
draw.
a real
Me.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Forget
The issue is
Argentina,
he's
Messi.
not, yeah.
So you think LeBron is so invested in the GOAT debate that he's trying to oust Messi as well? Like he's just not worried
Maybe.
about. He's not worried about Jay. He's also worried about Messi and Ronaldo as well. He's like, nah.
He's
I'ma take-
losing that battle. I'll say that. But
miserably, by the way.
I want to know what LeBron's been doing through the NHL like finals now. Like,
I think Bron's getting.
I want to know if
swept
he
by Messi
ramps
on
up his
those ones.
production during like the finals of the NHL. That's kind of like
I ain't gonna lie. 40 million for Walker Kessler just sounds asinine. If you
it
did
does,
that,
but
I-
33 sounds
33
just
sounds
crazy.
OG.
But
Two
33
unprotected
plus
picks
two
sounds
swaps.
crazy too.
Two unprotected.
No,
picks.
yeah,
Plus two
yeah,
swaps.
yeah.
Million sounds
Plus two
crazy
swaps.
as well.
Like
Oh.
respectfully,
And
I
two
like Walker
swaps.
Kessler. I think Walker Kessler is a solid player. He is
He
not
not that
as good
good.
as some people.
Yeah,
are
I'm
trying
about to
say.
say no.
Like he is not. But
How old is Kessler?
Walker Kessler?
24?
24, maybe 24, 25.
No, he's older.
He's young. He's young, right? I think he's 20.
I want to say
25, no?
25. I might be tripping though.
I think he's 25. Let me double check. Walker Kessler age.
Walker Kessler
is 24.
01. He's turning
What?
25. I was right. So 24, 25. See, I know, bro, man.
Okay, he is 24. He is
Yeah.
24.
Like,
Okay.
he's a solid player, but he is not like he's not.
I thought he was
I
26.
think he is our best player that we got, especially as far as fit with Luca. Like to me,
Oh,
it
definitely.
makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Sandro,
But,
Sandro's really good. He's a
But
really
even the
two
Sandros,
two bigs you got are the best players you got.
but even still, like he's more of a 4 or 5, and he's replacing Rui, who was more like a 3-4. Like we use Rui
Sandro's as much a 3
to
as
guard
3.
on the perimeter
No.
far more than like because I saw somebody like break down. I think it was B-ball index, like the percentage at each position that these two players guarded, and it was very different archetypes. Like Sandro was guarding 4 or 5s a lot, and Rui was guarding more 3-4 a lot. Like,
is it inevitable, real talk, that you're going to lose Rui? Is that where we are?
Yep.
I think he's gone.
Yeah, he's.
You think he's
So
out?
chill. Out for the Lakers are Luke Kennard, Marcus Smart, Rui Hachimura, and LeBron James. And
Gone.
in are Walker Kessler, Sandro Mamikashvili, Quentin Grimes, Colin Sexton, 2 unprotected first-round picks, and 2 swaps.
And there's also Cameron Carr.
Yep. Don't leave out the rook.
Hold on,
He
where did
gonna
they
be
get the
good
picks
next
from?
season. He's gonna be
But
good.
they out. Picks
Oh,
are
out. Oh, okay.
Out.
Okay.
Yeah, we
What-
don't have any
Yeah,
more
I don't know.
picks.
Do you guys even have assets to get more people?
No, all we could do really is now I think they said we have like a.
Think y'all got second round picks, right?
Or something like that.
Or no?
Like we still have like $5.5
You guys
million
need
cap
to get
space.
off Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt has to go.
Yes,
Laravia has
Vando
to
gotta go,
Like,
bro.
but these guys are like
you-
borderline quote unquote negative assets. Like you
Y'all trying to
normally
get rid
have
of
touch picks to
Ayton?
get these guys off.
You
Don't-
can't just dump them. I don't think.
Ayton
I'm
and
not mad at
Vando.
Ayton as
Yeah.
a backup 5. I guess it's cool.
They could have
But
took
see,
those
it would
picks
have
and
been
packaged them
easier.
with
It would have
Ayton.
been easier to package up Laravia and Vanderbilt if you were to package up a first round pick with they bum ass.
Laravia.
Now-
Right. Now you can't do that.
You don't have any
Yeah.
more picks, and so
a good
now who's just trading for Jake?
No
Laravia?
tradable first rounders for 8 years.
No.
Yes,
we
bro.
don't.
They have no tradable first rounders for 7 years. For what I read.
And the other
Yeah, bro.
Man.
is for whatever reason, every contract people sign with the Lakers comes with a
It's
player.
a player option. I don't
They
understand.
all got player options. Yes,
Why
yes.
does Rob
They all
hand
have
the
player options.
out to everybody? It's
Man,
crazy.
real talk. This is gonna get you really
Man.
excited. Hang on. I have a picture of your new Los Angeles Lakers.
I know, dead ass.
That's the whole team.
Yes, it is very fair skinned.
Praying for a Caruso.
That's right.
In honor of the Lakers' new lineup, shout out to some of my faves: Dirk, Mike Miller, Franz, Pero Antich, Brad Miller, Goran Dragic, White Chocolate, and last but certainly not least, the logo.
Antic is hilarious.
Para Antis just being
Hero
hilarious.
Antic is a great shout.
What's wrong with having a team full of white boys? What's the problem?
Shit, shout out to the 1958 NBA.
Chill. The answer to that question is the rim is 10.5 feet up.
Okay, so white boys can't hop. White boys ain't athletic. Is that what I'm understanding?
I mean, bro, the
Chill, have you ever
stereotype
dunked?
is, yeah, that
Chill. Have you ever dunked?
Have I ever dunked a basketball? Yes, I have, sir.
When's the last time you dunked a basketball?
Years ago.
Now ask me the same question.
When was the last? Have you ever dunked?
Nope.
Okay, but I'm pretty.
Actually, wait. That's not true. When I was in grade 6, we lowered the rim like all the way down, and then we we were slamming
I
like
did
a
that
small
too.
ball.
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
that
it was
too.
great.
But
But
Walker Kessler can dunk the basketball.
I felt like Aaron Gordon on them 8-foot runs.
Yeah.
Y'all still got Don Connect, right?
Yeah.
That's another guy.
in the
who's-
roster.
he's untouchable too. He was in the picture.
Yeah,
Y'all didn't
that's
see?
another. I'm
Yo,
not gonna
y'all
lie. This
maybe
nigga
y'all
is
don't
rough.
really pay- y'all don't
Maybe Douglas better.
To this
I'm
stuff
sorry.
like I do. This shit is taking years off of Real Talk's life. Just so y'all know.
Oh, it
I'm not
definitely
gonna
is.
lie, the more we
Yeah.
young,
This
This shit is taking years off of his life. I promise y'all.
The
This
late,
I want to
He's
point out
so
Luka free agent in 29, so he could walk, by the way.
Who aren't who are sick of things. Real Talk couldn't be sicker of this than he already
I
is.
want Rob
Shit,
Pelinka to know. I want you to know, buddy.
Rob Pelinka
In
was in the
your
pic too.
time, you didn't even have LeBron James retire as a Laker. You didn't even
Yep.
have that happen.
Wait, hold
He
on.
leaves your franchise. You trade
Yeah, shout out
AD
Big
in the middle of
Rob.
the night, which showed to other superstars, hey, where's the loyalty? Because that was at least the one.
I'm
thing
doing
the
that
Lakers
trade too,
had.
though.
No, but wait. That was at least the one thing.
that trade.
I know, but let me.
I don't give a
just-
fuck about no.
Let me just-
Give me
I'm
Luka. I'm
saying
doing it.
that the Lakers are usually known for their loyalty to their stars to a fault. So the point was that, hey, Brown was going to retire a Laker. AD definitely was going to retire as a Laker because he was a champion, or at least get a better heads up than what he got
That's okay.
with the trade. Okay. So you lose Braun, you lose AD, you trade AD. If this nigga loses Luka Doncic in a span of
it's
3
up.
years,
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
and he doesn't lose his job, again, I am boycotting the Lakers and I am petitioning that we ban them as a franchise because
wow.
they are
No, I have
Lucas
a better
signed-
I have a
Lucas
better
signed his
solution for you than
extension,
banning
Lucas
them. You
signed his
can't ban the
extension.
Lakers. They're an iconic franchise. So you got Jeannie Buss, who's the owner. Try to follow the pattern here. You got Rob Pelinka, who's the general manager. You got JJ Redick, who's the coach. You got Luka Doncic, who's the star. You just signed a whole bunch of white guys. I'm gonna tell you this: you not banning this. You moving to Culver City. You're moving to Culver City, California.
Shout out Culver City though.
Facts. I love
Okay.
Culver City.
I wasn't
Lakers
I
have
wasn't
got
welcome
2
the last
years
time I
with
went,
Luka.
but
they've
shout outs
got
to Culver
2
City.
years to show Luka they doing something. Right now, I don't look great, personally. But
Luka doesn't take the contract.
you don't have another
extension next year. What happens?
first round pick to trade, and while he's still signed under contract.
Yeah, this is the team basically. I mean,
and I don't.
dead ass the team.
They've signed 2 guards who
I don't know why Chill laughing. This shit real life. This the team.
This roster doesn't make
I'm
sense.
sorry,
to me.
Moss,
This
but I'm
roster
laughing
doesn't
at
make
Real
sense to me.
Talks. What the are we doing, Tone? That's what I'm laughing.
Yeah.
Like, what's happening right now? Am I really living through this?
Hey, but real talk. I do want to say this though. There is a silver lining in this whole thing. Now it's not the silver. It's not the silver. Now I'm gonna tell you what it is, Chill. It's not the silverest of linings. But the one thing about it though is like we all know, like Luka Doncic can floor raise like a motherfucker.
Yes, he can.
So I mean, like y'all, and like all you guys have a sidekick for him.
You just put him on the 23 Mavs. That's what you're talking.
Kind of, yeah. Hey, but what did the 23 Mavs went to the finals though?
No, they
Whoa, with that name drop though.
23 Mavs didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, 23 Mavs.
24 Mavs.
That's what
24
Oh, my fault. It was 24 Mavs.
I'm thinking 24. My bad. Okay,
all I'm saying though is like y'all still got Luka's going to at least make y'all competitive. That's all I'm like. You guys are gonna make the playoffs.
Derrick Jones Jr.'s on this team. There's no PJ Washington's on this team.
I was supposed to be Vanderbilt.
DJ supposed to be Vanderbilt. Man, Fry's in the bag on that.
Oh yeah, because you guys believe because Chill believed the Jai Vanderbilt corner jump shoot.
And the reason why it was because I got tricked. Like the Ben Simmons, I seen the workout. And I'm like, yo, the dude is healthy. He's ready to go, man.
I'll be seeing Steven Adams making threes and workouts. Like, we're going to have to start realizing this shit don't mean a thing.
It doesn't.
But
it really doesn't.
Oh, you know what I just realized, Chill? Ben Simmons might be a Laker. That might actually happen.
Then they might win some shit. Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
That could actually happen, though.
Because real talk is so over. Like real talk just gives me we are so corny and I'm so sick of this attitude. That's what I'm getting from him right now.
The Lakers aren't done yet.
Is that when the report
they ain't got no more money.
Yes, they do. When the report came out that LeBron was saying, you know what? No, in fact, I'll go back even further, Chill. When it first came out that LeBron James said, hey, I want the max. That's what I knew Rob Pelinka wasn't on shit. Because that means that he was not able to detail a plan to LeBron to be like, hey, you should take a pay cut because we're going to target and get this player, and this player to better the roster.
You mean like having a plan?
So because there was a lack of a plan, LeBron was like, you know what? Because y'all ain't doing shit anyway. Give me my money.
I'm out. Yeah.
Then when he said, hey, you know what? I'm good on this team. I was like, yeah, Rob, again, not on shit. Those were the signals already. And then what happened? All the players that we were interested in ended up getting signed, going back to their original. Everybody swore Lou Dort was a Laker 3 months ago.
I did.
Everybody knew that. Oh, yeah, they're going to have to.
I didn't expect OKC to take that team off.
OKC said, you know what? Actually,
I think they're going to trade him still.
We'll take Lou Dort back. Everybody had Robert Williams being a potential center for the Lakers. Yeah. A potential center, yes. Portland said, you know what? Actually, we're bringing Rob back. Mitchell Robinson just got signed to the Celtics. Salute to them. So, we got Walker for $30-something million, all of our picks, and we got Colin Sexton, and we got Mamu, and
Jameer Queen
is our starting three right now. So,
I like y'all moves, but I don't think y'all are done. Like, you got some minimum contract spots. Like, I mean,
who are you going to get with a minimum?
Can I interest you in a tall glass of Kevin Love? Hang on. Can I interest you in a tall glass of Kevin Love?
No.
Can I also
already said Ben Simmons. I already told y'all Ben Simmons.
Interest you in Drew Eubanks?
No.
Oh God.
Can I potentially interest you in Dougie McDuck? Can I possibly interest you in Mason Plumlee? He's there.
No.
He's available.
Pat Spencer, he's available.
Kelly Olynyk,
I mean, Kelly Olynyk is available. He's a
veteran. Keep naming players that don't play. Okay.
No.
I'm just trying to name white players.
No.
Oh, Zach Collins just went back to Chicago, so that's unfortunate.
The championship, cancel the championship parade. Zach Collins gone. Shit, never mind.
I'm gonna let the Raptor fans get their stuff off right now and everything, right? But if Warrior fan, you shouldn't be giggling it too much. All right, buddy?
What you mean?
Ain't on shit either. Y'all ain't on shit either.
They just got DeAnthony Melton back.
I didn't love that.
I seen Real Talk Real yesterday. That was funny.
Yeah, but you don't know Bulls, so that's okay. You don't know Bulls. But they also got Porzingis back. So,
I actually like that because we have
Porzingis is making less than Kessler. And I can assure you, one is
He
better than
is
the
making less than.
He's making us money.
I can
Kessler.
assure you, one
Only
is a
team
significantly
guarantee.
better player.
I'm
That
with
You
it.
is
can't even use
true.
the health shit because Walker Kessler played 5 games this year. So you can't even get that shit off. Like, Porzingis is better than Kessler, making less than Kessler.
I do want to say, in the 5 games he played, that jump shot was looking decent for Kessler. If he can develop
he had some really good games against the Suns. Really good games against the Suns. Shout out to him. I watched those games.
All right, fellas. The next super chat that I got is from DNE MLV. DNE said, Ron trying to convince me that Ja to Portland is some crazy move, but Kawhi for BI on a team that just won 46 wins, not moving him. What's going on?
I do want to know why you hating though.
I'm gonna start calling you Ron.
Ron has just been low on
Ron
has just been low on the Raptors for a while, but he also calls them the Raptors.
Okay,
so,
word.
I mean, he just doesn't.
I'm just gonna call Ron Rondolph from now on. You can just figure out why I'm doing that.
First off, the super chat is twisting my words. All I said was the Raptors are not a championship contender. I never said that the Blazers were a championship contender. I merely said the Blazers won that trade. That was a good move for the Blazers.
They ain't win shit.
Also,
that was a win-win trade.
This was a good move for the Raptors too.
Okay.
Obviously, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They don't make good moves. I just don't think that they're a top 5 championship contender.
So Quigley,
I think
Poodle,
both
Raptors.
teams came away.
That's what we're doing now.
The Clippers still like the trade they got as well, considering like the Raptors had all the leverage. Like, so the fact that you were able to get a 2033 unprotected is like that's still a big deal. The fact that you were able to get some picks is a big deal. The fact that Brandon Ingram is a good basketball player, you still got him. Now Grady, unfortunate. But everything else, you got good pieces. And then for the Grizzlies, Blazers, once again, the Blazers had all the leverage. Everyone in the league knew the Grizzlies were trying to get off Ja Morant. It wasn't the Grizzlies had no leverage in these situations because everyone knew you're trying to give us Ja. We're not trying to trade for Ja. You're trying to give us Ja. So what can you get back? And they got back Jeremy Grant, who can be a contributor for them. And Chris Murray sucks, but Jeremy Grant can be a contributor for them. And they got off the player they were trying to get off. So they got what they wanted. And the Blazers got what they wanted in terms of getting off a bad contract in Jeremy Grant and bringing in a player who is by far and away the best player in the deal. Win-win.
I mean, like, how much is a top 5 player worth and how much does that value go down? Like, obviously, Ja is not a top 5, top 6, top 7 player, but Giannis absolutely is. And Kawhi is at least in those conversations. So I'll ask you, just to get the pick equity right, if the Raptors called up the Miami Heat right now and said, look, we love Kawhi, but we actually prefer Giannis, how many picks are you adding to that to get Giannis in Toronto? I'm trying to understand the value scale here. Because Giannis is coming off an injury-prone year. Giannis is also past 30. Giannis is also older. Giannis is also super expensive. Giannis is also, his best defensive days are behind him, but he's better than Kawhi. I'm trying to figure out how much better. What's the value? How many picks does Toronto have to add to get Giannis for Kawhi?
I think it's more than picks. I think you got to add a CMB.
Okay, so CMB is the gap between these two players?
I think CMB is the start, and then maybe you add another pick. But yeah,
Scotty Barnes.
That would probably.
No, it's not Scotty Barnes.
I'm still viewing Giannis as a pretty substantially younger asset. Than
biological age 27. You ain't see the little commercial thing? Biological age is 27. So he actually
biological
22.
age.
Yeah, he actually 22.
Right. But I know they're like both past 30, but like
I think shooting.
I mean, 35 and 31 is also a big gap.
Like, okay, what did LeBron do when he got past 35? He started to become a much better shooter, right? Kevin Durant, his aging like pretty well relative to his age, even coming off an Achilles tear, because he's a great shooter. Steph Curry, aging really well because he's a great shooter. Scottie Pippen, on the other hand, took a pretty steep decline after 35. He was still a really good player, but the decline was real. I think jump shooting is the great equalizer. Vince Carter was able to play till 43 because he became a great shooter. Ray Allen was able to play much later. Shooting is the great equalizer for stars to age well. Kawhi is a dominant shooter. Giannis is not. So my view on this is I don't care what your biological age is. What's your skill set?
This argument hasn't held up for like against Giannis yet. Because at first it was going to be like, oh, when he got to 30, what player is like the older Giannis gets, the better offensive player he becomes.
But
like,
he has to start
the last
shooting
version
more, right?
of Giannis was.
Why does he have to start
why?
shooting?
Why though?
Because
Shaq,
because that athleticism is going to start to wane, and
like,
a lot of his
but
game.
Chill. When did
say
Shaq
Giannis
hit the
relies on,
decline?
like,
Shaq was a
pure
generational
speed
athlete. When did Shaq hit the decline? Shaq hit
but
like a
But I
steep
think
decline
that
around
Giannis
32.
is still on a far. He's going to be on a far higher plane of athleticism than Shaq was.
But real talk,
At
when is
30
Giannis's
miles
what is
Shaq
Giannis's
just kept
peak?
putting on weight.
No, hang on.
Yeah,
What's
that's what I'm
Giannis's
saying.
offensive peak? What's Giannis's defensive peak? Right now, Giannis's
Right now
defensive
is
peak.
his offensive peak, in my opinion.
Okay, cool. So right now, 31. Is he 31?
Yes,
31.
31,
And his
yeah.
defensive peak was at what? 25.
The reason why I know that is
26?
Yeah, 2020. So about 25, 26.
the reason why I know that is because
Okay.
his birthday is the same day as my daughter's. That's why.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So, but as a total player, I think his peak was a few years ago. Like sum total, all NBA.
Let's
This is
say
the best
about
player in the world.
2022-ish. Yeah.
Okay, so 5 years. We're 5 years removed from him being the best player in the world, potentially.
Sure.
Don't let Swiper hear me say that. But yes, okay.
Hmm.
So I think that it's fair to say that trading for a guy who's 5 years removed from his absolute apex as a basketball player, unless there's some outlier shooting development, there's a very, very good chance that he could be a substantially worse asset over the next 5 years. And I think that it could be especially if you don't get him better shooters.
It could be. It's not going to be, but it could be.
To your point, because that really sounds to me like him being a rental. That's what it sounds to me like.
He's not a rental. He's there. He's retiring with Miami unless
He's
something
just
goes very
projecting
bad.
that Giannis might become a weaker asset as he continues to decline.
However,
decline.
if you did, to your point, Penn, because we are going the other way. So I disagree with Mars in the aspect that the athleticism and the athleticism and the strength and the power, he doesn't really rely on that as much. I think he does. I just think his skill set got better.
His skill set did get better. He's a mid. He can shoot from mid range sort of.
Yeah, his skill set has got better, but he still relies heavily on being fast, being able to jump high, being able
He's
to
also very strong.
He relies more on speed and agility, which don't tend to decline at the rate you guys are saying. It's not jumping.
Somebody that size, Mars?
It's not. It's speed.
Wow.
Speed and
speed absolutely declines at 31.
I'm not saying it does. I'm not saying it doesn't. What I'm saying is, if we were to rank the most important athletic traits to Giannis's game,
yep,
agility would probably be number one.
Footwork is huge.
Speed would probably be number two. And then,
strength?
like, if you want to start talking about strength and jumping, if you consider stride length part of athleticism, which I don't,
think the jumping is part of the agility.
But the jump, his jumping ability is like very low down the list. Strength is higher than jumping. Like Giannis doesn't need to jump out the gym to kill you.
Well, see, that's
the fact that he's faster than you and can
Okay.
maneuver gaps.
What player have you ever seen that's been more agile?
Longer than you. And more agile than you. That's his superpower.
And with that being said,
and the length isn't going anywhere.
Dude, Michael Jordan was less agile at 32 than he was at 28.
I think that's a fair point, but I'd like to counter that with
Mars.
But I think that his ability to finish above the rim. I mean, he plays above the rim. So
yeah, but Giannis won't be able to dunk whether he's jumping 35 inches.
No, he's not.
Inch.
No, he is not, Mars. I don't
He's
think so.
He's 7 feet tall with 7'5" wingspan, of course.
He's 6'11" with a 7'3" wingspan. Giannis is going to dunk when he's in the paint at 42.
Easily.
Like, that's what he's going to do.
Vince can dunk at 35.
Be able to do that?
Yeah,
even when he's
6'11" with a 7'3" wingspan and the biggest hands in the league.
Still dunk.
If Giannis has 2 feet in the paint, he's going to dunk the ball.
Isn't as fast.
That's not going to change at 37. He's going to dunk when he's in the paint.
Michael Jordan, Kawhi, like Kobe Bryant, every one of these guys became more tactical as they got older, smarter, more efficient with their moves, getting off of 2 feet, better passers, all these things. So the first wave of your career as an all-time great is really your athletic advantage. And I include hands, balance, stride length, all that stuff into it, your vertical pop, your speed, your agility. Giannis is really going to have to start thinking the game a lot more. Because if Michael Jordan and LeBron James had to start thinking the game, if Kevin Durant had to start thinking the game a little bit more, when his burst,
doing that.
Yeah, he's already.
I agree
doing
with you.
That. That's why I think his offensive.
I agree with you, but I do, and that's what I'm saying. Like, because he's out of that mid-range jump shot, I just don't see the projection for him to become the shooter that Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and those guys.
He doesn't need to.
But he doesn't need to
because he's taller.
7 feet tall.
Yes. He has tools that they didn't have.
Yeah, at some point you have to understand.
It's a little different. Yeah.
You guys
being 6'11" is going to give you an inherent advantage.
Giannis doesn't like Giannis, even if Giannis is big enough as he, like you guys say, is at 6'11" with a 7'3" wingspan and be able to not jump as high, but he still is one of the most physical players in the NBA. So at 37 years old,
you've heard about growing man's strength, right?
I have heard about.
I'm not even trying. I'm not comparing these players, but I've seen Amari.
The point that I'm making with that is that Giannis is one of those
injuries
physical players. If he's one of those physical players, that means that he plays in traffic, which means
you can project that. Sorry,
I apologize. So, which means that playing in traffic, not being able to jump as high as I used to, it's going to be more difficult to finish at the rim. The reason why Giannis is so awesome at finishing at the rim right now, because he's still in his athletic prime. Giannis is still running fast and jumping higher than most people in the league today. When I get to be 37 and I'm still playing that brand of basketball, I'm not going to be able to jump as high, which means that me finishing in traffic, me being able to dunk over guys, even though I am 6'11", even though I am with a 7'3" wingspan, it's not going to be as simple, which means now.
But what's the signal? But chill, because the Penn to me kept alluding in evading, comparing him to the actual player, which is LeBron. And these kind of athletic demon freaks like this, is Giannis as athletic as he used to be? No. But relative to the league, like now, Giannis right now is not to me in his athletic peak.
He also doesn't think the game like LeBron,
right now is still
talk?
what? Bare minimum, one of the 10 best athletes in the sport still right now?
Yes.
10 best athletes in the sport.
There's no way you can name 10, but there's no way you can
name
10
better athletes than Giannis.
Define athleticism. We talking just run.
Pin, come on.
Deceleration to me again.
Come on. You know what? Like, we are talking about
the hard athletic. Yes. Run fast, jump high, be strong.
Is Adu Thero a better is Adu Thero a better athlete than Giannis? I'm asking questions. Wow. Is Jonathan Kuminga a better athlete? Just raw. Just you don't know who they are. You just see them in the gym. They do some crazy shit. They jump high. They run fast.
But we're also talking about
athleticism.
Right? We're talking about athleticism that translates to though.
He can have those names.
Jonathan Kuminga's problem is not that he can't run fast. He doesn't know what to do with it.
That
what do you mean translate?
You're still not gonna get to 10. You can have Asar, Kuminga. You can have You can have Adu Thero
right now.
No.
You ain't seen that block on Jalen Green?
No, okay, he is not close.
Okay, I did see that block. It's Jalen Green's bad.
Not close is disingenuous, but okay, cool. Scotty's pretty fast.
Barnes is a good athlete than Jalen Green. If you consider like strength and functionality.
No, we run
based on how Cameron Carr just tested.
Giannis is a better.
Is he fast?
Giannis.
Is he better?
Okay, we have to.
I think Jalen Johnson.
He also have to account for the fact that he's 6'11", by the way.
Yes. It's not
okay,
like
then change the criteria. He's a top 10, 6'10" and above athlete. Okay.
No.
Him being 6'11" is part of the athleticism.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wemby is a freakish athlete because what he can do at 7'5". If Wemby has like a 31
height
inch
is a part of athleticism, but durability is not.
If Wemby jumps 31 inches at 5'11", no one's calling him a freakish athlete. It's because what he can do at 7'5". What Giannis does at 6'11" is part of what makes him a freakish athlete. It's not because Giannis has maybe a 35-inch vert. Like that on its own is not crazy. But
that's
he's
why
6'11".
That's why Randy Moss
was
considered the
this
freak.
This isn't a new thing.
35-inch vert at 6'11" is crazy.
When you're taller, moving the way guys like Giannis do is a part of what makes you an athletic freak.
And this is where I say, okay, look, you're talking about Giannis today, exactly today, and I'm talking about the next 3-4 years. I'm talking about today through the next 3-4 years because that's what the Heat paid for. They paid for a 3-4 year window because it's very easy to say, oh, Kawhi might be injured at 37, but we're not doing that with Giannis right now. And I'm just saying, if you don't think and comparing him to LeBron, I think personally is disrespectful to LeBron. I really do. They're both great, but in terms of aging well, thinking the game at a high level allowed Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, like a lot of really like smart athletes, I think have aged better because of it. Mike Conley is still able to play in the NBA because he's a genius athlete, right? He's a genius basketball player. Like Rajon Rondo is probably
smaller too, and that helps.
Russell Westbrook, that's another one. I don't think Giannis is as smart as Russell Westbrook. Am I crazy to say that?
That doesn't have anything to do with it.
Few people are as smart as Russ. But fellas, I gotta move on. No, I have a ton of super chats and
but that's fine.
Bucket Factory 1 sent through $9.99 and said, "Holy shit, this MF Robert Todd Pelican is cooking up straight ass, bro. Has let everyone walk in our big signings are Grimes, Mamu, and overpaid Kessler. No wings or defenders. Is Robert cooking up ass?
Yeah, I don't. You know how I feel about Quentin Grimes. That makes no sense to me, but that's fine.
He was not good.
Colin Sexton is an interesting player. I'm not the highest on Colin Sexton. I think Lakers fans will like Colin Sexton though. Because one thing he gonna do, he gonna play hard, and he is liable to have like really explosive games. Yeah. So like, I think Colin Sexton is okay. I like Sandro Mamukelashvili. I think he's a good player.
Mamu.
I think Walker Kessler is also a good player. I think you've overpaid badly for Walker Kessler, but at the end of the day, you've got a good player. My biggest issue with this roster is the lack of wings. Like, you literally employ 0 wings on this roster. That just makes no sense.
That's not true.
Cameron Carr, cool, I guess. Like,
Adutero.
You employ a 6'5", 170 wing, and then Adutero, who is Jared Vanderbilt on offense. Cool.
He needs playable wings.
In
you
big
employ
2026 basketball.
Cam Carr will be
wings.
playable. Cam Carr will.
He will.
Playable.
He's just a 6'5",
He'll be playable.
wing.
Yeah.
It's not
The closest thing to a wing on their roster is Luka.
Sure. Yeah. You're right about that, ironically.
So play Luka.
Luka Doncic's the only wing.
That's what
on the Lakers.
Luka is going to be positionally a 3.
Cool. That's not bad.
All right, D&E MLV sent through $10 and said Brandon Ingram averaged 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists on 32% from the field, 44 true shooting. Kawhi could go out there on one leg and win that series.
Oh, that series does not go.
Do you know what Raptors general manager Bobby Webster said when the Raptors traded for Brandon Ingram?
I don't.
That we haven't had a guy like this here since Kawhi.
They traded him for Kawhi.
They traded Brandon Ingram. They traded for Brandon Ingram with the intention that at some point they would convert him into a star. That became available, and they figured if they could rehab his value, that they would do that. And they did a great job. And then Brandon Ingram did what he did in the playoffs, and it fucked everything up, man. That series that cost us 2 picks.
It is amazing to me how Chill does not see how we've actually already ran this experiment. Kawhi has already come to Toronto and replaced
the mid-range scorer,
and then they got better as a team, and won a championship. But he can't come replace banged up Ingram and beat Cleveland. Like,
can I ask you a question, real talk? Is
that's fair.
Is 2018 DeMar DeRozan better?
No, we don't, Chill. I still got Cleveland.
No, from
you can flip flop. I got Cleveland still.
The reason why is because I feel like
did a good thing. He brought up the patterns and showed
right,
patterns.
Absolutely, and that right there, even though, I mean, real talk. To be honest with you, I didn't think about, and I thought about a lot of stuff, but the fact that Toronto team was already at the doorstep, and to replace that one guy who is better than the other guy and win the NBA championship is very much comparable to replacing this one guy to win a playoff series. As much as I feel Cleveland is a good team, you know what? I will concede that point. Yes, I will.
If they do this shit and win both times they've tried it, that is insane.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy. All right, MJ Green sent them $9.99 and said, can y'all please tell me why this MF Pelinka is trying to turn my squad into the Snow Time Lakers? I ain't ever been more disappointed in my life. We got to get his ass out of town quick. Second round exit coming.
Let all these quote unquote white boys start getting busy. And because last I checked, Red Auerbach did the same thing in the 60s. He did exact same.
Yeah, but he had
Red Auerbach, man.
We're not trying to bring the 60s back.
Red Auerbach did the same thing in the 60s. And the reason why I'm
Red Auerbach had one brother in the middle.
You trying to say Rob Pelinka trying to make
here's the difference though, Mars. The difference though, Mars, is that one brother was available because nobody else wanted him. And then that other dude, Sam Jones, was available because nobody else wanted him. And that other brother in Satch
Sanders, yeah.
He was available because nobody else wanted him. And this turned out to be
we're in a different time, Chill. Why did they not want those guys?
So now, all of a sudden, all the people who look like me, everybody want them. And all the white boys who nobody wants them. Last I checked, white boys can still play. White boys ain't bad. White boys are still pretty damn good.
They can hoop.
Let's be clear about that. Let's not act like white boys is garbage. No. The quote unquote white boy they got in Dallas is a baller. Let's be clear about that.
Oh, he is. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's 100% be clear about that. So just because this team is now full of snow doesn't mean it can't get hot in Los Angeles, because it can.
You trying to say they're trying to make
It's
the Lakers great again?
That's what it sounds like. It's finna be an Anthony Edwards and a LaMelo Ball jersey up here. It's finna be the two new jerseys.
Anthony Edwards.
Switching.
All right, so Wolves.
I ain't gonna lie, it's the YN team now.
I'm clueless. I'm dumb. I don't know what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, Ron, I'm gonna stop talking for the rest of the episode. I'm gonna shut up.
Oh wow.
Who talking that?
I'm not talking. I'm not talking.
I'm dumb as hell. I don't know what I'm talking about.
We should
All right,
let me mute my mic.
None of us talking.
Wolves and 4 became a YouTube member. Salute to Wolves and 4. Thank you for joining up. Pimp named Slickback sent through $10 and said, I think the Celtics getting Mitch is a perfect fit. Also, real talk, brother, we're going to have a march on Washington after what happened to KC last night. They bringing black men back to the 60s.
The way they are treating KC on Love Island is actually pissing me off. Like, it's actually becoming a bigger conversation that we actually need to have. Because the way that they sat there and watched Sincere absolutely play in Melanie's face and didn't say a mumbling word, but every time KC is exploring, mind you, he already told Anaya he was finna do that in Casa. He goes there, and then now they're going to just shit on the only black man on the show? When Sincere is doing what he doing? Man, please. Matter of fact, I'm going to spark up a stream about that on Twitch today. We love Island on Twitch today. Because I got some shit to get off my chest. I can't do it on here, though. But yeah,
I've been watching Love Island, but like I heard that like he called a woman a name and they got really mad at him for doing that or something like that.
Bro, the man said she grandma because she go to sleep early, bro.
All right, bro. if we get sugar about that, then I don't know. Crazy. Yeah,
she is grandma, but for more reasons than that too. But anyways, shout out to Boo Maji for becoming a member. Appreciate you for joining up. Dre knows ball tapped in. Actually, sorry, Dre. Your super chat's $10. I got a $20 super chat from Wolves and 4. Wolves and 4 said, "What's the best situation LeBron could go to in terms of pure basketball fit?"
I've been saying this all season, Ron. The Spurs or the Wolves? Those are my teams for LeBron James.
There's no team for LeBron James.
I love both of those teams.
But Pitt.
What I say? What I say?
Hey,
yo, go. Come be Scotty Barnes backup. Let's go.
Backup. All right.
I'm kidding.
So yeah. Like I said,
be the starting
Spurs
point
and
guard.
Wolves.
We need a point guard. Hang
Spurs
on.
and Wolves.
We need a point guard. LeBron can shoot now. Now we assembling Vision 6'9". Vision 6'9". How tall is LeBron? He about 6'8", 6'9". That counts. Let's go, man. LeBron, Scotty, Kawhi. Oh my God. It's the dream fit. He would win a championship with Toronto. And he gets to apologize for robbing us of all those championships. And, it
really would be LeBron, though. Like, for real.
It's the greatest farewell tour. And that shit would be like primetime Christmas game, wouldn't it be?
Chill, what would you like to see LeBron as the LeBron spokesman? Oh.
He can't talk. That's why I'm talking
I would like
about LeBron to Toronto.
Yeah, sure.
Minnesota would be nice.
I like Minnesota, bro. I do like Minnesota.
And so now Rudy Gobert got 2 elite passers. So all his bum ass would have to do is dead ass this.
Go up and go down.
LaMelo and LeBron, the dead ass make it this simple. Catch, dunk.
What would you do if LeBron did a belt turn and just went back to the Lakers? Just on a minimum. Said money wasn't an option.
I wish.
That would be crazy.
They could really use him right now.
LeBron is going to a team he's already played for, which only leaves 2 teams.
No, he's going to Golden State, dude.
All right.
How many trades you want me to buy? It's not confirmed, I know. But that's their plan. And if they can get Anthony Davis, I think he will go.
I don't want to trade 3 first-round picks for broke it down.
Davis, and this is what happens when LeBron James gets involved, because now the Wizards can hold out. The Wizards can be like, "Yep, give us 3 first-round picks and whatever," and this whole thing becomes on hold. And now LeBron got to find another avenue. Is it crazy to suggest Boston?
I don't think he's going.
He's not going from LA to Buck. Well, it's
it would.
Miami or Cleveland, maybe New York, but Miami or Cleveland. That's like, I just think the writing is on the wall. Golden State too. I'll put Golden State in there too.
Okay.
So he's going to be the starting small forward for Cleveland?
Yeah, but
bro, that would legitimately be a super team.
He said he's focused on happiness.
Donovan Mitchell, LeBron James, James Harden. What? That's not a super team?
It's 2026 though. It's not.
Yeah, LeBron is still really good. Like he's still really good. Like
LeBron is like,
which one of those players last year did not
a top 20 player at best?
Whoa, I don't think so. I think LeBron in the playoffs is a top 15-ish player. I think James Harden in the playoffs is a top 25 player when it's not game 6, game 7. You know, I think Donovan Mitchell is a top 20 player. So yeah, like it's 3 top 20 players. Shit, they let Chris Bosh be part of a super team. Let me have this one. Okay, Chris Bosh was in the top 15.
But that was with the best and like third best player in the league at the time. On the say, actually, be a more
but we got Evan Mobley here too, and Evan Mobley is probably a top 30 player too.
With Chris Bosh,
Evan Mobley not a top 30 player. Jared Allen not a top 60 player.
If like 49-year-old LeBron James is your best player, you're not a super team.
That's a problem.
Fair.
It is a problem, unfortunately.
So this is a super team the way like the Brooklyn Nets were a super team. Yeah. Okay.
All right, y'all. The next super chat is another one, $20 from Whoopity Scoopity. Whoopity said, can the Lakers still get Lou Dort? If not, who else can the Thunder trade him to? Because I know they picked up his option to trade him. I need him off the team. And for Case in the start, Dort's offense is too detrimental in the playoffs.
I'm trying to think of like who they would trade him for at this point. Because there's no way they just said, we want this for sure. Like, that's why we're doing it. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't say like
OKC just has an allegiance to Lou Dort, actually.
Shay like
allegiance to Lou Dort. Oh man.
One thing I
know
will say,
what? They are on the same
if you're trash, if you're trash, but you're good enough to make the
friends
NBA,
with the best player.
Make friends with whoever your team superstar is.
It didn't work for Jeremy Sohan. You got the fuck up out of there.
Whoever your team superstar is. That's one thing that you can definitely do. Bobby Portis is attached to the hip with Giannis. Salute to him. Is obviously attached to the hip with Giannis. Lou Dort attached to the hip with Shea. Christian Brown attached himself to the hip of Jokic. Just that's all you gotta do. Just attach your hip.
I was gonna say Jackson Hayes, but he's not signed yet.
Just attach yourself to whoever the superstar is. You're gonna stay in the league.
I would actually like for Mars to answer this question, and I got a follow-up question with that.
Harry Quinn equivalent to NBA terms. Damn.
Interesting. I don't know who Harry Kane is anyway, but
he's the England striker who just saved the country from going out against Congo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't like doing football to NBA equivalents.
Okay, so
he's really good. He's one of the best players in the world.
Because I was about
Duncan.
to ask you who is this early? Because again, I'm a
KD
casual when it comes to
KD.
because I don't know who Erling Haaland is. I don't.
Right.
He's another striker.
Yeah, with the World Cup, I just found out who Erling Haaland is, and apparently he's a big ass deal. So I'm like, who is Erling Haaland compared to other NBA players?
Yeah, Haaland is kind of Giannis-y.
Okay.
In terms of like just the interior dominance.
He looks huge, by the way. He looks like he's just bigger.
He's 6'4", 6'5", which is huge in football terms. Josh Hart size in basketball terms, but in football terms, he's huge.
Yeah.
He just scores relentlessly. And also he's just helped Norway get to the round of 16. So
you know who else is in the round of 16? Ox's new country. No, Ox's new country, Canada. Yeah, shout outs.
It'd be South Africa, right?
Yep. Shockingly bad game.
All right, Dre
Ben,
knows
I'm gonna
ball.
let you know right now. If we are up here at the same time and I'm up here dealing with Ox, hey, let me and Ox do that. I already know we finna be talking crazy. I already know that. So just so you don't catch those strays and nothing like that, just let
Sit
me
back.
go ahead and handle it. Now I'm telling you this because I probably am gonna be shitting on your team, but I don't want you to take it no kind of way because I'm be talking to Ox. But that's a Kawhi thing more than a Raptor thing.
You talking to me?
So Penn,
Yeah.
He's saying don't take the strays the Raptors are gonna get personally. It's just like he's going at Ox for the Kawhi stuff. So don't end up getting involved in the conversation because then when real talk, he wasn't talking to you basically. He's saying it's not about you, it's about Ox, but you have to catch strays.
It's gonna happen a lot this season.
Basically, he's saying take this slap in the face and don't do nothing. Just turn the other cheek. We will not have it. We will not have it.
That is exactly what he's saying, Ron.
Hey, Martin Luther King over here is telling you to be Martin Luther King. We will not have it.
In black people's terms, Penn, mind your business.
Right. That's basically what he said.
Hey, Penn, tell him in black people's term, Ox business is my business.
Shut up, Ron.
Tell him.
Would you shut up, Ron?
Yo, real talk. Real talk. Hear me out. You mess with him, you mess with me.
Oh,
all right. That's it. We stand
no matter what, you gonna get jumped.
You mess with me.
We standing together, united.
Hey, tell him, Penn, big cat LaFleur. We so fight fair.
Shout out to Big Ox. He extended the social media olive branch. He extended the social media olive branch. So you know what? Shit, we Ox wanted to turn up for peace. Let's turn up for peace. That's cool.
All right, so I got to get to the next super chat. Dre Knows Balls said, "Why is everyone talking about them damn picks, man?" Fuck them picks. We needed to do this to give Luka a defensive lob threat. Austin Reeves is the oldest player now. We were top 3 with Ayton plus Hayes.
A defensive lob?
Shout out to you, man, for believing in what you guys have just done. Respect.
It's a real fan.
He said Austin is the oldest player. Like that's like a bar. I don't know. Like that's a good thing.
I don't know. I think he's saying the team got younger.
I know we're young. I know what he said, but I'm like, when you look over there to Minnesota. Y'all do know that LaMelo and Jaden are all at least 3 years younger than Austin Reeves. Did y'all like?
How old is Austin?
It don't really be clicking to be how much older, like how old.
Well, Austin Reeves was what, 23 as a rookie?
Yeah, but his biological age is 42. Does that make you feel worse?
Well, how do you know that?
Austin Reeves is actually 28. I just said that. I ain't gonna lie.
No, yeah, he's 28.
Damn.
Shout out.
That's when most NBA careers end.
He played 4 years of college.
He got that bag though. Shout out Austin Reeves. Luffy Gear 4 sent through $9.99 and said, "Mitch a Celtic. Would be nice if there was a way to rekindle the JB relationship, considering we would have a real chance to compete again next year. Just wanting whatever happens to happen already."
JB is not gone.
Yeah, I think at this point that relationship is fried. Like so much has been said.
What do you think that meeting sounds like?
Outside,
what do you think that meeting sounds like between Jaylen Brown and Brad Stevens? Like, bro, we tried to trade you. No one wanted you. I'm sorry.
No.
Like, who wanted you?
I mean, yeah.
No.
I mean, shit. If I'm Brad Stevens, yeah, I'm not just trade Jaylen Brown just to trade Jaylen Brown.
I'm not.
If it's not benefiting my team, then hell yeah, Jaylen Brown will be back in Boston as a Celtic. Be a professional. Nigga, you getting paid. You still on your
would you trade Drew Holiday?
Contract.
Would you take Drew Holiday, one young player and a filler? And a pick? No. Okay, well then.
I'm with Roto. If I'm Brad Stevens, I'm not itching to. This isn't a John Morant situation where I just need him off my team. But if I'm Jaylen Brown, this relationship is fried.
Yeah,
I'll show up. I'll be a professional. I'll do what I need to do. Blah blah blah. But this relationship is fried. Like I want to leave this team if I'm Jaylen Brown. Personally.
Real talk.
Jaylen Brown might be different to me, but if I'm Jaylen Brown, I want to leave it.
Last I checked, Dan Gilbert and James, when he came back to Cleveland, were not the best of friends. But were we able to work it out?
Was Jaylen Brown born in Boston?
Yeah. We were.
Was he born in Massachusetts?
That's where he started his professional career.
Cali. That's the only thing he knows.
That's the one spot.
Well, he wasn't born there.
So what difference?
If LeBron wasn't born,
his NBA career was born
he's not
there,
going back to Cleveland.
But his NBA career was born there.
So after what Dan Gilbert did when LeBron left the first time, you think LeBron is going back?
We can understand this.
You only go back home. Kawhi went home. Now he came back home. You see, you go back home, right? You only go home. Jaylen Brown, Celtics are not home. Where's home for Jaylen Brown?
He's been there for
Am I
10
wrong?
years, Pan. What are you doing?
That's not home.
That's home for Jaylen Brown.
And he been on the trade block for 9 of them.
like-
Come on, bro.
The Boston hasn't done what Cleveland did to LeBron. There's no letter from.
You know
from
Jaylen
the
Brown's
owner
going to go home. He's going to go home to the Atlanta Hawks. I didn't know he was from Georgia. Dope. I thought he was from LA for some reason because he.
But I'm saying, like, did the Boston owner write a letter like Dan Gilbert about Jaylen Brown?
I don't believe so.
Ron, if Jaylen Brown literally goes to Atlanta right now to go home, you need to devote tomorrow's episode to me.
Which I am on record saying this, Ron. When LeBron James became available, and I've always said this, that every person from the president of the United States to whomever is running the county building, they have one person that they listen to. They might not do everything that person says, but they listen when that person talks. LeBron James became available in 2014. Dan Gilbert had his man walk in that office and said, "Everybody out. I need to talk to you right now." He's available. Go your ass down there. Go get him. The first thing that you're going to say to him when you talk to him is, "I'm sorry." That's the first thing that's going to come out of your mouth. I am sorry. We're going to be the Sacramento Kings for the next 10 years if you don't bring him back here. Get your ass on a plane. Go down there and go get him. Come to find out, James is back in Cleveland.
All right, y'all. Shout out to Mello made it happen. Mello became a YouTube member. Salute to you. If you're not a member yet, become a member now because we have a lot of perks that you can enjoy by being a member of the Players Choice channel. The next super chat I got is from, Swiper Cam said, "Nice hat, Ron. Nice jacket, real talk. Nice shirt, gifted. Nice girth pin. Nice house, chill.
Okay, first
nice
of all,
hitting Mars.
Stop. This is not real Swiper. Hang on. This is not real Swiper. I don't know if anyone can tell that. Obviously, this is not real Swiper.
Really? Are we sure?
No, I'm positive. I swear to God, this is not.
Yeah, because there's a capitalized I. We can see that.
Yes.
No, never that.
This is not Swiper.
I still think it's Swiper though. So.
It's not Swiper. This is not Swiper. I don't like this impersonation shit. Y'all do remember something like this happened to me and someone said some really it's not Swiper.
It's okay. It's okay.
It is okay.
Bro, that shit was traumatizing.
Swiper just messaged me that it's him.
And you can see to it was sent in Canadian. So like, and we can probably put 2 and 2 together, but it's okay because regardless,
that was 10. Oh,
are you crazy?
You wanted to compliment your own girth?
Oh wow!
So Swiper in a undisclosed Canadian location said, "Nice hat, Ron. Nice jacket, real talk. Nice shirt, gifted. Nice girth pin. Nice house, chill. Nice hoodie, Mars. Heat, Knicks, Raptors, Celtics." Taking over the East.
You think I would have? You think the Raptors were the one team I would have failed to capitalize if I had sent that? Are you insane?
You had to throw us off the track some way. But all right, the next super chat is from Capo DC. Capo said, "Holy shit, this MF Rob Todd Pelinka is cooking up straight ass, bro." Or is cooking up straight ass. Bro has let everyone walk, and our big signing is going to be Grimes, Mamu, and an overpay a center.
When you guys win the chip, stay on that side on this road page.
Yeah, I'm so sure. Yeah, we'll win the in season, baby.
In season is crazy.
You'll take it 2-time in season tournament chips.
Yeah,
That one, okay.
3 Mike sent through $5 and said, "I'm a Houston fan. I like the smart and bogey move so far, but in my opinion, we need to land Kyrie in order to be contenders. 11, 1, 10, 7, 28. Any thoughts?"
Every team swears that Kyrie away. Yeah, if you could get Kyrie, sure. You can't, but sure.
Hashtag portability.
I don't know how you're getting Kyrie without giving up Jabari, Amen, or Şengün.
One of them gotta go, bro.
So I get what it's Fred and Tari Easton. That's what you're giving up to get Kyrie.
I'm so sure.
Trying to get younger.
I guess.
And Fred VanVleet was technically signed, drafted, whatever, won a championship with Masai. And Fred VanVleet has proven the track record of helping people grow up. Yeah, sure. Why not?
So
they just
flag
signed
Marcus
Smart.
Smart in this instance. Okay.
No.
Okay, my bad.
All right, Vic Light 7 became a YouTube member. Vic, I appreciate you for joining up. Welcome to the squad. The next super chat I got is from Lundo. Lundo said, Why do these delusional MFs really think the Warriors are a better option for Bron than the Cavs just because Curry there? Golden State Warriors, LOL.
He wants to be happy, bro. So I got for you, man.
So why
Be happy at home.
why does Golden State make him happier than Cleveland?
Because he's still in California and he gets to play with Steph Curry and not sit in the corner to Harden and Donovan Mitchell hoops.
Warriors fans think that Bron has like this major love for Steph Curry. That's what it is.
No.
He does.
I'm not
They're
saying he
not
doesn't.
They're not wrong.
Warriors
He
fans
does.
believe this theory a lot.
Oh, they are correct. He loves Steph
Sure,
Curry for sure.
sure.
He's. How could you not? How could you face a guy
I mean, I don't
that many
necessarily-
years? No. First of all, like, how can you face a guy that many years in the finals? He's like often put in the same conversation as you. As is he the best player, in the league? You played Team USA with him. You obviously understand that you can win with a player like this because an off-ball type of guard who can play off of your gravity is kind of what you won with Kyrie. He's kind of like I'm not going to say he's a perfected version of Kyrie because that's disrespectful to Kyrie, but I mean, LeBron is a fucking basketball savant. He might be the smartest basketball player in NBA history. So he knows what works. Steph Curry works. Maybe he's curious. You know who else was
thought
curious?
Russell Westbrook would work.
KD was curious. That's why
He
KD
did
went.
think Russell Westbrook.
Everyone,
Yeah, he thought Russell Westbrook.
you,
would
you know
work.
what?
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly,
This
I'm
is
gonna
true.
thank Harrison Barnes for this shit. I'm gonna thank Harrison Barnes for this shit because every single forward in NBA history looked at what Harrison Barnes was doing and said, if I was in his spot, I would be a million times better.
They were
Or Andre Iguodala, or literally any wing
right.
who played
yeah,
in
they
that
were
graph.
right. Yeah, they were
Yeah.
right.
So KD was right, and I think LeBron is just trying to extend his career.
Shout out
All
Bron
that
for
LeBron-
following in
all
KD's
that-
footsteps.
Can you imagine?
Oh,
Can you
that-
imagine the
think
talks that
LeBron's
we would
done
be in
in
if he
2
won
years,
4
honestly.
championships with 4 different teams? Hold on, 5
And 4
championships,
finals
4
MVPs. Yeah,
and
four finals
possibly
MVPs.
4. Forget about the finals MVP. Just win a championship. Can you imagine what the conversation would be if LeBron won? He won an NBA championship with 4 different teams. I think LeBron is still chasing the ghost of 23. I think he still thinks maybe I need to secure my GOAT case. If he goes and wins with the Golden State Warriors,
That does
I
absolutely nothing for his GOAT case.
to win a championship at 42.
If he hoops.
Oh my
What was Michael Jordan doing at 42?
I kind of feel like his legacy's
MJ
already
is my
set.
GOAT. I just want to say that MJ is my GOAT, but like still, like hold on, slow
The
up.
people who have Michael Jordan they're still going to
Are
say
not changing it.
6
Yeah.
finals losses, the biggest meltdown in finals history. That none of that changes because
Yep.
LeBron already has won 3 championships on 3 different teams.
4
or something?
championships.
4 championships on 3 different teams, which is already hasn't been done. So, like him doing that again it's not going to help his GOAT case. It's going to be the same thing.
Well, I'll tell you this: I don't have LeBron as my GOAT. This would make me consider it.
I'm with Penn on
Hands
this
up.
too, by the way.
Hands up.
As somebody that doesn't have LeBron as the GOAT. But we got to keep it pushing, y'all. $5 came from my man, the Jonathan Frazier. Jonathan Frazier said, Penn and Ox, link up of the century. I'm here for it. Knicks and Raptors in the Eastern Conference Finals is about to feed families. Also, this Los Angeles Lakers hate watch has been lovely.
I didn't even hate watching it. I like Luka, so I'm not hate watching it. I feel bad, but I don't know. Sticker shock.
It's LeBron fans now that are hate watching the Lakers.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that whole dynamic gonna be way different this year for the Lakers.
Did y'all see Damien's post?
Nah, I didn't.
Bro, I'm so tired of LeBron fans with that gimmick. Y'all
Did you
never
see what
deserved LeBron.
That Los
did.
Angeles didn't even
Bruh.
deserve LeBron.
Oh, here we go with this. Yeah.
Oh,
They did it.
brother.
They didn't.
What?
Via Pop, they call me, became a YouTube member. Shout out to Via Pop. Thank you for joining up. Cultured Bandit said if the Lakers get Walker Kessler, that starting 5 is going to look like the inside of Cracker Barrel. Well, guess
Cracker
what,
Barrel is
Cultured?
hilarious.
You got it.
All right, the
How
next
do y'all
super
keep
chat.
saying that LeBron doesn't deserve things that he's choosing personally? By the way,
Yeah, that makes no sense.
like y'all sound like that dumb. Y'all sound like that that homie that's trying to hit the best friend. She the friend zoned you, and she always going back to her cheating boyfriend, but she gonna come cry on your shoulder, and you always telling her you don't deserve it. Yes, she do. She keep going back. What the fuck are you talking about? She deserves exactly what she keeps choosing. LeBron keeps choosing these teams. That's what he deserves. The team that he chooses.
Hey, real talk. That's a good life to live.
Wait, what's a good life to live?
I mean,
that's a good life to live.
Baby,
you talking about Becky?
Wait, which one?
Is it Ron?
All three.
Oh, okay. All right.
Blink twice if you're in an abusive relationship, Ron. What are you talking about?
What you think I'm gonna blink and get my ass? I'm already in an abusive relationship. You think I'm gonna blink and get my ass beat? Hey, Gifted, as long as you see it was slick. But like I'm not gonna just do it just clearly and plainly.
I got you.
If I'm in an abusive relationship, I'm probably being monitored right now.
Yeah,
so I'll probably get my ass kicked after every show. But either way it goes, Young Boy Goated sent through $5 and said James Dolan just gifted the Celtics another ring. Not going into the second apron to keep Mitch is just ridiculous, man. I'm so sick right now,
bro. Huckport FC, we up. Just saying.
The next super chat I got is from Drago FC. Y'all know Drago. He's a Hall of Famer. He came up here a couple days ago. Drago said, Toronto, Kawhi versus LeBron, Cleveland. Logic means the Miami Bron is better than Chicago MJ. 2 out of 4 over 6 out of 13. You all joking saying Kawhi beats Shea for MVP.
It is kind of funny, but I don't count guys like rookie and second year against them when it comes to championships at all. So technically LeBron went 2 for 4 and Michael went 5 for 11 per my calculus. So give me LeBron. I mean, give me Michael.
Somebody was saying that Kawhi Leonard was going to be over Shea.
Pardon?
Oh, wow.
Was that discussed today? I'm sorry.
Oh, give me Kawhi. Recency bias
now
aside.
You're turning
give me
on
Kawhi.
Shea. Okay.
Wait, no. This is Brunson versus Kawhi.
Oh no, I'm saying no. The last super chat.
Yeah, the last super chat.
What was Kawhi being MVP over Shea or something?
If you're telling me who do I trust more in a playoff series, Kawhi or Shea, give me Kawhi. Yes. No offense to Shea.
Esseman R&DM said, can y'all please tweet when Penn done talking so I can come back and catch the rest of the show? Professional yapper.
Well, I'm a professional something.
What is that? What does that mean?
A yapper.
Does anybody remember?
At least I'm professional. You an unprofessional hater. Fuck you. There you go.
Does anybody remember what Kawhi Leonard looked like the last time he was in the playoffs?
Looked like the last time he was in the playoffs?
He had one elite game.
Different context.
Talking about versus the Nuggets, right?
Different players, different.
He only had one elite game. This is true. Yeah.
No, but they're still going to guard him the same. They're gonna load up the strong side. They're gonna test his passing and playmaking by doubling him high, and then he has to make reads and the passes out of that. He also struggled against that in the play-in game against Golden State while getting boxed by Draymond Green. But I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe.
Or he gonna get boxed up these playoffs too, and Scotty Barnes is gonna sit there and not jump in and do nothing to help him. But anyways, the next super chat I got is from Sleazy Ty. Sleazy Ty sent through $5 and said, Ox and Penn teaming up is like when Mars and Ticket became tag team champs. Bron FC, we on the way to Minnesota. Glad Robert Todd Pelinka, not my GM anymore. Dub PC.
Why people keep throwing in that middle name? I'm trying to understand it. Like, what is the context?
It's just
Robert
his middle name.
Todd.
It's just Robert Todd.
Pelinka. Is it because like Robert Todd sounds like the Grand Dragon?
No, it's like people say your whole government when you messing up.
Okay. Okay, got you.
Like when your parents upset with you and then they called you by your whole government.
And then you're fucked. I know.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
All right, young boy goaded sit through $5 and said, "Pin Huck Porty is gone. He signed with the Celtics." Or I think he meant to say, well, Huck Porty's gone too. Hold on, who did Huck Porty sign with?
What?
He signed with the Knicks. I'm pretty sure.
No, Huck Porty's gone.
No, he left. He with the Celtics right now.
So Huck Porty and Mitch went to the Celtics. Hey, Celtics, I like what you're doing. That's how you play chess. That's how you play chess.
Right?
No, he went to the Sixers.
Oh, bro. Sixers. Okay.
Oh no, the Sixers. Boy,
so he said Pin. Pin Huck Porty is gone. He might have meant to say either he meant to say Mitch went to the Celtics.
Robinson went to the Celtics, right?
Or he meant to say Huck Porty went to the Sixers. He mixed up one of them, but they're both gone. So Pin, Huck Porty, and Mitch are gone. They went to the Sixers and the Celtics. Our backup center right now is Spike Lee in a trench coat in stilts.
Spike Lee in a trench coat, diabolical, man. Wow.
I don't know. I never understand these owners that win a championship, get all this valuation, get all this equity, and then decide to cheap out and not give a chance for the championship team to run it back. Like Mark Cuban did this when Dirk and them won the championship. They refused to pay. So they just said, okay, Dirk, you got one. We're going to cheap out. You're going to take contract discounts for the rest of your life. Jalen Brunson took a contract discount. You're not bringing back Huck Porty and Mitchell Robinson. You better have a good backup plan.
Yeah, it's a little tough.
Yeah, but then you also to be like, you get the overpaying players when you win too. Sometimes
that's true.
Like Christian Brown had no business.
It definitely happens.
125 contract, but they won, and he's young.
Now gotta pay him.
Yeah, that contract, the Michael Porter Jr. contract, bite him in the ass.
This is why I say you got to hold these billionaires accountable. They are raking in so much money on the valuation and somehow declaring a loss on their tax bill. It's crazy to me. I'm sorry.
No, that conversation gifted, and it was just having that conversation yesterday.
That was a very trivial time because it's like you want the best player to take less. How about the management like not fuck up to make the best player have to take less? Like, how about you do your job?
Honestly, like I think of these owners sometimes and they just be like opening their pockets. Like, I can't go in the second apron. It's like, hold on 1 second. Did your valuation of this team go up by $250 million last year? Oh, it did. Is it because I played really, really well? The system is so screwed up, and let a player hold out for more money and ESPN be like, oh, he's selfish. He's selfish. I don't like the way we talk about basketball sometimes. We're not very player friendly when we talk about basketball. We're very organization friendly. We don't even realize it sometimes.
The argument was, hey, why don't superstars take a pay cut to help the team? And it's like they're helping the team by being the superstar. Like, how does that not register?
I was watching real talk. I was watching Max Kellerman and Rich Paul the other day, and Max Kellerman's like, this was LeBron's team. This was LeBron's team. And Rich Paul was just like so mad. He's like, no, that was Dan Gilbert's team. Like, gotta understand ownership here, right? And I guarantee you LeBron gonna own an NBA team one day. Guaranteed. You say you take on the identity of your abusers. Who has LeBron's biggest abuser been over the last 20 years? His owners.
Steph Curry. Oh
no, the owners.
I
want
like
honestly,
it.
Everyone out there, please understand. Like, do yourself a favor and do a thought experiment. A simple thought experiment. Ask yourself if there was no league maximums, no cap, nothing, uncapped structure over the last 23 years. What does LeBron James earn every year from his NBA team? If there was no limit,
to even think about what that number actually is, but it's very high, bro.
And that's my point.
Yeah,
that's my point.
Yeah,
as a rookie, he would have made $50 million, $40 million. Yes,
Ron, he
$40 million.
He was changing the economy of Cleveland.
Man, yeah, not as a rookie though. Maybe like second or third year.
As a rookie,
no, because in a rookie, he had to go in and prove himself first. Once people were like, and even then, as a rookie, like LeBron's rookie season wasn't just out of this world. It was that second year leap that he took, and it was like, oh, whoa, wait a second. And then the third year they go to the finals, and then so I'll say from the third year on, like LeBron would have been making buku money.
You know, people don't make money for what they do on the court. It's also what they do off the court. Do you understand what he did to Cleveland ticket prices? They were trying to sell tickets on Ricky Davis.
All right, Pitt, I'll Euro you on this one just because we don't have time to get into how much money rookie LeBron would hypothetically make. But what we can talk about
career
is
that's what he should have earned.
Is a $5 super chat from Gang Rebound. Gang Rebound said, y'all think Kawhi and Scottie are better than Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen in 1998? And where does this duo rank in the league now? El Host, you smell like Fritos and smelly buns?
If they win a championship,
Fritos and smelly buns.
We can open the conversations, but go win the championship first. Right now, the comparison is just stylistically. Kawhi, big time isolation scorer, mid post scorer. To me, closest thing I've seen since 2019 playoff Kawhi is the closest thing I've ever seen to 97-98 Jordan. That's my take on it. I'm not comparing him to 89 Jordan. I'm not comparing him to 91 Jordan. That's my go. I'm saying 97-98 Jordan. I'm sorry. Kawhi in 2019 was that dude in the playoffs. And if you don't believe me, go ask any team that faced him.
Chrysler 300. Bentley.
Chrysler Bentley.
Corvette, Lamborghini. All right. Damn. Stylistically.
You defining the difference between me and you?
Yes.
Okay. Got you.
Exactly.
Got you.
Mr. Aki123 said
Corvette is actually the diet Ferrari, by the way, not.
Oh, my bad. But you get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, I get what you
Mr. Aki123 said, Pin, can you tell me a little bit about Mamu Kelishvili and how he can fit with the Pistons? Thank you. Damn.
Well, our L
you didn't get the news?
Our L host. No. He sent this before the news broke, but you're an L host, so you didn't actually like read this out at the right time.
I'm a Corvette. We need a Lambo up here, you know.
Ron,
I'm a Corvette.
Ferrari, my bad.
Ron, real spit. You are a Pinto, if I've ever seen one. But I will say this: Sandro Mamukelashvili is a very underrated basketball player. He bet on himself last year. He got a lot of money on the table from the Spurs. Well, a lot more money. He took a minimum with the Raptors to bet on himself on a 1+1, and the bet paid off. He got paid. You know, he earned the opportunity. He was incredible. Most of the lineups with him were positive. He synergized everything. He's a stretch big. He can drive it better than you think. He can put it on the floor in a straight line drive better than you think. He's a better defender than he looks. He's not a shot blocker. He's not a great rebounder, but he's a good system defender. And he's a very smart, very good teammate. I have a lot of love for Mamu. He's a good player.
I actually want him to go to Minnesota, but
yeah, he would have been their dream fit for sure.
I want him to go there too, low key. But yeah, it's cool.
We have him now.
He's at where he's at. Sorry, Brian on the way.
All right, Boomaji sent through $5 and said Kawhi averages 23, 7, and 4 with 2 stocks on 52, 38, 78 splits in his last 10 playoff games. Does that push Toronto over the hump?
Yes. Did you read Brandon Ingram's splits? 12, 3, 2, 34% from the field. Yeah, we read them, right? Bro, through 6 games, Cleveland and Toronto had scored, I think it was like 667 points apiece. This series was like this. And then game 7 came around and we couldn't close it out. Kawhi closes it out.
All right, well, I actually agree with this $5 super chat from Avery. Avery said Kawhi going back is like going back to an ex. Right now, his legacy is amazing in Toronto. Wait until he keeps getting hurt and disappointing playoff exits.
That's how we feel. Okay.
Cool.
Is that high school sweetheart that the only reason why y'all broke up, y'all thought so, was just because y'all was going to 2 different colleges, but
you
then
know
after you graduate, y'all go back to the hometown to get back with each other and think it's gonna be lovey-dovey, but come to find out that nigga wasn't who you thought he was in the first place.
You know what this is really like? This is like you meet this girl and she's fantastic. You meet her parents, they're fantastic. She talks about having kids with you. She makes you pie. She makes you the greatest food, but she's not a size 2. She may be a size 6. It's not perfect. You want to have tall kids. She 5'3", she a little curvy. You want a slim, tall model because you obsessed with Adriana Lima and Giselle for some reason. So you go out to the big city, you get a big job. You meet this model and she is fantastic. And all your friends are like, oh my God, that's perfect. but she can't cook for shit. And you're miserable. And you're scrolling on your phone. And next thing you know, you're thinking about cheating on her. And you go back to your hometown and you see that little girl that you left behind. And she's still making great pies. And she's single. And you say, you know what? I'm going to choose my happiness. I'm going to choose my happiness because I'm going to be my best self here. I really don't believe that y'all believe that Kawhi was happy in Toronto. Because the narrative around America was like, oh, he just couldn't wait to leave. Kawhi loved it here. He was the happiest he'd ever been here. Y'all heard about him more on ESPN here than you heard about him anywhere else. He got that New Balance deal after he was here. All the commercials.
So happy he left.
That shit. That was Toronto. He came out.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kawhi leaves again.
First of all, he ain't leaving ever.
Right.
Nuh-uh.
I think he's staying
retiring.
now. I don't know.
He is retiring here.
All right, we'll see. Moro Browser became a YouTube member. Shout out to Moro and shout out to Browser. Cultured Bandit, shout out to Cultured and shout out to Bandit, said walking into the Lakers locker room is going to be like walking into an Olive Garden.
Buffet. Yeah, I understand, bro.
You
There will be some eats out there.
Very interesting collective of guys that we have.
Nothing but the Tide said, how would y'all view LeBron if he signed a vet minimum and went to OKC to win another 2 rings?
Would it be the GOAT there, Ron?
That one would be nasty. That one would be absolutely disgusting.
But why?
No,
they didn't win the championship.
OKC's a little different. OKC, that's KD-ish.
So there is a difference.
Yeah, well, if he goes to the Warriors, see the thing about if LeBron goes to the Warriors, who also is an old roster with an old Steph Curry and an old Draymond Green and a Kristaps Porzingis who has whatever virus he has, LeBron would have to hoop. If he goes to OKC, LeBron would literally just have to exist for them to be good. So like
it's a regular season like that either.
Yeah, so it's a difference. And granted,
but what if he balls in the playoffs though in OKC though?
If he goes and balls in the playoffs, that's a little different. If he goes and he's like their second best player, or if he plays, God forbid, he just plays better than Shea, or he wins a Finals MVP, that's a little different. I'll give him his credit.
Okay.
So like when I say these scenarios, I'm expecting Braun to show up and hoop. Like him going to Cleveland, I'm expecting him to go and like be their first or second best player. Scenarios like that. But if he goes somewhere and just gets carried and it's just like a Jason
What do you
Kidd
think
ring,
LeBron still is in the league? Just like what range?
I don't know. I can't necessarily put a range on it. I can say this: if he's able to moderately load manage throughout the regular season and he's fresh and he has a good team around him, LeBron can play at around a top 15-ish level with talent around him and being fully rested. But also, too, like, let's not act like we didn't just see LeBron in round 1 and round 2. Let's not act like we didn't just see what Bron did to OKC.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Bron still got it. It's just a matter of how consistent can he be and how much rest can he get.
Okay.
But we'll have to see, though. We'll have to see.
It's going to be a fun season.
Pizzy TK said, real talk, don't know anything. Oh, my bad. Real talk, don't know, but we all hate watching the Lakers next season. Your franchise wasn't shit before LeBron. We all about to enjoy the Lakers' downfall. Damn.
Wow. That was actual hate. All right.
The Lakers not being shit before LeBron James is like, were we having some down years? Absolutely. But this isn't Cleveland. Y'all keep trying to lowball the Lakers, and it's just not happening. We had just won a championship 6 years ago. Well, excuse me. He came in 2019, 9 years ago.
Something like that.
The Knicks just won their first ring since 73? Like, it's not the same thing. But salute to y'all.
Nims gassed up. Said, you guys won't believe who owns an unprotected first-round pick swap with the Clippers. Hey, the rich get richer, boy.
OKC Eden, boy.
Shout out OKC. All right, Miles Left sent through a members chat and said, oh, Kelly Oubre to the Pacers? I'm not mad at it.
Oh God,
I'm not mad at it.
Kelly Oubre to the Pacers, man.
Miles Left said the Lakers got Ice Spice, Lotto.
We would sign Kelly Oubre.
No way, real talk. You.
We don't have a wing.
Yeah,
What
no,
do you mean?
I actually like Kelly on the Lakers. I wouldn't be mad at
man.
that. I would, if I was the Lakers, I would take Kelly over Colin Sexton or Quentin Grimes.
Damn near, yeah, actually.
Miles Left sent through a members chat and said Lakers got Ice Spice, Lotto, and Meg the Stallion. Man, at least y'all gonna be a joy to watch, you know.
What is he saying? We got a whole lot of ass.
Basically, yeah.
I guess
A lot of ass in that roster.
Yeah.
Dennis Jenkins Enjoyer sent through a members chat and said thoughts on the Pistons getting John Collins.
I think it's cool. They needed a 4. Might have paid just a tad bit too much, but the free agent market was really bad for 4s and 5s, so he was one of the best options out there you could get. In the worst case, if things don't work out, there's teams that would for sure be at least interested, so you could still get value out of the contract. So I don't hate it. It's the thing they did.
I like John Collins. He's a good player. So
Cool.
Avery sent through a members chat and said the Clippers got more for a broken down past his prime Kawhi than Charlotte did for an ascending LaMelo Ball. Shaking my head.
These players are
It's
not
correct.
comparable. And Kawhi's not broken down.
You sure? Hey, all right.
hey man,
All right,
You could-
man.
you could-
when do y'all
let him
give
tell
him
you.
the extension? When?
The second he
when
lands,
the second he lands? Okay,
it's
bet.
done.
Well,
It's done.
We'll see.
July 6th.
We'll see.
You
Hey,
wanna
real
hear
talk.
what- you
Real
wanna
talk.
hear
Don't
what he
even
had to
trip.
say?
Don't even trip. Hey, we might have lost the battle, but we're not going to lose the war.
I
Shout
know,
out Kawhi
I know.
Leonard.
About yourself. Thank you. I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love planting trees. I mean, it's just more question you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
That shit was real life, bro.
That still is
cannot
funny.
believe
Like
that.
years later, that still is hilarious.
Years
shout-
later,
That's still crazy.
he was honestly talking about planting trees, though.
No. Somebody just
Oh, okay.
No,
you know, AI that in.
Oh,
Yeah.
But that actually was kind of funny though. Hey, whoever AI that in, that was pretty clever. But Kawhi Leonard will not still be who he is in 18 months. That is his name from here on out.
Kawhi Leonard is so crazy.
That's good, Ron.
Hey, real talk.
That was a good one.
Real talk.
That was a good
If
one.
those two could click up, hey, we gonna talk. Hey, we gonna talk.
Don't let that nigga be missing time.
Come on, hey.
Boy, we on their ass. As soon as he signed that contract, all of a sudden that degenerative knee started kicking back in.
Because you know me, a nigga like me, hey, real talk. I'm with the movement. I'm with the cause. I'm with the South. You know, hey, you got a brother like Ox who, you know,
He with the South.
you know,
we know. He tried, he trying to make Toronto great again.
hey,
We
you know,
what Ox on.
a milk guzzler like Ox. Of course, he gonna like the North.
That's nasty.
All right, Tyler the Warden sent through a members chat and said, if Golden State gets LeBron, what happens to the Luxers?
Is that a KKK joke? Oh no, hang on. KXXERS. I don't know what that means.
The Luxers, because they look empty. Rob Pelinka ruined the Lakers. We all know why. 8/24, if you know, you know. So you ruin the Lakers because of Kobe?
That seems to be the implication because they're afraid of his legacy being challenged. But I don't know. That's like some deep cut shit for stands or whatever.
It'd be like some deep conspiracies about that, about how the Lakers are purposely sabotaging or sabotage LeBron James' time.
It's like so impossible to think like, no, they're actually just bad at their jobs. Let's just know, like, it's got to be some deep-seated conspiracy. Like, no, they just suck at their jobs. Like, it's that's what it is. I don't know.
Official JTT sent through a members chat and said, dumb question, but why can't Lauri Markkanen be at the 5?
Can't anchor defense, doesn't really protect the rim, probably not a good enough rebounder.
I don't want to be an asshole, but like you noted in your question, probably a dumb question, which means you probably know why he's not a 5. Sorry.
All right, it's Chris Jones has been a member for 40 months and said if Mitch went anywhere else, it wouldn't hurt as much. That green and white gonna look so ugly.
Yeah,
he did just go from the Knicks to the Celtics. That's kind of crazy.
That boy got his ring and went and got his money.
Fact.
And about to go get some more wins.
Yeah.
Yep.
I ain't mad at Mitch.
He'll
I
get
ain't
his
mad at
paper up
all.
for sure. Yeah, I'm not mad.
All right. Last but not least, Mike cut his hair because of Onyx, sent through a super chat and said on the Celtics and JB, I do think a lot of the leaking for return in value is from other teams. The front office is so tight-lipped. Example, this Mitch deal.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't know though. I just don't think Jaylen Brown's value is that low. I think teams might be like just playing cat and mouse with him, but I do believe somebody out there is going to pay up for Jaylen Brown.
I think Boston began trying to really have like a high angle to that, so that way they can meet him in like the middle, and team just saying, but no, though, like we're not even gonna.
But I think they approach every Jaylen Brown potential trade correctly. This is why, to me, if Jaylen does kind of take a step back, it's like, yes, am I annoyed on being on the trading block all the time? Boston goes into these trades treating Jaylen Brown like a damn near superstar player. Like, hey, if you're going to get Jaylen Brown, we want XXXXX back. And so if other teams aren't willing to meet that, then they're like, okay, then we're good with keeping Jaylen Brown. Like, it's really that simple.
It also could be, too, one of the things that we haven't really spoken to. If teams know that you're actively trying to get off of them and they have leverage over you because they know that you guys are in a compromised situation,
they're going to use that to their advantage.
Yeah, they're probably not going to offer everything, all at once.
But I don't feel like the Celtics think now, maybe being obtuse on their part, but I don't think they feel like they're in a compromising situation. It's like, oh, if we don't get this trade, we're just keeping a really good player. So it's like, whatever, I guess we can still just build out the rest of the roster, and we know we can also win with Jaylen Brown on the team. It
depends on like how desperate they are to get off of Jaylen Brown's money for real, and also like how bad I think the relations are between the two. If I'm being honest with you.
This has the potential to be very disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. What he just put on the screen.
Oh God.
That could be very nasty.
Penn and Knox, y'all better get together and figure out y'all strategy. And really, y'all better just leave Real Talk alone or leave me alone. Really, I ain't really even tripping on myself like that. Y'all can say what y'all want about me. Keep Real Talk name out of this. Hey, you lemon suckers. But anyways, we gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I appreciate everybody that tapped in. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. Stay tapped in with this free agency stuff because we will be back tomorrow to talk about everything that happens between now and then. All right, y'all.
Peace out, people. Have a good one.
Sour lemon ass chumps.